Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube, join our cult.
Maffew.
Yeah, will you calm
Yeah,
down?
He's been in the sound check. Maffew's been high on life.
Hello and welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast. You're listening to Dustin Tone to myself, Maffew, and like William Regal, I am feeling like a dog with two willies right now.
Scrummy.
Speaking of which, joining me this week, Jack and Ross.
How are you doing, pal?
I'm mint.
Are you ready to go?
I'm
4.5 hours of non-stop podcast action.
Can't possibly
exactly
keep
what I'm
it.
ready for, Ross. Do you know why? Not only am I looking forward to today talking with two lovely lads about lovely wrestling and no drama whatsoever, but also the fact that my bus didn't arrive, so I had to do the power walk.
Oh,
Well, it's supposed to be an hour and a half if you walk like a normal person, but I've got those LGBT power walking spills that we all get at the club. If you attended the meetings, Ross, you'd have it. And got here. I'm completely sweaty right now, but that's what you want to be ready for a long podcast
Yeah,
about
yeah,
wrestling.
you've had a
Am I
warm-up.
right, lads?
yes.
It's almost like Gavin Rosdale. Adrenaline keeps me in the game.
Yes.
Adrenaline, you don't even feel the pain.
Adrenaline rush. Impact 2004. How you doing, Ross?
I'm not too bad, pal. I've got nothing to report. It's been a standard week in my life. Nothing's happened. Had a few drinky poos on Saturday. Got a bit hungover. Got introduced to the Tequila Rose as a concept,
Ah,
which I thought was two drinks mixed together, but it's not. It's just one. So there we go. That's my revelation for the week.
Tequila Rose is a drink.
Shot, you do.
Oh.
And I was having trays of 20.
Oh, so are you somebody who likes tequila?
No, I hate tequila, but Tequila Rose
Yeah.
tastes like milkshake, strawberry milkshake. It's incredible.
So you're a fan of Rose?
Yes.
Sort of saying here.
Love Rose.
I see.
Up the Rose.
Up the Rose. See, I love tequila on night out, but then someone has to tell me what happened the day after.
We made a discovery recently. I went for like a uni reunion down south and they were getting tequilas and I was just like, I don't like tequila. So we called it Ben Davies, the Ben Davies for some reason after Tottenham Hotspur's left back. I don't know why.
course.
But you do a shot of tequila and then a shot of pineapple juice immediately after nullifies the taste of the tequila. And that's the only way I can do tequila without going, oh no.
If you're not doing that, where's the fun? Hey, here's the fun, right
There's
here.
the fun.
Sat down, looking all cute and adorable and
Aye,
very
aye.
intellectual. It's Jack. How you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. I've, aside from all the wrestling drama that we'll talk about, I've had an all right, relatively quiet week, I suppose. Last weekend, saw a friend before she went back down to London because we went to school together and now she's gone back down to London.
Oh, okay.
Saw her and a few other pals. Bumped into Richard Tubman on a night out on Saturday. The one and only.
What, like unexpectedly you bumped into?
No. It was a brief encounter between my group and his group, and then we played a bit of shuffleboard
Oh.
in the Head of Steam Quayside, which is
Yeah.
like curling but on a long table without the ice. It's like air hockey / curling. Like you just throw a thing down.
Oh, I don't know.
Get it in a designated area. Ross has been doing shots of tequila, and I've been playing an old man's game.
Find the two, get gin and rummy.
Yeah. And then unexpectedly turned up in the office on Sunday for
Oh, I saw that
a
note
last
saying-
minute. Whoa. Well, we had to do it because
Content.
and it was the biggest news. So which we'll talk about imminently, I suppose. But yeah, no, it's been an alright week apart from that.
Oh, that's good to
Before
hear.
we do, though, we should do the biggest news of the week so far, and that is the vote for the half-year Wrestler of the
get out of the
Year.
way.
People at patreon.com/cultaholic have spoken in their droves after the half-year Culties went live on Monday evening.
Sign off strong like an episode of AEW Dynamite. In condescending order. Can't say Take person.
Takeshita.
7%. Bit of a surprise there. John Moxley, 10%. Fair enough. Bianca Belair, 17%. Okay. Dax Harwood, 66%. I mean, I think that might have been a bit closer
So did
if
I.
it hadn't happened, the week of the Ring of Honor rematch, and that fight like was it 6-year-old?
8.
8-year-old, whatever.
Big difference.
Yeah, fight like a 6-year-old girl, whatever.
I could take a 6-year-old girl, but an 8-year-old girl, I think I'll be struggling.
6-year-old girl with a Dax
That's
Harwood
an
mustache.
awful soundbite. An awful soundbite.
No, in a fight, in
And we're
physical
here for
combat.
it. 66%, well deserved. No arguments there. Well done, Dax.
Well, no, my argument, we voted for different people. So I've got an argument slightly, but never mind. Dax has been really good.
No arguments there.
I feel bad for Cash.
Nah.
Wheeler, not Johnny. I just think he's good as well, isn't he? He's
good.
not as promo-y, but he's still very good.
He could be up for underrated Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Nah.
Not underutilized, but underrated.
Also starring. But no, Dax Harwood is so good. That doesn't take away from the other dude as well. You're right.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, he's had a blinder of a year, hasn't he? And so has
A
Ross
half
for picking
year.
him. Of a
Will
half
that
year.
carry on? Will he win
He could
the
possibly
whole
win.
year
He could
award?
possibly.
That's the big question.
That knobhead in the comments saying we're struggling for content doing the half culties. You can shove it up your arse because that's where the intrigue lies.
We've
right?
actually
I love
had
it. One person says one thing.
Yeah.
That's all we think about.
Yes.
We've actually had
it's
to,
true.
We've actually had to. There's been so much content recently with all the stuff going on. We've had to squeeze it all in.
Struggling. It's been nothing
Yeah,
happening.
it's been
What are we
raining.
supposed to talk about?
It's been raining content.
Vince McMahon officially retires. Curse the podcast, etc., etc.
No.
I don't
As
think-
Ross
I don't
clarified
think
on
it is,
Twitter,
yeah.
it's
I
not
mean,
the case.
Ross is quite right, but if people are saying it,
No,
it's a slogan. We
see,
can put a T-shirt.
we have to.
It's-
Now it's become a bit of a sensationalist thing. We have to define what the curse of the podcast is. The curse of the podcast is if something happens on Friday while we're recording the podcast, or if we're doing it on a Thursday for whatever reason, if it then happens on the Friday. We would never have had a chance to catch this Vince news.
No.
It deliberately happened when the stock market closed for reasons. So I don't think it is the curse.
Yeah, but people like saying it's
I
any,
know
any
they
news
do,
that
don't they?
happens
Yeah.
afterwards.
Oh, it's the curse.
Because then it's we'll get Danhausen to do a little video for us.
Hey, if we can, hey.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho. Don't know what I did there.
No.
But I don't think it's the
Very
curse.
exciting.
I think it's only the curse when we have no chance whatsoever of catching the news.
No
because-
chance in hell.
No chance in hell.
Oh,
Because
good one, Ross.
The podcast is already in the
What's
can.
going on here? Did you hear that? It started early. Oh, yeah. Good one, Ross.
On the first day
Pathetic, really,
of
honestly.
trading,
You didn't even
since what
know.
true love meant to me, Vince McMahon's retirement from WWE, the company's stock price rose 8.44% on Monday. This is WWE's highest stock price since 2019. Organization even now valued at $5.34 billion.
Mwah.
And he's going to need all of it. And so many people were shocked to see that this would happen because it's Vince McMahon. The rumors and speculation after he did his little SmackDown the other week, he came backstage and shouted "F him." I'm not sure if he's referring to the crowd or the journalist.
No.
Oh,
Okay. Right,
but-
okay.
because it's Vince McMahon.
Bloody hell, Maffew.
I thought you were going down a different route there.
No.
Journalists,
That was supposed to be,
journalists.
no. Come on, you guys. But people are like, Vince McMahon isn't scared of anything. He's going to try to take down the Reaper as soon as he sees him. He's like, I'll do it to you what I said I'd do to Brett. But instead, Vince McMahon actually going, yeah, maybe it is a good idea for me to retire. It's like, you're like, he must have been scared of something.
Yeah, but nothing else is. Well,
That's right. Nothing else has happened. Update on Vince McMahon's unreported payments. Within an 8K report, WWE revealed they had discovered payments totaling $14.6 million made by Vince between 2006 and 2022, with the payments being noted as unrecorded expenses. As a result, WWE will revise their financial statements for 19, 20, 21, and first half of 2022. The discovery comes amidst a WWE board investigation into hush payments made by Vince McMahon to suppress allegations of some things. And by the way, we here at Cultaholic are not trying to minimize anything that's been accused of. It's just because of the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, we've got to be careful.
There are
saying
certain words and expressions we
Yeah.
can't say, even though they're technically
what's being reported.
What's being reported. So we're not trying to downplay it at all. It's just
They literally use bots, not humans, to detect words. It all goes off phonetics. That's why we're...
That's right. Tony Khan was right. There was some confusion over if McMahon used his personal funds, this is the important bit, the personal funds or company money to make the unrecorded expenses payments. But Tony Maglio, I think, of IndieWire has clarified that McMahon paid the money with wire transfers from his own funds. The expenses will be recorded in a similar manner to a severance payment.
So apparently, my understanding is Vince paid money into WWE's account, and then the money left the account to the people.
So like Father Ted, it was just resting
Something
WWE's
like that,
account.
yeah. It's a bit over my head because I'm not really an adult.
Yeah. But what I'm reading, other smarter people saying this, going, oh, if this gets investigated at a federal level, because, the feds do have a bit of a grudge for the unrated thing involving Vince McMahon in the 90s, this could be very, very, very bad for him.
Right.
However, it sounds weird to say that when I have a brief knowledge of understanding how these things work, but also knowing the wrestling business. If it's like we've had 50 examples of, this could be really bad for Vince, like, this time. The other 49 times had no effect on him this time. So I'll wait and see.
So, but the fact that this is the one that's made him retire means, is he actually scared that he could
I think it's
go
a
to jail
combination
if it-
of that and the allegations.
Right, okay, fair enough. So, yeah, I was surprised.
Is
I was
this
very
is this the
surprised.
first one that's happened since they went public? Is this
maybe
the first big scandal
since they went publicly traded.
Apart from that massage parlor thing, which didn't really go anywhere.
Is that an alleged or
major
not?
level? The alleged, yes, alleged. Well, yeah, there was an allegation made. Yes, you are right. But something on this level, you're right.
That might be it then. Sponsors,
a Canadian wrestler who had short arms. In 07 didn't show up to the pay-per-view.
Oh God, yeah, that was that after they went public?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, he went
okay.
public late 2000, I think. Wasn't it?
So yeah, 2001, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Fair
Something
enough.
like that.
Yeah.
So that was after.
Anyway,
that.
it's well over. So anyway, rather than go through all the other WWE drama that's happened over the years, let's just take what's currently out and we'll be here until next Tuesday.
Yeah.
And now, of course, that leaves a big gap. Triple H now back as WWE creative.
And head of talent relations.
That's it.
Which makes an interesting scenario, because if you're not happy with your booking on the show, you go to the guy who's booking it.
That's what people were saying about Brucey P.
Yeah.
But now it's Triple H in both those roles. With Brucey P still in a creative capacity, but Triple H is above him. So it'll be interesting to see how much changes in terms of the product, like what we see on screen.
Mm.
We have had some slight changes on Raw and SmackDown, I'd say.
Yep.
But it hasn't felt big yet, you know?
I mean, it's going to be, there's a pay-per-view that's been building for months.
Right,
That's already
right.
been
It
booked by
could all-
Vince. It'd be very the week before it, Triple H goes out, you know what, scrap the entire card, lads.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano, main event.
I think it was WrestleVotes. One of those Twitter accounts said that Triple H would like to make a booking splash of some sort at SummerSlam, but he wouldn't just do it for the sake of it. He'd do it if it was appropriate. Otherwise, I think we might see like post SummerSlam as like the reset.
Right.
I was going to say the first pay-per-view was over here, innit? Of the Triple H era. We're going to get the best show ever. It's the best show since WrestleMania 17.
Yeah.
Drew versus Sheamus in the main event, non-title. Stephanie and Nick Khan as co-CEOs, and Stephanie as chairwoman as well. That's all the maneuverings there. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
It's a day we never thought we'd see.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I was very surprised.
Still a week on, eh? It hasn't sunk in for me that he's not going to be there. Like, you just see yourself speaking to yourself, and yet, this is what Vince will do. Still, Vince will do this. Vince needs to sort this out. It's never going to get there, is it? Maybe it will do one day. But that's a big thing about Triple H as well this week. He's been speaking about fun a lot, apparently. He had this big...
I've been playing Fortnite. You have that John Cena skin, obviously.
He had this big meeting backstage with the talent before Raw where fun was apparently pushed as like, remember, this job's meant to be fun while you've been micromanaged like you have done for the past however long. I saw his little speech at the talent, SummerSlam talent thingy thing. And like, remember, this business is fun.
You got nuts hanging out your shorts.
Yeah.
And he went, hang on, aren't you on NXT already, grizzled young guy? I would just reapply, to be honest with you.
Just while we're talking about him trying to put the fun back in, a Fightful report suggested that it wasn't very fun because in creative meetings and stuff, Vince was having to be heavily filtered by his assistants and all that sort of stuff because he'd often say, this news was like the least surprising, that he would often say things that were wildly inappropriate and words that he would never allow on his own TV shows and stuff. And that often he'd seem like he was in a great mood and then would blow up at tiny things. And then Fightful said, we asked one source what would be the biggest change since Triple H in charge instead of Vince. And they said, probably the ability to remember what we've just booked the other week. Or like to remember what we have and haven't already done. So,
that has been a big issue for the last few years, especially. Just the week-to-week nature of the storylines and whatnot.
Yep.
It's amazing. But also, interestingly, is that talent thing at SummerSlam where they're recruiting athletes and whatnot. The other person to give a speech to the people was Heyman, which has led people to speculate that maybe Heyman might be getting a more prominent role working alongside Paul. The two Pauls.
A lot of tweets.
Paul and Paul.
Pauls.
A lot of tweets and Reddit posts and stuff saying that Heyman has won the war of the 90s. He's the last one standing.
And he got WrestleMania to Philly.
Yes, he did.
That was all Paul's work.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
WrestleMania 40.
At the arena.
When that news came out, I was surprised because we're used to it being like either on the West Coast or in the South. But and New York / New Jersey. But apart from that, I can't think of it being in many East Coast cities apart from New York.
San
/ New Jersey.
Francisco.
On the West, yeah.
Is that what? I don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
where things are.
very much.
Get
like
your
that.
map out, will you?
Start.
But I remember like when we were younger, it used to be like, here's one in Boston and here's one in Philadelphia. And it's been a while since they've been there. So
Yeah, it's great now they have to pretend that WrestleMania 15 was a good pay-per-view.
Because that was the last one in Philly.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see all the homages paid to Big Boss Man then.
Oh, because of his match at WrestleMania 15.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Do you know what happened there?
Yes.
Lovely.
But I'm scared of the algorithm, so I'm not going to say.
Moving on. Report, because everyone seems to be being a Chicken Little right now and speculating on one person, a Vince McMahon favourite, what's going to end up with him.
Prince William.
Later, Ross, later. Kevin Dunn. So, a report came out that he did not believe Becky Lynch was attractive enough to be SmackDown Women's Champion. Coming from a report from Struggle Session of the Hard Way. Three executive...
Pardon?
What? I'm just reading the report. What? The executive producer and chief global TV distributor Kevin Dunn didn't think... Look at that bloody job title. It's like he's Idi Amin. Kevin Dunn didn't think Becky Lynch was attractive enough to be SmackDown Women's Champion in the autumn of 2016, and Dunn said as much in a production meeting.
Oh.
He said he, quote, did not meet Vince McMahon's exacting standards. I'm saying, with them saying, quote, I'll never forget this weasel telling us that Becky Lynch isn't good looking enough. Funny, these still reports are coming out now at this is happening, and everybody else when they're asked is going, what do you think's going to happen next? Be like, Kevin Dunn's going to be out.
Well, Triple H...
You've already called him out, like, hey, he'll be gone.
Everyone always says that Triple H and Stephanie hate him. Or that Triple H especially hates him.
Oh, no,
a report came out this week that Stephanie hates him. I
think it was more just Stephanie, I don't know about Triple H.
Apparently,
right,
okay.
The heat between Stephanie and Kevin Dunn's been there for
Funny, these reports are all coming out now.
Yeah.
He's pushing the blow.
He's an SHIT head, is Kevin Dunn. And I don't use that term lightly.
But he is very attractive.
So he can cut that bit out, Ross, and then cut again, and then cut again, and then cut again.
But he can pass judgment on people like Becky Lynch because he's gorgeous. And I think when they say he's going to be leaving his role backstage, it's because he's going to be the new one in Maximum Male Models alongside Mansoor and...
Imagine him on the catwalk.
Yeah.
His teeth have got disco balls hanging from them.
Well, I've always found it a bit harsh, obviously, to criticise someone's appearance like that.
Sorry, yes, of course.
Not if they're throwing it.
Until the fact you hear, wait, they said what about someone else?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's fair game then. Fair game.
Becky Lynch is fit as out.
That's right. There you go. There we go.
I break that news on the podcast.
Exactly.
Breaking news.
What a MILF.
Oh, God.
Here we go. We're off to the races. 4.5 hours of fantastic podcast
Actually,
content.
punch the table, Ross. Also, on the other side, the other big news this week, well, not big at the same level, but very surprising. Ring of Honor had a pay-per-view. Did anyone watch it?
I've seen one match.
I need to catch up, but I've seen the highlights.
Well, I've been told I've meant to watch 2 matches, but I've seen one of the 2 matches.
Have you seen the main event?
Yes.
That was long.
The one that was nearly an hour.
Yeah.
And then we had the opener, which was not nearly an hour.
I was going to say, well, if you do watch it, Jack, make sure you don't blink.
Wasn't about 10 minutes?
Yeah.
The Ring of Honor title?
About 10 minutes
in
for
the
the
opener.
Ring of Honor. We'll title it in the opener. Yes, Jonathan Gresham probably asked for his release and showing up without his trademark big match octopus head. Is it an octopus?
Oh, that he wears, yeah, right.
It's calamari catch king, so it's a calamari and octopus. I'm actually not that good on that.
What came first, the octopus or him being
the
in
calamari?
Or the CCK, yeah.
Right, very good. And so he appeared without that. They're no longer in Tully Blanchard Enterprises.
That's because Tully's not even there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nah. What's his name?
Prince Nana.
Very good.
Nana.
Very good.
That's the second time I've done that on camera this week. Well, hammer it in the
Ain't
ground.
broken.
Referencing pop songs from 10 years ago.
It's a winning formula, pal. Yeah, Tully Blanchard Enterprises now involves not Tully or Gresham. It leaves Brian Cage, is it Quan, and Toa Leona.
Right.
Khan.
Yes.
The Gates of Agony.
That's it. Got great name.
Oh, yes. Great look as well.
Yeah, I hope they call themselves Tully Blanchard Enterprises, even though he's not there.
If they're the Gates of Agony, what does that make Brian Cage? That's the big question.
He's the... I don't know. Cages and gates are very different.
The back door of destiny.
Look, I told you. Stop talking about royalty. Later. So, yeah, the reports at the time suggest that Gresham and Ring of Honor President Tony Khan met beforehand, with Gresham allegedly cussing him out. And a further report from Fightful potentially reveals more on the situation. Apparently, they met around 4 p.m. the day of the pay-per-view, with Gresham admittedly heated, in quotation marks, and not happy with the booking or direction of his character. It was said to be agreed that the conversation details would remain private. However, the report states by the time the conversation ended, much of the locker room staff and allegedly members of building security could physically hear the discussion. The apparent lack of communication within AEW/Ring of Honor is said to have been a major factor in Gresham's frustration, echoing early stories from the likes of Joey Janela and others. Okay, with the report stating that Gresham had held productive talks with QT Marshall and Sunday Joe, with the book stops, but the book stops with Khan. Right, with Khan ultimately having the final say with creative, Gresham was supposed to be told that any creative decisions had to be run by Khan, and couldn't get any answers, nor was he able to meet directly with Khan until a few hours before the show. So yeah, looks like he's. They also said that Gresham came to the meeting with his mind made up saying he had never seen him so heated before, believing it was Gresham's passion about his vision for himself, his character, and Ring of Honor as a whole that drove it. Probably could see the bigger picture, and they agreed no. A very interesting reaction to this, because a lot of people like to rag on Gresham, also John Grace, for being so vocal about stuff online. Here's a little tip for people, not just wrestlers online on Twitter, but you don't have to be online all the time. You don't have to reply to everybody. You don't have to say every thought that comes in your head. You'll be a lot happier, I promise. But there are people they're taking his side going, Gresham basically kept the Ring of Honor title relevant when it was Deed.
Yeah.
To the progress, to
Took it
Impact,
around the world.
else. Yeah.
I mean, there's two sides. I don't know where I fall on this, because on one hand, what the booker says goes, and it's just pretend fighting. If he wants you to lose your belt, you've got to lose your belt. It's the Bret Hart, Vince McMahon. It's like, well, but on the other hand, there's a lot for him to be aggrieved about. Going on first, losing, short match,
turning heel,
which he didn't want to do apparently, and it all seemed like he was being shuffled off into this stable. So that Tony could be like, right, Ring of Honor belts on Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli now. That's my new thing. Yeah, you can go over here. And I do get why he was frustrated, especially if he'd been trying to get this meeting with Tony for so long, and then eventually did on the day of the show. So there's two sides to it, really.
And as well, when you got this brand new brand, this reborn brand, putting it on someone with a massive name like Claudio Castagnoli, not just literally, just like, he's got a big name value as well. I can see why he's done it as well. Tony can't, so I can see all sides. Why it was 10
minutes long, unless it was cut down because of the meeting, and they were like, "Oh, I'll do it. I'll put him over, but I'm only going out there for 10 minutes." I don't know.
It'd be interesting to get details of was this? Hey, Gresham, great news! You're opening the show. It's gonna be 10 minutes.
I did see on the pay-per-view they said there was a flip of a coin to determine what would be the main event of the night.
Coin flip.
The two co-main events. They flipped a coin as to who would go on last. That's what they said on the show anyway.
But then it's weird for it to be the opener, though.
Come on.
Yeah, strange.
Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting times. I think I haven't checked, but I told he deleted his Twitter.
Oh, right, okay.
Has he? That's a shame.
Yeah.
It's
for the best.
Fair play from standing up and what he believes in as well. Because it's like wrestlers do that, and then we all get the reports of they're difficult to work with. But if they don't believe in it and think it's bollocks, fair play for standing up. Yeah. I don't know what we think about this one.
No. Have you got the news about the change to the SummerSlam card?
Certainly. I got that playing Grim Fandango last night, and I thought people were joking, because I just checked an hour beforehand, and it said he was to be posting again the stomp that he took. So I thought, okay, that'll look good. And then, it must have been minutes after I logged on. Yeah, Riddle versus Rollins is off.
But it is a kayfabe injury. There's reports it's a kayfabe injury, yeah. Riddle is injured.
It's a stinger, but I forget what, cervical...
Yeah,
A bit of his body.
But it's weird it's as to why they've done it. Apparently, I don't know what source it was. Probably Fightful. They do all the news, don't they? They were saying that they're going to save the match for Clash at the Castle. But it seems weird to just make that decision all of a sudden.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Which means something else has gone on.
Oh.
Let's recklessly speculate.
Johnny Gargano's coming in to challenge Rollins.
Ron's had a heated debate with Triple H, and people throughout the building could hear.
It's funny you should, because Rollins tweeted saying, sorry everyone, I've worked really hard for the past 6 months to be on this show. It seemed a bit in character, actually. I'm not sure though. And he was like, thank you for keep singing my song. One day they'll listen. And then Triple H replied, I'm listening. And then they kissed.
My favorite heel. Yeah.
Well, no, I don't.
I think it's an interesting
He's a
situation, though. Because
It
obviously Rollins and Riddle had their big falling out a couple of years ago.
I thought that was right on the bridge by now.
I don't care.
yeah.
No, let's bring
about
it back
that.
into play.
And then I had a singles match since then.
Probably,
Yeah, on Raw a few
But
times.
But that was when
come on.
Rollins got.
No, let's bring it back in.
Rollins didn't even want to be.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, there was that heat. Yeah.
Rollins didn't even want to be in the same Survivor Series match as him. And he sacrificed himself and got eliminated.
But
Heat.
also, I can see if Triple H wants to make this splash, and it is Gargano coming in for a mystery opponent match against Rollins.
Oh, I just plucked that out of thin air, by the way. I've not heard that.
I think a fair few people on social media
All right.
expect it, just
Okay.
because he hasn't been signed. And then I think it was Grayson Waller the other day, wasn't it, putting a picture on from when he booted him out of NXT 2.0. You're not welcome here, Johnny. Boring bastard. No. But I think it would be a good message for Triple H to send, like getting someone like Gargano back in the fold, because he's everything Vince wouldn't really see in a main eventer unless it's Daniel Bryan.
And everything that TK would want to collect when he's going around catching them all, catching all the indie stars.
A good message to send there from the game.
Oh, Jonathan Gresham.
Jonathan Gresham.
Oh,
Imagine that.
Imagine a 25-minute technical encounter with Seth Rollins. That's what we want to see Seth doing. Leg locks.
yes. Can't wait for it. Weird seeing Seth Rollins injure someone with a stinger. That's never happened before.
Oh,
Banga Belair did a lovely story this week.
Bada bing.
Bazooka. We're using Dan Heppel's catchphrases there.
Oh, right. You yelled at
Zimbabwe.
bazooka.
Oh, mate. Midway on day 2 of the summer party in Whitley Bay Caravan Park, Dan, we're all hungover by this point. Some of us are starting to drink again to try and get over it. And Dan there's a bit of a silence. Dan goes, thinking about trying out some new catchphrases. Yeah.
He did say Zambui, but I was like, just Zimbabwe.
Turn into just anything with 3 syllables that's got those letters in.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Good.
Bazooka.
Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom.
Speaking of Josh Martinez, on Superstar Crossover, recalled the most embarrassing moment happened in wrestling so far. Quote, the only other embarrassing moment I've had is my husband, Montez Ford, tried to rib me when I first got the main roster. I was talking about the Usos and I said something about them being twins. He said, they're not twins.
Oh my God.
No, they're not twins. Really? They look just alike. That's crazy. I was in the locker room one day talking and I was like, I can't believe the Usos aren't twins. They looked at me like, what are you talking about? They are twins. I'm like, my husband told me they weren't twins. It's probably a couple of months. I was so adamant. No, they're not. They're not twins. What are you talking about? Yes, they are. Okay, never mind then. I got my husband and I'm like, why did you tell me that? I don't know. I was just messing with you. I actually said out loud in front of people, she said with a laugh. Sorry,
this is the news you've picked.
Oh, that's hilarious.
She's not a massive week of news.
Not the sharpest then, is she?
Someone you trust gives you weird, like, my nana used to have a sausage dog. And I asked my dad, why is it called a sausage dog? And he said, son, because it's half dog, half sausage.
But how old were you?
I was little, but it didn't get corrected. And it was just sat down there, just watching TV one day, and I just realized, oh, yeah, that was bollocks. No one ever came and said, that was a joke, son.
That'd be uncanny if they weren't twins, how much they do look alike.
How funny would that be? Yeah, spoilers,
they're not even related. They're like the authors of pain.
One's from East Coast, one's from West Coast, completely different. Also, see, Dana White, of all people, he was asked about Vince McMahon, and, you know, obviously he was like, oh, he's great, self-made man, and all that other lies. And he said, oh, someone asked him about, was that the last UFC show, and said, oh, yeah, he was there. And he said, yeah, he had much better seats than I had at the WrestleMania I attended.
Ah, right.
And then he made it sound like it was right up in the rafters, but he was on the floor. I went back and looked.
Was he? Yeah, he made it sound like he was in the cheap seats.
Yeah, right up at the top. He was on a belt. Now they shift people 3 rows in front of him to get the camera shot, but he looks like he's on the floor.
Is this just
WrestleMania 34?
Is this just rich business owners jokes? Like, the seats that
he was made to think, he was like, if Vince McMahon really cared and valued me as a person, he would have made sure I was taken care of. But he didn't. He had to go to the window and ask for the tickets before the show.
Yeah, no.
Dana White, please.
And he said, no, sorry, they're not here. So the ring Ronda again. He goes, where? Oh yeah, we've got them. Don't worry. He said the cameraman when he got to him had to cross over 7 people to get the shot. Poor billionaires. Yeah. So there's probably some other news that we'll get into that's featured on TV, new trios titles and everything else like that. But
there's new trios. No, I didn't. I've included that so and so wants to team with so and so for the trios titles, but we can talk about them now if you want. Like the news that they've been created.
That's right. Tony Khan has signed another tournament.
Yeah.
God, he loves them, doesn't he?
Lazy. Wouldn't get this in NXT 2.0.
No.
Because there's not enough teams.
But anyway, it's trios titles, yeah.
It's obviously the All Atlantic one, we're going, why do we need this title? But this is a trios title, something a lot of people have been clamoring for since the start of the thing, and they've got plenty of teams to battle for these titles, so why the hell not?
I agree. And it's very much a stable-based promotion right now, so that actually makes sense. And I actually like that pack. Won the All Atlantic, even though the name's The fact that he's bringing it out. We've had Rev Pro on AEW Dark. We've had OTT.
He's not been on Dynamite though, has he? Since he won?
No, I don't think so.
He's too busy touring.
I reckon.
Hard lad.
Do you reckon he signed up for that? I didn't want to go abroad, man, Tony. Just let us come here. Dynamite.
No, I think you'd end up in like Dragon Gate or somewhere with it, maybe.
And they'd say, but the Atlantic, he's like, shut up.
Well, he's Japanese flag on it, isn't it? I think.
He can do what he likes.
Yeah.
He's packed. You know what else is packed? This episode of the podcast. We need to go to the next segment right now.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame segment. Everyone's favorite. I'm going to say everyone. In condescending order, a shot of vinegar that makes your hiccups disappear. 11%.
It's just too scared to try. That's why I'm putting that down to.
Jake from the Canary Islands.
Fuerteventura.
Fuerteventura. Pet Detective, 17%.
Well, I appreciate you, Jay.
Fuerteventura.
Oh, God. I could say this one, right? Ashton, savior of Cultaholic FC,
Whatever.
71%.
Fine.
Now, unfortunately, Ashton, saviour of Cultaholic FC, is on holiday this week because it was her birthday.
Oh, it'd be great if she was at Fuerteventura.
How did you get on last night or 2 nights ago with Owen?
We won 1, lost 2, and drew a lot.
Was that good or bad?
No, not really great.
Do we need to have a conversation about Owen's future?
Well, I was back though this time, so it's not just Owen's fault.
It's an upturn from Owen by himself, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I think we should sack him.
The damned United.
Oh man, it's just.
I knew they were having a bad time.
The chat suggested a 5-3-2 with wing backs, so he was like, "Yeah, let's go for it." And it worked one game, and then we played Newcastle in the derby because we're Cultaholic FC. We're based in Newcastle, and we lost like 5-1. Yeah.
Yeah, the chat told me.
Oh,
I also
good.
knew it wasn't a good sesh because it's the first time in forever that they didn't raid me afterwards.
Well, it's
Possibly
it's
because
funny.
of this.
It's weird that you should say that because it's Owen who's in charge of because he knows how Twitch works and I don't. So I play the game, he works the Twitch, and
Maybe
but then
switch that up.
sometimes he'll take the mouse off me and do his own thing. And he was when he typed in like /raid whatever,
Yeah.
and then yours did pop up because we often raid you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, who should we raid? And he was like, let's raid Adam Cole. Here we go. Okay. Now I don't know if it was deliberate or if Adam Cole's name.
I like
was
to think it was. It's like, oh, I see how it is. All right. Thank you very much.
And then what Owen does whenever he raids someone, it's so adorable. I like leave the room because the stream is over and go and start like locking up and like turning the lights off and that. He sits and waits, especially if it's a wrestler, to listen to their reaction when they're like, "Thanks for the raid, Cultaholic." And he's like,
I do that. Yeah,
"Do you
yeah.
as well?"
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's cute when he does it.
Okay, especially Adam Cole.
I'm sorry.
He's like, yay! Oh, he's so enthusiastic.
I'm a Billy Big Bollocks. I've met Bret Hart. I don't care about Adam Cole.
I've seen these thoughts on Twitter.
I've seen Minoru Suzuki's private parts. Yeah, we're in the same locker room.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember now.
Has he seen yours? That's the question.
No.
Oh, it's shocking that.
I put more layers on before I went in a wrestler's locker room.
Very selfish, Jack. So thank you very much for that. Also appreciate people being very gentle. I just didn't care, I guess, when I did my little spiel, because I like to have stuff prepared in my head or on paper in case I mess it up and it comes out like blah, blah, blah. When I put down, you would be doing very badly, not since the legendary awful run of Coventry in 0708, to absolutely no reaction from yours. And I did think, okay, wonder why that is. Possibly because I typed out wrong. Derby County.
Oh, I got that.
County.
Yeah, we've got that.
County with a V in the middle. Well done.
Derby Coventry.
Hey kids, always proofread. You got an essay or something?
Oh no, they were bad.
To be fair, Coventry were in financial strife around that period of time as well, but in the championships. So.
I did get one person say, like, yeah, in fairness, we didn't have a good season that year. So I was like, all right. Like John Laurinaitis, I signed the wrong one-legged football team, I guess. So I appreciate people being nice. We can't remember who it is, the one team they beat that season.
No.
The records are lost during that period. We have no idea who they lost.
I remember.
They took 4 points off that team, and it shouldn't be ever spoken about.
Yes, that's right. So thank you very much for being understanding.
Coventry, I've got a big weekend because on Saturday night, obviously it's SummerSlam, so I'll be up late. And then Sunderland have one of the featured kickoff games for one of the first weeks of the season and all that. So our game's at 12, so I'm gonna have to wake up early to watch that because I've been up until the wee hours with SummerSlam. It's just selfish from everyone involved, WWE and Sunderland and Coventry. Well, not the fixture makers. Carry on with the Hall of Fame, please.
Get ready for Sun Slam.
Sun Slam, yeah, the biggest party of the Sun.
Well, I'm doing all right with the Hall of Fame picks. Thank you very much for voting for that. Obviously, I didn't want to push the silly animal thing every week because people said, look, less is more, pal. All right. People were rioting the Patreon comments.
They were.
Even though the fact it is a poll, there were two of the choices. It's fine. The rest of fans, we get it. So I've decided I'll only bring up.
That's our loyal, delicious patrons, then.
I can tell.
How dare you?
I can only apologize for that and realize I've got it. Every time AEW announces some sort of wacky death match, I'm going to put in a wacky animal. It was a moderation. So I was so happy I had some other stuff. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, so happy watching AEW this morning and going, all right. Next week, casket match. I went, get in. Dan, get it up.
Oh, what's this going to be?
Oh, goodness.
This is the news sent by lots of people to me. Wrinkle the Duck. runs another marathon. That's right. His second.
Runs another
or her second,
marathon.
and this time wins a medal. Wrinkle the Duck made headlines last year for her stellar, or is it her, beg your pardon, for her stellar running debut in the New York City Marathon. And it seems like it wasn't just the plucky duck's last race. Just a few days ago, the Speedy Goose run.
Wait.
The Speedy Goose. I've drank at that pub.
So it's not. So is it a goose or a duck?
It's a duck.
They just called it a speedy goose for
Yeah,
laughs.
hang on. Goose is another word for a duck, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's a different
I'm
animal.
just reading this out loud.
Just put
Geese are more angry.
synonyms for duck on Google.
If a
the
du-
fast owl.
if
goose cow.
If ducks were bees, then geese would be the wasps of the duck.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
And this time, she even won a medal. Sporting her signature red duck shoes. Oh, signature.
Oh, she
Yeah,
has got
there's
shoes on
shoes.
here.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Oh, poor
Red shoes.
duck, man.
The web-footed creature waddled her way to victory, even giving an exceptional burst of speed at the end to clinch the win. The cute runner duck joined the race as a special guest
Hang on.
at the jovial Long Island Marathon weekend, and her stellar performance was met with a shiny medal sporting the event logo. What you got?
This duck ran a full marathon.
No, it did bollocks.
She was happy to show off a new prize, so Wrinkle quickly took a victory lap of her medal and made sure to stop for a photo op with her number 332, which is what Owen should have played last night, proudly on display. The photogenic duck basked in the glory of her victory as the camera lights
indubitably.
flashed, immortalizing the glorious moment for who wrote this. And it goes without saying that the camera absolutely loves
The
her.
duck wrote this.
It seems that Wrinkle the Duck is carving out quite the career for herself as a feather-footed marathon runner. And the internet is sure to tune in for her next adorable victory. To keep up Wrinkle's other equally as entertaining antics, follow the duck on Instagram. No, I don't believe that. Who runs that? That duck doesn't run a TikTok. That's ridiculous. But this duck ran a marathon and won a medal.
It never mentioned how much of the marathon the duck ran
Or what time they got.
or what time. And it also...
Well, they asked and they went quack.
Also... Is it the same duck? It probably is the same duck, yeah. But also the medal makes it sound like it came in one of the first 3 places, which it didn't.
Oh, you always get a participation medal, don't you? these
Well, they're
marathons?
wrong.
Yeah, if you start and then finish.
They're wrong. I was cross at school in sports day, I remember, when I was a kid, because I came like 3rd in something, but then everyone got a medal.
I thought the boomers were always telling us that we don't... Oh, that from the era who didn't get a participation trophy and all this stuff. No? Yeah, me neither.
I
don't know
came
what they're
3rd
talking
in that
about.
obstacle course race. I remember
you?
it well because I remember Scott Towers was ahead of me in the
All right.
race and he was coasting towards the line. We got into the net. The net was the last obstacle. Scott Towers, whoever won, came first. Scott is closing in on the finishing line, but he's slowing down. I'm running up behind him. And the teacher holding the finish line goes, come on, and ushers him across the line ahead of me. And I've never forgot that. Felgate Primary School.
I think I remember our sports day.
That's
was,
not fair. I should have come
welcome to
second.
life, Jack. From the School of Hard Knocks.
And I was one of the SWATs. I was a good kid. Why is she helping him?
Because you had books. He didn't.
That's
I'd
right.
what?
But I've tried to say books without the Geordie accent.
Oh,
Books.
I was more academically
Yes.
prosperous.
That's right, man.
You have the
all your
gift.
stats in the and everything. You know, like the D&D characters
but
got
I
weaknesses
never-
and
I
strengths. Yours
wasn't-
is books.
I wasn't that good at sports day. This would have been a rare second place for me.
No,
Anyway.
go back and read something. The only thing I remember my sports day was a lad who was, so there's always like one lad, I guess, at school that is inexplicably like 6 foot and massive.
Right.
This guy was like a mountain with a little wee red head on, and we were all in fear of him.
Because you're here.
Seamus.
Were you his manager?
I should have been, mate. He was just enormous, and he used to pick people up by their ears if you didn't like them.
Oh.
And you're like, hey, how are you doing, pal? And you're like, me, then Christ. But anyway, all right, sports day, and he was just trying to get out of it. So him trying to hide behind people was funny enough. But then teacher's like, no, you have to do something, pal. And he's like, no. So they did like, all right, you can do the 400 meters. And he went, what? It's supposed to be 3 times around the tracks. We only had a little one. And we were just watching and all like, you don't want to laugh or him see you laugh because it'll kill you. He could eat you in a sandwich. And he did one lap of it. And the teacher went, come on, carry on. And he just pushed him.
Oh, wow. Wow.
He took a mean bump as well.
After what we learned on this week's NXT, was that person Come Tuesday? Because Come Tuesday pushed over his American football teacher or something.
He probably was the same size and density of Come Tuesday.
I'm
so.
picturing when DiCanio pushed over the referee. And it was like and the ref has to...
What was that about again?
I don't know.
It's just we played for Sheffield Wednesday, didn't he? He just pushed over the referee because he
Yeah.
didn't agree with the decision he made.
Yeah.
And the referee went down in stages.
That's right, yeah.
I think the ref believed in a fair democracy. No.
Oh, hey, I know. Well, that's my pick for Hall of Fame. I know it's a tough mount to overcome. I've liked that lad at school, but what have you got for us, Jack?
I've got two, and I don't know which one to pick. I know, because they're both winners. So, do I just say both? I don't want to take one.
Say the
Can
first
Ross
one
go
and judge the
first? So, in
reaction.
case one of his is one of mine.
Yours isn't mine.
So, I'll just mention both of them then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on one hand, I was going to nominate that cold-hearted, handsome devil Hook for winning a belt and looking bloody great as he did. And he wore the orange shorts.
Right.
And Taz on commentary going, "This is surreal." It's good.
Yeah.
I nearly went for Hook, but it's a big week. I think he's working from home. He's not quite
It's not
leaving.
Vince McMahon, is it?
He's not quite leaving just yet, but it's Richard Tubman's last week in the office.
Oh,
And I'm going to nominate Richard Tubman, the editor of this
that's
podcast
nice.
for a long
Have you
time.
not already tried to nominate him before?
Well, this time it's real, right?
I
This is
might
real.
have before.
All right.
Ah, I see.
He literally did all my videos for 6 years. Bless him. That's why he's going to Japan.
I'm sad that he's going, but also happy that he's going because we'll all move one up in the cool rankings here at Cultaholic. So, you know, he just kind of hogs all of the glory here. You know, on camera, he's a silent, menacing presence whenever he chances upon the camera. But off camera, he's just got too many strings to his bow, and I'm a bit jealous. So
That's right.
I'll miss him, but I'll also, you know,
He's doing Sports Day and
Right.
Maths, you're right.
Exactly.
Richard never took part in the sports day. Richard stood at the side of sports day, sunglasses on, having a tab.
I was going to say, smoke a tab. You want to run? Nah.
Richard. It was his birthday the other day.
Mm.
On the same day as Ashton's. Woo.
Wow.
Controversial. And he came in here and we all went, "Happy birthday, Richard." And he went, "Oh, yeah."
Yep.
Wow. So I'll not go for Hook. I'll go for someone similarly talkative. I'll go for Richard.
You've definitely got a
Tubman.
type, haven't you?
Yeah.
Really cool,
Silent
badass
people.
person you wish you were. Yes.
Yeah. I don't wish I was Hook.
Don't you?
I do.
No, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine
Look, it's
being,
pressure in that.
Hook. Just
Right.
walking down the street with that hair, body. Whoa.
Taz is your dad.
That's the least thing I'm thinking about.
Oh, it's the first thing I thought of. Dad Taz. I'll be mid.
Yeah. You don't even
Look at
know.
you, Sports Day Jones over here. So your nomination is
Richard Tubman.
Richard Tubman. It's a very well-deserved one.
Yeah.
It's amazing how he's so talented off camera that he didn't get enough chance to make an impact on camera.
He's been
did
on
what
one,
enjoyed
He
doing.
didn't want to.
He's been on camera.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he did
He
the
was in our Japan vlogs.
and the when he dressed up.
The
called
Metro.
again? Metro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Metro.
he just wore his usual gear.
He did.
Aye.
Yeah. Because he's such a interesting person.
He is, but he never talks about any of it. He's
He's
mysterious.
a tough nut to crack.
He
I mean, I
is.
don't think he just goes on going, I'm this, I'm that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when you get to know him, the stuff he's done in his life.
Wrestling,
Yeah, wrestling.
DJing,
Yeah.
other things.
Cycling.
He
Really cool dude.
knows his fashion well.
Yep.
He knows his music well.
He knows Gary's white van,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which is the most important thing.
He's half Polish.
He's just Vice.
His middle
When
name
Vice was cool.
Is Yannick.
Is what?
His middle name is Yannick,
Yannick.
and that's a shoot, brother.
Oh, wow. It was
Richard Yannick Tubman.
his shoot name.
His
It's
address
like
is 40
ECW 96, his real name.
I've never seen him ruffled. He's unflappable.
I have, and this
Oh.
is what it's like.
Oh,
This is when Richard Tubman's flapping at work when something's not gone quite right. This is
Yeah.
what he does.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all he does. I've seen
Aw.
it 2 or 3 times over the past 6 years.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's a big one as well because he was the first one to take the leap of faith when Cultaholic, I think, was 2 months old.
Aye.
He was the first one to
It
take
was like
the
when
leap.
X-Pac came to the
It was
WWF.
just like that.
Jim Ross.
Stay with the
Jim
click, brother.
Ross going, well, look who's back.
Yeah.
I can imagine Tubman doing that.
Across the Millennium Bridge.
No, I think if you Google his name, Dan, you might find a picture of the day he signed because we used to do these like football presentation style pictures of the day he signed back in 2018,
that
the very
picture?
early
Oh,
days.
Yeah, it was
Sponsor.
really I mean, obviously Richard's not leaving the company. He's still going to work for us remotely from Japan.
That is Richard Tubman. If you put Cultaholic in, I'm sure it'll come up.
But yeah, it's wait until Dan's.
I just got to be very appreciative of the guy for taking that big old leap.
No.
I'll take that picture, probably.
Oh.
Nah, it's not going to come up. There he is with Tamatong. Look how cool he is. How
I
menacing
think I
he is.
might have taken that picture. Anyway,
Like, welcome to my lair. It's like he's the evil leader and Sam and Tamatonga, his henchman.
Tamatonga's having to tell him, I'm sorry, that drug shipment, lost it. The Batman got it.
but it was really crucial because at the time, there was me, Ross, Sam, and Pacitti. And only Sam and Pacitti could edit. But we had loads of videos to do, so we didn't have enough editors. So Richard really helped in the early days.
Yeah.
So it's very crucial.
Aye.
So that, yeah, you go.
Not to take away from Magnificent Dan.
No, I'm taking away from Dan at all.
Obviously,
no.
yeah, it was like, that guy was so much better. He was so amazing. Oh, I've got Dan though.
I did.
Not-
I
not-
never
not
said
once have
so
we
much
said so
better,
much
did I?
better.
Come on now.
The implication, but no, Dan.
No.
Can't wait for you. The big shoes to fill, but you got big feet, so you'll be grand. All right.
Huge dick as well. Always helpful.
I mean, that goes without saying with Tubman, right? But yeah, lot to love, Tubman.
Yeah, Tubman.
I was about Dan's dick.
Oh, okay.
Richard's merely average.
Ross, what's your
Well,
Hall of Fame?
I was struggling this week, and a recurring thought just kept coming back into my mind. So my nomination for this week's Hall of Fame is someone who should have been in a long time ago, and it's Maurice,
Okay.
because I really fancy her.
Oh, right. I thought it was going to be for a great heel work, but...
I had a great heel work, but more so for the former.
Was it the balls? Was it the ball handbag?
It wasn't the balls for me.
All
no.
right, okay,
Was it the
fair
balls
enough.
for you?
No, I just was thinking about what she did this week to, like, remind you of this.
She's merely the thing that is in the head this week more so than other things. I was struggling, struggling for a pick this week, and I thought, why the hell not? She's
Right.
a nice lady, I assume.
No, she's a heel.
She's a nice
She's
lady.
evil. She's evil.
She's the star of her own hit reality TV series.
Yeah.
The more I talk, I feel the more damage I'll do. So I'll stop there.
Maurice.
Maurice for the Hall of Fame.
Short and sweet, like a Ring of Honor world title match.
She had a Ring of Honor. Oh,
No, man.
sorry.
Oh, for the love of Christ.
She moonlights as Jonathan
I
Gresham.
thought you were going to say that, like...
Well, now that Gresham's gone, we have to sign somebody.
I thought you were gonna
I've got
say
it.
I thought you were going to say that Mercedes Martinez had squashed her or something. I was like, I don't remember this.
Well, those picks again. It's a reminder, because God, that was a lengthy segment. Maurice, Richard Tubman,
Yeah.
Cultaholic extraordinaire.
Similar picks there.
Yes,
And
and
a third similar pick.
Wrinkle the Duck,
Wrinkle. the
marathon
Duck.
winner.
It's not an instruction.
In brackets, suck it, patron comment.
Oh.
Because no, tribalism works so well, because other people who love these, because they did win, will then vote for it.
Can I just say I didn't stoke any fires, by the way? I merely,
Oh, of course not.
I merely let you know. No, the comments were there already when I let you know.
Aye.
With their 2 likes.
I only shot the sheriff, I didn't shoot the deputy. I've heard it before. So those 3 picks are yours and yours alone to vote for and complain online about by going to patreon.com/cultaholic.
Look, I just don't want people to resent you, Maffew.
I live off that.
This is This Week in the Wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
This week in wrestling.
So much wrestling.
Thank you, Vince.
SmackDown. A normal show with no particular backstage drama. Stephanie
Oh,
McMahon.
the puns this week are bad, or the little subheadings are
It's
bad.
good. They've got to be overshadowed by everything else happening on the
Yeah,
show
yeah.
anyway. Steph opens the show, and this is Steph, who was criticised for not being good enough for the role a few months ago, to like remind you. Opens the show and leads the crowd in a thank you, Vince chant, which, of course, I don't think there's any place in America that they could run a show and they're not going to be like, yay, Vince. It's just not.
Jacksonville, Atlanta. No, maybe
Okay,
20 years ago. in
Horseman
Atlanta.
country. Yeah, I see that. But yeah, right now it's to be expected. Hot off the double header of news that A, Vince has gone, and B, Brock Lesnar has left with him. Apparently hiding his briefcase or something, saying apparently, according to Sean Ross Sapp and someone else, Alvarez, if he goes, then I go, or words to that effect. So people watching SmackDown not only just say, yeah, thanks, Vince, but also, all right, what's happening? More on that later.
It was to be expected, this opening segment, but yeah, bit when she's like, "I love you, Dad," down the camera, no, the microphone. I don't know.
Yeah, it was real, wasn't it? It was real.
Yeah,
Thank you for trying to get rid of me months ago.
bloody cover-up operation.
Right.
We won't allow that to happen. We're the bastions of truth.
That's us.
Yeah.
The Street Profits cut a promo about how they're going to win at SummerSlam.
They bring the swag like no, because it's like, thank you, Vince, thank you. Bring the swag like no, it was just like, right, enough of that. Steph's gone. Yeah.
Theory interrupts and says the only thing that matters at SummerSlam is his cash in. The Usos interrupt and warn him to keep Roman's name out of his mouth. The Usos tell Montez Ford that neither he or his wife will be leaving SummerSlam with any titles. Ford says it doesn't matter, you guys aren't even real twins. The two teams brawl, with Theory helping the Usos until Madcap Moss, what are you doing here?
The hero of the
even things
WWE.
up. The faces clear the ring.
He's
They
like
do a
when-
nice bit at least where he says
Moss is like when Batista was on the rise in about 2003-4. Like people are really behind him.
Apart from that last bit, yeah, that's exactly right. A six-man tag is booked for the main event. Later, Heyman instructs the Usos to use Theory to win the match, only to beat him down afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've
Good
got,
advice, Paul.
I've got nothing against Madcap Moss, by the way. I just think they've put him in a role that's kind of beyond him at the minute.
He's a bit muddled up, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he needs a new name. I think his name's a big sticking point for a lot of people.
Small time name.
Yeah, Madcap Moss.
And just the old...
That's a mid-card gimmick. The
Mid-card
prestigious Moss.
Mid-card.
That's a main event gimmick.
The prestigious Moss.
The prestigious Moss.
One day you'll see me so
Moss.
Moss.
Perfect, Ross.
But
You
was this,
look, but you can't see.
was this the first time that...
You see, sorry
Go on.
to cut you off there. Tom Campbell showed me, because I missed the last North with Joe Hendry versus Scotty Too Hotty. But I'm glad that Joe Henry's back on form with his songs, because that Scotty Too Hotty one was top quality.
It's just a,
I wasn't there.
a
What-
crap people's elbow.
Oh, the worm's too slow. Oh, it's a people's elbow.
Oh.
It's so good. Because you've got it. Then you see Scotty, who's by all accounts a lovely man, just stood in the ring like,
Yeah.
what?
Mate, he's so good.
Who's Hendry? Both
Hendry.
of them, but yes, Hendry.
Yeah, but just...
Well, that's Scotty Too Hotty, though. That's one to keep an eye on.
I call him too hotty for a reason.
Ah.
Was this the first
up
time
and comer.
someone referenced Bianca and Montez Ford as like a wife and husband partnership
No.
in a promo?
Maybe. Because the
That's
bit
a good
where
point, actually. I don't
when
know.
he came and celebrated with her after Mania, that was after it gone off air, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ah.
Maybe, actually, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I hope we get a storyline that lasts all summer long where we get
No,
them
no.
referenced to as husband and wife. Did you know that Montez Ford is the husband of Bianca Belair? Did you know that Bianca Belair is the wife of
It'll
Montez
get so
Ford?
annoying that Matthew won't believe it. It's not true.
And then when they've got to kiss each other, they'll pretend they're strangers. But you know what they say? It's an old bit from Friends, isn't it? When there's chemistry on camera, that means they're banging behind the... No. What's the thing from
be the way
Friends?
around then.
Yeah, aye, the other way around.
If there's no chemistry, it means they are.
Yes, aye.
Yeah.
Yes, I.
Yes, I. Woody bitty bats eye.
Whistle potty.
Bounce to the ounce. Nakamura.
I was going to say, speaking of good songs, Ludwig Kaiser beats Nakamura after interference from Gunther. Kaiser is pleased afterwards, but Gunther chops him anyway after match. All of that was irrelevant compared to the debut of Gunther's new theme.
Oh,
Because
Oh,
he's
it's good,
obviously
isn't
evil and really, really European. He's got this all badass da-da-da-da-da-da, with people yelling, and a Deutsch, and going, and I thought it was fantastic. Because I had to go, wait, has he always had that? It goes, da-da-da, German, 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 Gunther, daring General Gunther, German,
like it?
German, Gunther. I thought it was amazing.
Oh, I
loved
thought
it.
you'd be sad at the loss of the classical.
It's the name change. He's wearing red. Axel Dieter's now his lad who just goes hello. So it's a different thing. It's a different time, different company. But yeah, Darling General Gunther.
You just imagine an arena full of people stand up in unison and chant along with that. I can't wait for his babyface run with that theme. But I saw him on.
Do a dancing Gunther.
Him and Shanky breaking it down.
Oh no!
The good dancer Gunther.
He was on Satan's podcast this week. Was Gunther, and he said that his name change came because there's no 30-year-olds called Volta, which I thought was interesting.
What?
Either he's sipping that there Kool-Aid now with Tim Trolley all this, or he's been living a lie for the last several years.
There's no 30-year-olds called Volt. What happens when 30-year-olds called Volta? They have to change their name.
Yeah.
Is Gunter like a modern name in
What's a
Germany?
youth?
like?
Hip hop
Oh,
and
there's
happening.
loads of 30-year-olds called Gunther. I know loads of them. I know 3 on my Facebook.
I don't know a single gun to me apart from him off Friends.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, sad that.
Sad news.
I
I like the way that Kaiser got a lot of offense in this match, though, because
Yeah.
I was worried after last week that he was just going to be the bitch, but he wasn't. He proved the match
He's kind of
still
still.
sacred.
He's kind of still the bitch.
Oh yeah, but he showed he's a good wrestler as well.
Yeah.
He was allowed to show his chops.
Was he
Oh.
in our
Good pun.
Cheers.
Pro Wrestling World Cup in the German bracket?
I don't know.
I feel like he was.
I was off my tits back then. I wasn't.
It's like when you ask like like
Ross, fisted, Ross.
So when you ask like Axl Rose about his rise, I don't remember anything.
I don't know. I never did those trips. I turned them journeys.
I
to
never went to
foreign
Germany.
countries.
No, I didn't go to. I went to the English leg of the World Cup, and I went to the rest of the world leg in Newcastle.
Oh, God.
I went to that one. That was where was it Hendry and Hager? Was that one?
No, that was the finals.
Was that the
wasn't it?
finals?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting me mixed up. Right?
The rest of the world,
rest of the world had like
a Dunkzilla.
RJ Singh and yeah.
Oh, the Ben Potter lookalike. Jern Simmons.
Oh yeah, he's bald
Jens-
now though.
Yeah.
Is he bald now?
Oh
Yeah.
my God, I didn't realize how much Ben Potter looked like Jørn Simmons.
Ben Potter looks like. He always gets
Oh.
tweeted with like, "You look like this Scandinavian footballer or Formula One
yeah.
driver," and he's like, "Yes, I know."
Come Tuesday.
Yeah. No, he doesn't look like country. Anyway.
I love to hear Ben just say, "Come Tuesday." Hello there, Ben Potter here.
Congratulations to Peter from Triple Jump, who got married recently.
Oh, but yeah,
He's currently on his honeymoon, yes.
Oh,
Fantastic stuff.
it's all happening in the world of
I know.
Cultaholic
Bloody
behind the
is.
scenes.
We had a card passed around the office to send to the new bride and groom. And I couldn't think, I was one of the last ones to have it, so I couldn't think of what else to write that was different from like what everyone else had put. Because I like to be a bit different at times.
Yeah.
So I just, Blink 182 was on the mind, so I put Stay Together for the Kids. All my love, Ross.
Oh my God.
Hope they appreciated it.
Yeah.
I doubt they did, though.
Oh. Thank you, Ross. I suppose I said "oof" a lot, and I didn't used to. It's one of these things that's adapted because other people do it because of things. And now, one of the things that's inspired me people to say "oof" who didn't used to, bloody Roblox, whatever you pronounce it, that to remove the "oof" sound effect.
Okay.
I've got no idea what that is.
I realised, no, Maffew, abort. This, they don't know what you're talking about. They don't know. Ronda Rousey. Ronda and Liv Morgan have a confrontation backstage. Ronda says she likes Liv and hopes that she'll shake her hand after Ronda beats her at SummerSlam. Liv says she won't beat Ronda because she's better. She'll beat her because, are you ready for it, kids? How can you tell Triple H is back? She loves this business more and needs the win.
I thought
business.
I liked Liv's
good
intensity and her crazy eyes. But apart from that, I thought this segment was a bad one. I thought Ronda sounded bored and she kept looking off to the side as if she was reading a cue card, which is never a good sign for a professional wrestler mid-promo. And Liv Morgan, I appreciate your candor, Ronda. I really do.
Your candor, Ronda.
Who speaks like that in
Keith
is
Lee?
in their 20s?
Apart from Keith Lee, well, yeah.
It's not Liv. She's like, yes, queen, yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! That's more like Liv, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what she's like.
That's the Liv Morgan I know.
Apparently she lives on a farm.
Ah, she does.
Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas.
Fair enough.
Well, that was a while ago when I knew that.
Oh, right. Sorry.
I hope they'd still do.
Yeah,
Stay
yeah.
together for the chickens.
Stay together for the pigs. I agree with Ross. It's hard to get behind Ronda as a babyface because she's a natural heel.
I said they could have a babe together, but it could just be a sheep pig. Happy Corbin attacks Pat McAfee.
Oh, what do you mean Happy Corbin? It's Happy Shearer now, because that boot was sensational.
Oh.
I watched it back and screamed Shearer alone in the office. Really fun. Fantastic.
I'm happy for you. Attacks Pat at the announce table. Pat chases Corbin to the back and they have a pull-apart brawl. Afterwards, Pat cuts a promo. Better than half the roster, saying he'll beat the big dumb bald baby at SummerSlam.
More than half. Better than nearly everyone.
Yeah, it
on the
was.
roster.
It was like, wow, why is he so over? And you're like, oh, because he sounds natural, he sounds confident, charismatic. He could make something as dumb and Vince McMahon as big dumb bald baby. Come on, guys, chant along. He made that work.
Yeah.
It was the shift as well, the shift of gears into the intense gear. 5th/6th.
Because normally Pat's got it all going for him. I'm just a rich, cool guy. Man. But now he's like, no, gonna beat up my old roommate. I'm
That's right.
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll find out which match we're most looking forward to at the end of this podcast.
That's right. It's a big question, which you see if you look. Yeah, there it
I
is.
tell you what,
It's down now, isn't it? Bloody well, Tyler's been up on YouTube for quite some time now.
Oh, there.
Yeah, there we go.
I think it's time that Pat McAfee ate a big loss so he could bounce back and get a bigger win.
Oh.
Oh,
He's going to lose.
I don't know if I think he does, but I just think I would like to see it happen.
He
I'd like to
lost
see
to
the
Vince
sympathy.
McMahon.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I repressed that.
Mm. We
Deep,
all
deep,
tried.
deep in my subconscious, that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I just spoke bollocks then, didn't I? On to Shanky.
Shanky. The new Vicious Viking Raiders beat Jinder Mahal and Shanky via count out with the New Day on commentary because not even Jinder Mahal and Shanky can do a clean job to the new Vicious Viking Raiders.
They're new and vicious.
I don't like that they got the cheap heel win here. They should just be eating folk, literally and metaphorically. Yeah. But Jinder's got a new theme, which I think is sacrilege. You know, certain people have kept their CFO $ era themes. Your AJ Styles, you think of people like that. They've given Jinder a new one, and I think that is terrible because his old one was a bop. I think the kids called it.
I can't. Oh, it was all right. It wasn't one of the better CFO
Yeah. Especially when they did the animated Titantron for a while. I remember that. Where it would like melt.
Oh, yes.
You go, wow, what a great wrestler. And he'd get in the ring.
Corbin's was a great animated Titantron.
They would
all turn to blackness.
Like he was
Venom. Yeah. We had his hair.
Yeah, it was great. And then I think at Mania it followed him down the ramp and stuff. Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh. And Randy Orton had the big sperm.
All winners.
Yeah.
Backstage, Johnny Deville mocks Adam Pearce for doing a terrible job in charge of Raw and SmackDown. He books a match with Raquel Rodriguez. They have the match, and Raquel wins clean because she's got back.
Say that. I don't know.
Yep.
I guess it was very straightforward. I thought they'd want to build Sonya up to a big featured match where she gets her comeuppance at SummerSlam, but this was way more fast-paced than that.
I think they're loaded for SummerSlam. Maybe it's something to build for the next one, but
only a 1 hour pre-show. Come on.
Big news.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
There'll be
news.
no matches on it.
That's it.
I did like the
Hashtag
finish.
Thank you, Triple H.
The finish was good.
JBL not wanting to be there. He is miserable on those kickoff show panels.
Who?
JBL.
Is he?
Yes.
I just skipped them, me.
We have to watch them because I'm doing a What Happened That video, so me and the editors have to watch them just to make sure there's no matches. And it's just Booker talking bollocks.
He's got a second career, so a second wind just talking bollocks now, Booker T.
And JBL just hating everyone who's not a wrestler. He hates that Kevin Patrick. Hates him.
Yeah, Rosenberg.
Yeah, he hates
Rosenberg.
I think he respects Rosenberg because he gives the banter back, whereas I think he views Kevin as just a little bitch boy. Not that I'm not saying Kevin is.
That doesn't sound like JBL at all.
To be fair, this is like the kickoff panel, like, you know, Booker T, JBL, other legend who's normally there, don't know who's normally there. That's like Kevin there.
That right on the TikTok kid that does the Pokemon cards at WrestleMania.
That's Kevin there. Face For audio listeners, we have Puppet Jack, face down on the table.
Yes.
But I like the finish of the match. But my main takeaway from the Sonya versus Raquel match was a quote from Michael Cole. On this particular night of all nights, he said,
I know what you're talking
I can't believe anyone in WWE history abused their power more than Sonya did when she was in charge.
Oh.
We'll miss you, Vince.
Wait, but who yelled that in Michael Cole's ears?
I thought there was a big change in commentary, to be fair. I bet Michael's cursing his luck. He's deaf in one ear because of one man.
Yep.
And now he's gone, so he can get his hearing grow back. Is that how it works? Can it come back?
Sadly not, but I'm sure Michael's just enjoying the people go, we like you, Cole, you're good now.
Yeah.
And Cole's like, no, I was good with Taz. No, too. Shut up, you idiot.
Frosted tips. If he gets those, if he whips those back out,
Imagine if he did.
that'd be great.
With his little goatee again.
Yes.
Oh,
So sick.
Scrummy.
I know. Pat said, like, when he was doing this thing about, Baron Corbin, you suck, boo. He went, Michael Cole, there's the goat there. And there were people going, you know what?
Oh,
we used to start 10 years ago, go like, don't shut up. No, Jim Ross or whatever. But now, like,
He's done like 50 tours of service. Michael, he's been there for a long time.
Yep.
It's not his fault as well, is it?
Taking a lot of crap.
He's the ring general.
He did what Vince wanted of him, which was to push the catchphrases and the buzzwords. Yeah. And he did it very well.
He did.
And annoyingly. But now he's changed and it's all good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sheamus is supposed to have a number 1 contenders match with Drew McIntyre for Clash at the Castle, but refuses to fight him until the sword is banned. Drew arrives.
Why, though? Drew has not hit anyone with that sword.
It's a magical sword.
He's not come close to beheading anybody.
Yeah, but it's got magical powers.
That's because only the top athletes can be a WWE superstar, Ross. And that poor ring exploded and pyro came out for some reason. So
man.
Drew arrives and agrees because he wants the match now, but Sheamus says he'll have to wait until next week. Drew asks when Sheamus became such a bitch. Sheamus reveals the stipulation for next week. A good old-fashioned Irish Donnybrook match with shillelaghs.
So is it a shillelagh match or a good old-fashioned Irish Donnybrook match?
I hope that's the graphic we get for it.
I don't think you can have a good old-fashioned Donnybrook without the use of a shillelagh.
Those were canes. They weren't shillelaghs at all.
They were big shillelaghs.
The shillelaghs
Finley was just shy. But I reckon Drew's the actual pussy of this situation. Because he could have chopped Sheamus' arm off if he wanted to, and he didn't. He just chopped the shillelagh.
Yeah. And who brings a sword to a shillelagh fight?
Aye.
Shocking that.
A pussy.
No, a bitch. Adam Pearce enters and agrees to book the match. Drew cuts a shillelagh in half with his sword. Goes an explosion sound effect. What are they doing?
Yeah, it went.
It wasn't. It was the thunder from the Highlands. Rumbling through the arena.
300-year-old Irish ghost that cursed the shillelagh. He's like, I'm free! He poses with the sword and gets the king power up the ring post. Again, as Sheamus cowers in fear. What are they doing?
Just let them batter
What
each
is
other, for
this?
God's sake. We don't need all this bollocks on top of it.
I'm with Sheamus. Yeah, ban that sword.
Yeah, it's magic.
We don't need it, man. He doesn't stab anybody with it.
Chuck Taylor with the chainsaw was more realistic than Drew Carter's bloody sword every week.
Do you remember when it was? Oh, I don't know if it was anybody involved. Like, I don't know if I can. I'd have to censor what I'm saying if any of them were problematic or not. There was a backstage skit at like a PWG or something where Colt Cabana saves someone from getting beaten down by Chuck Taylor and Kenny Omega, I think. or
Yeah,
something.
it's El Generico, I think.
Oh, was it? Oh, and then he goes, "Hey, do you fellas want to take a seat?" And he's got a chair. That was so good. It reminded me of that.
Those bits used to be so good.
Oh, it was
And
so
they're
funny.
Okay, we'll come back from later on. We hasn't got that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, those.
Take a seat. It was like Southpaw Regional Wrestling. It was fantastic.
Chuck Taylor's been Chuck Taylor for decades now.
That's Colt
Staggering.
Cabana doing that bit, I think. Anyway.
I mean, no, but
Chuck Taylor was there, yeah.
Ah, Lacey Evans again cuts a heel promo before her scheduled match with Alia. Before cheap shotting her before the bell and leaving again.
She just doesn't want to wrestle Ali. She's scared.
Yeah. We'll say this though. Last week, the crowd were deed. They were making no noise for barely anybody. We had that deafeningly quiet match between Austin Theory and Madcap Moss. This week, I don't know, because of the crazy news that's happening, or because of SummerSlam coming up, maybe a bit of both, they were really, really up for it.
The kid's got heat, brother.
And Lacey Evans, obviously it's weird in a way. You're going, wait, wasn't she bad, then good, then bad? But the crowd were eating it up.
You know what? Because she is Katrina Angle now. She's got the 3 W's. He had the 3 I's. She's got the 3 W's.
Go on.
Wake up, work, and win.
Ah, good. Yes.
That's what she said. But if
WWW.
it's getting more naff though, isn't it? Where she's not wrestling. Like, why is that happening? I know we're not worth it.
She let her wrestle.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
We're
bad.
not worth wrestling in front of.
Yeah, but I think we are.
Yeah. We are, actually.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Sheamus did the same thing just one segment before as well. The match will be next week.
He's had COVID, to be fair.
Yeah,
Shane.
he's getting over COVID, yeah.
He had the coughs and the splutters.
He's having to deal with a man's exploding sword.
True as well, yeah.
Backstage, Jeff Jarrett, with his big old arms, is very excited to be the special guest referee for the Usos versus the Street Profits. He does get a big pop. He calls it the biggest tag match in SummerSlam history.
And there'd be like the Mega Powers and stuff have had tag matches.
Yeah, the very first SummerSlam.
Yes. Oh, with the skirt, Elizabeth.
That's right.
That was a big
Maybe we'll see that.
That was a big attack.
Territory teasing us with them.
Yeah.
Aye.
This will be better in ring, but that was a bigger one. I'm sure
I
there's
thought
many more.
Zeus and Savage.
Jeff Jarrett looks stunning in this bit. Stunning. The fake tan, the locks come back. Fantastic. He's the toddy.
The smartest, sexiest man in wrestling, as it turns out.
And,
Chosen one.
and to steal a phrase from Fraser, when he says, everyone wants a piece of Double J these days. Aha! It popped me, NGL.
Fraser and
NGL.
Thank you for saying it like that.
Fraser
NGL.
told me yesterday that when he was at North and he was kind of busy rushing about doing different bits backstage and out into the front of where the crowd are and then backstage again, he said that people would come over, not say like, oh, I'm a fan of the channel and stuff, how you doing? They'd say, the arrogance of youth.
Oh,
It's over now.
yes.
Yeah. And then he asked me if there's some way we could monetize that. And I'm going to have a think.
Match? North?
No.
Title on the
To
line.
make a t-shirt instead.
Yeah, you'd be the grizzled. You'd be like Harley Race, put a bounty on.
I've had 0 wrestling matches in my life.
That doesn't matter.
Fraser can
I'll give a
wrestle.
tenner for someone to take out
Fraser's
Fraser
Fraser's a
Porter.
wrestling trainer.
Fraser will carry you through the match.
Yeah, he will. Carry me. Yes.
He'll carry you to a good match. He's had like 6 or 7 weeks of training, maybe a bit more.
Oh, more by now.
Oh yeah, it will be more by now.
loads
He's
more.
the biggest in his class. That's what he told me.
Yes, as we know, we're doing the North commentary, and he was bigger than nearly all of the wrestlers he was
Really?
interviewing backstage. Yes.
Fraser's fairly tall.
So now I am fully apologetic to WWE making the people backstage do that thing with the gun like that, because now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Nothing like, so what do you think of your match? You have to lower his mic all the way down here. You're like, oh, great. Anyway.
And that's bloody Screwface. He's doing no.
And then
Oh
the
my
big
god.
reveal. You ready?
Oh
You
my
ready?
god.
Sat down, ready to stroke your knees. Maxine Dupree, Max's sister, obviously, is backstage with Maximum Male Models. She says that we'll see their beachwear collection next week.
I mean, they promised it this week.
So
That's all I'm saying.
that's news we didn't talk about.
I love that they put all the swerves like back to back to back with Lacey, Sheamus, and now.
That's a bit of news we didn't talk about. It came out that apparently Vince, or did we talk about it last week?
Go on.
No, it was this week's news, yeah.
That Vince was sick of LA Knight or Max Dupree.
I didn't see that.
Oh, did you not?
Sick of him.
This is why she's replaced him in the.
There's another one of those stories where
Wait, he's been replaced.
That's what the rumor and innuendo is there,
Yeah.
Maffew.
Nah.
There you go.
Wait, he's a Triple H guy though.
Yeah, so hopefully this is coming out at the perfect time.
Rip Bozo.
Well, apparently he was standing up for himself because he wasn't quite on board with what they were giving him.
He probably wanted to like wrestle in that.
Yeah, or say some good things off the cue cards, I
Hey,
guess.
can I be the guy I am in NXT, please?
Yeah.
What? What's NXT? Right, great.
Oh, by the J-Dog himself, Justin Henry. Rubbed some people up the wrong way and wasn't fitting in. Vince McMahon apparently made a decision some time ago to remove him from the role. Which I think is a good thing, because now that Vince is buggered off, we can have LA Knight on the main roster and just take the piss out of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Kavorka, the Chickadees at ringside. What?
This change backstage couldn't have happened at a better time for LA Knight.
Yes. LA Knight's got more legs than Max Dupree, I would argue.
But now
Yeah,
all of
centipede.
now the Cromwell's in there. She's having a great time. But
It's
she
just a brave choice.
kept the catchphrase "titillate the juices of your guilty pleasures," which isn't the catchiest of catchphrases.
No, but tell people in WWE talk. So.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Plus, I don't think you want to admit it, do you?
But do guilty pleasures have juices? It's
Oh,
just words put together, man.
Titillate the juices of your
It's
guilty
more
pleasures.
like a word cloud than a sentence.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I think it's a brave choice, though.
You're going to come
That's what they mean. That's what they
Yeah.
mean. Yeah. Tuesday.
on Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's right. Because she was with him until recently.
And on
I'm not being puerile.
Tuesday, she never cut a promo. That's where I'm going with this brave choice thing.
Go on.
It was a brave choice to have her in this role because she
Yeah.
never cut a promo on TV.
She was good. She was all right. She was good
What?
enough. She was good enough.
No, she
she
was
was fine. Yeah, she was all right.
She's arguing with.
Yeah, she was fine.
I thought you meant on
Unbroken
NXT.
Caveman. Yeah.
No, here she was fine.
Yeah, here she was fine. I'm just saying it's a brave choice because she's not done anything big, has she?
No, but it paid
She's
off.
got to
I
hold
guess.
a segment here at
Yeah.
least once. Well, maybe once a month.
Fair enough.
She'll
It's
get
a good point, actually. It's a
Yeah.
good point. But I think you overanalyze the MMM. Oh, wise words here, tight.
I don't think I want to overanalyze. I'm just saying it's brave having
Ross
someone
really
who's never
likes
cut a
them
promo.
because they're an NXT 2.0 gimmick that somehow seeped onto the
Yes.
main roster.
Well, no, I like it.
Someone dropped their papers and went,
Yeah.
I like it because they're not half-arsing it. I like
Okay,
it when they
yeah.
do stupid gimmicks and don't half-arse it on the
I
main
agree,
roster.
pal. I agree.
Yeah.
And in the main event, Theory refuses to tag in, so the Usos beat him down. While the Usos and Street Profits brawl on the outside, Theory attacks Moss with the briefcase again for a DQ. He continues to beat Moss down until Brock Lesnar, what are you doing here? Arrives. He batters Theory with the briefcase and it's a couple of F5s, just like good old times, I guess. And so apparently he left and then came back.
Yeah.
He should have showed up. He should show like a Happy Meal. or
He
something.
got off the plane.
Another friend's
Another
reference.
friend.
The pop from that from the
Triple
studio
H.
audience. That happens, mate.
Triple H is waiting like Ross in the flat.
Yeah.
Brock. It was
The
a
one where
Do
Vince
you think they were
retired.
going to go? They go, just Triple H, just do a Vince impression. Hey, Brock, it's me. This isn't your phone number. Yeah, well, the feds are after me. Oh, yeah, man, that makes sense. And you come back, please. And then he's there.
Oh, you're Brock. That makes sense.
Oh, you see?
It's hard doing Brock.
Ah!
Yeah.
That's Scream at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
yeah,
everybody. I don't know how to do that.
Thought Andrew Hodgkinson was in the room.
But a subdued match, but then you realise why, because it was obviously all just building for that one big moment. They put the moment, Jack's favourite catchphrase of the week, putting the moments over the story.
Well done.
That's what I want to return to with Triple H. Put the story ahead of the moments.
Yeah. So he's back.
Yay!
The good news is the pay-per-view main event is happening.
Yay!
I wanted the chaos. I wanted someone to have to fill in last minute against Roman. I wanted the carnage.
Yeah, but that would have meant Goldberg, so.
Oh, that's what people are saying, yeah.
People, Cultaholic official source.
Oh, sorry, yes.
It was us.
Could have.
apparently.
Oh, right. Oh. Could have also. There was in that brief window between Brock coming back, between him walking out and coming back. There was
Yeah,
all
like an
kinds in
hour.
it. Goldberg was obviously.
Yeah,
one of them.
all I saw was Goldberg gifts. I went to bed.
People were,
So much tomorrow.
alternative ones were like Rollins, but he's faced Roman quite recently, and I don't know.
I would, if it's not going to be Gargano making his return, I'd be game for a triple threat match, mate, just to make it a bit different.
With Goldberg.
No, with Rollins.
Oh, right, yeah.
I thought you were Goldberg.
That'll be way better with Rollins. Yeah, right. That's very similar to the triple threat. Oh, it was Cena instead of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Ron's pinned both of them, yeah.
No, Rollins, the one at the Royal
Lesnar.
Rumble 2015.
No, but he's pinned him. He's got to pin him sometime.
Oh, yeah, he's pinned them a few
so
times.
many
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, Rollins has always had Reigns' number.
Yeah.
The Shield are like rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Mm.
And what is he?
He's scissors. Wait,
Exactly.
Roman's definitely rock because he's related.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He smashes Ambrose.
He smashes
He
punch the
smashes
microphone.
Ambrose, who's scissors.
Yeah.
Ambrose cuts paper. Rollins is paper.
Yes.
Rollins can be.
So you're saying that Rollins is a paper champion. That's just
Oh,
devastating to hear, Jack.
the
Devastating.
chosen one.
That triple threat. Reigns, Lesnar, Jarrett. Oh, get ready for that Ric Flair match.
Get Flair in there. Why the hell not?
Oh, God.
Let's see Flair F5 by Lesnar. Credit to Charlotte Flair as well, by the way. It was in the news this week that apparently she stopped him doing a tope suicida.
He was never gonna do. Oh.
That was, I don't know where I...
That would have been a literal move if you hit. I can't believe this.
I would more believe that duck had run that full marathon than Ric Flair would probably do.
You know what I made the mistake of doing again? For sticking Jeff Jarrett's podcast on. But this week it wasn't it wasn't Jeff and Conrad having the back and forth in kayfabe. It was Paul. But also Jerry was there, and so was Karen. They had the three Jarretts on doing an Ask Me Anything. But interestingly, Paul did never say
Jerry Jarrett,
Yeah.
still alive?
Yeah.
Really? I just assumed he was sorry. Yeah.
What's the catchphrase? Bruce Pritchard used to say. Like,
Chat me up.
No, about Jerry Jarrett.
Oh, if it was a bad thing that happened in WWE, it wasn't me responsible for it.
Yeah,
I think
so,
that's Bruce
yeah.
Pritchard's
I was just trying to remember what it was last night when I was listening to it. He's a very boring
my
man.
boy.
Yeah. That's
No, that's what's his name?
the one that Jim Ross likes to reference. My boy.
Anyway,
Whatever his name was.
Wow, that didn't work at all.
Anyway,
Very sorry.
interestingly, Paul on the podcast never would go, oh, that's from Jack. This question comes from Jack from Jarrow. It was always just like, people have been asking. So it was just a full fabrication.
Yeah.
And I listened to it all because I can't sleep anymore.
Well, that'll help you.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love the Jarrett podcast usually, but because what's the amazing video package they did to build up this Ric Flair is going to die match, and they keep it going. It goes great when they're showing the footage of like, this is me, Ric Flair, and I'm going to swear a lot, beep 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 beep, and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, hype for this, and then Jarrett shows up and he's like, you put the negative things on me, pal, and all the other stuff. And then Jay Lethal comes along. Jay Lethal comes along and he can't go promo to save his life. It's like great, but then Karen Jarrett shows up. Karen Jarrett, the Force and
Take
the
that back about
tornado.
Jay
Jay
Lethal.
Lethal can go promo.
Not Eric couldn't. I don't know what happened to him. I mean, he will be literally Jay Lethal on when the pay-per-view happens because.
Jay Lethal.
But then they cut to Conrad and Jarrett on the podcast talking, and like, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, oh no, they're pretending it's real.
Yeah.
Like you can't spend all these months talking about like hit me up about the Millionaires Club versus the New Blood feud in 2000, then go, but this match is real. It's
That's
like,
why they had Jerry on this week, so they dragged the Crockett's as well. He
Oh
was giving his,
no!
because obviously
Remember-
Davey Crockett's there. and
Right, that was an amazing thing. They showed like lots of people, and it was like, oh my god, I thought these people were dead and like died decades ago. Bob Caudle was on that thing. I'm like, there's no way he's alive.
He might not be.
Tommy Young was there,
Holograms exist.
and
now.
then really disappointingly, they got Nikita Koloff, but you still call him Nikita Koloff, but he's like. I'm going with this match, Ric Flair. He's not going, I break it to Ric Flair. It's not pretending to be Russian anymore. It's just like, get him, Jarrett, do it for the Putin or anything like that. He's just he's just speaking like a bloke. It's very
that might be
disappointing.
why.
Can't think why. The gremlin of the Creed that Jay Lethal has to kill Ric Flair. It's a shame. But I can't wait for the match to happen.
I can't wait either. I'm only watching that match. Like I couldn't really care about the rest of
I'll
it.
be watching it like this.
I'll be supporting my
Fingers up
boys,
my
the
eyes.
Machine Guns, in their battle against the American Wolves, actually.
Ooh. What a loaded undercard.
Shelly and Saban, yay!
Yeah.
I'm just, yeah.
Will Davey Richards show up to that?
Yes.
How bad is it that it's less likely Davey Richards will show up to that thing than Ric Flair?
What's been going on with David Richards?
Oh, he's been showing a lot of stuff like in these shows. And he's always like, whoops, sorry, see you next
I
time.
thought he cleaned up his act. Wasn't that like
Davey.
years ago?
No, it's like this year.
Oh, no.
Last year.
Okay. Should we talk about Rampage, I guess?
AEW Rampage. I just want to bring in Ric Flair at some point because, wow. AEW Rampage, Death Before Your Mama.
Right, so
Okay.
this was the go-home show for Death Before Dishonor.
That makes sense.
And there was a rap battle in it.
Ah.
Yeah. It's funniest when you've got to explain it.
Isn't it just, Jack?
Yeah.
Hangman Page and John Silver beat the Butcher and the Blade.
Well, the Blade is there as well. Yeah, it's I'm interested to know what you think, especially Maffew, because I think you were quite vocal about Hangman having these great pals who helped him win the title, and then he kind of forgot about them. Now he's back with his boys a bit.
Yeah, but now they're using them. Oh, remember you got friends way after the fact. They would have really used this during his world title reign, bless him. But now they're using this as the Bucks trying to get back with him, and he's like, "Oh, hey guys, that I used to hang out with," and then, "Yay, buddy!"
He's a relatable cowboy. Will he go for his wholesome friends or his bad influences?
The unrelatable.
Why would he ever want to be friends with the Bucks again? They were horrible to him when in the Elite.
Because he loves a drink.
Well, he's better than that now.
That's what turned him on the drink. That entire thing.
And we don't need to be drunk when you got people like Johnny Hungy running around.
He is the
Blue
alcohol.
Horse Fly. So it's interesting. It's nice that Dark Order, they're getting a little reminder that they're around. Maybe that trios title thing will work really well for them, especially because they're such a hit on the social medias and online and just in general, even though they've got rid of some of the people and they haven't really done a lot lately, the past year.
I'm worried they're going to miss the boat on John Silver. Or is his boat eternal? Is he always just going to be great?
I reckon he's an eternal flame.
Okay.
He's not that old, is he?
Is
he
he
old?
burning?
I don't know in terms of oldness and just what he'll be able to do in AEW. You'd be like, mid-card Moss. It might just be John Silver, star of AEW Dark,
I thought
and being the Elite.
In the early days when the roster was smaller, I had him totally nailed on to be a future TNT champion.
I still think he could be.
Yeah, he should be.
You can't fabricate that kind of connection with the audience that he clearly has.
You can if you don't book them properly for months. This is a step in the right direction of the Butcher and the Blade, but they're not going anywhere apparently.
It's a shame. I think that if I was booking a territory, right, the Butcher would be my main event heel.
We know.
Oh,
just look at him.
I keep
All
saying
that
it until
beef.
it happens. Until it happens.
He's such a dad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Your dream main event would be like Brody King versus the Butcher. Or in a team.
Get them in a team, eh?
Oh, that tattoo and
They
hair.
could be called Tattoo, which I wanted Malachi Black and Brody King to
And
be
their
called.
entrance theme, yeah.
Oh, what would
It would be
their entrance
Tattoo.
Yep.
Not gonna get us.
No, that's not the song people think of when they think of
I love you
Tattoo.
doing their other
It's just
song.
Only, you like the second song. It's weird. Everyone likes all the things
I
she
tell
said.
you,
Ross.
I like to be a bit different.
Fair enough.
I don't dislike it. I just prefer Not Gonna Get Us. It's more of a club anthem. I would argue.
No.
Yeah, you're going 5,000 miles in the wrong lane.
But that breakdown in all
Whatever
things,
album's called.
the
And then a necking on in the cage.
That's not why I like it.
I remember when my mum saw that for the first, she turned it off in 2002. I remember it well.
Don't you watch that? You watch Tori Wilson versus Trish Stratus.
Claudio Castagnoli cuts a babyface promo ahead of his Ring of Honor World title shot against Jonathan Gresham.
I thought he sounded like a right wanker in this promo.
Why was that?
I don't think I'm the best because I'm the fella with the most world titles. I'm the best because you guys support me and you believe in me. Win the titles, you dick. Shut up.
That's not what I want from my Claudio Castagnoli. I want a bit of healthy babyface-ish cockiness.
He's just got here,
You're right.
Sometimes just having good guy versus bad guy is just nice and simple.
There's two things that matter in this business, Maffew, and that's checks and championships, not the will of the people. And there's only two things that's real as well. The
miles.
money and the miles.
Yeah.
I'll listen to Jim.
Thanks, Luke. Lee Moriarty beats Dante Martin after using the ropes. Matt Sydal isn't happy about this and says he'll face Moriarty next week. Stokely had the way off as Moriarty's business card, but gets ignored. So it's not laminated.
He'll surely be joining him soon. Why did he ignore him this time? Just to save it for...
So hang on. So Gresham turned bad guy on Lee, and now Lee's just turned bad guy just in general, I guess.
On Sydal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. And on Donde.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's Donde going to turn on? Who's Sydal going to turn on?
It's just, it's recurring
Passes
thing.
on, yeah.
It's like a
Billie
curve.
Eilish. That's what
Billie Eilish?
All right. This is where this bad guy. Just
Ah,
a bad guy and this string of bad guys. I like Sherlock's offense in this match, though.
Oh.
He dodged something and then did a sort of reverse 619 in the ropes. And my God. it
Reverse
was-
619 with his heels.
yeah. Smooth as
Oh, just before his heel turn.
come off a gold tooth.
Oh, dear.
Aye. I didn't see that result happening, though, mate. I thought it was a bit of a shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AEW
Sydal's,
Rampage, where stuff happens, we don't know why.
aye, Sydal's rubbing off on
Just
Dante.
yawned.
It's Rampage.
Step it up, Ross, step it up.
It's Rampage, fine.
Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter beat Sky Blue and Ashley.
Boise.
Yeah, Dan Boise? I don't know, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get the sandbag, though? That was good. Where they brought the sandbag out to represent Thunder Rosa sandbagging. Who was it?
I can't
Was
even
it
remember
Baker?
now. It might have been Brit, yeah.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was, what's her name?
Aye, her.
Jamie Hayter.
No. MMA person.
Marina Shafir.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
She got her in an arm bar and she lay there. Anyway.
And then it was like, she'd be fired. Woman wrestler do bad thing. Fired. Max Caster wins his rap battle with Austin Gunn, but the Acclaim get beaten down afterwards.
Yo.
Yo.
Listen. Yeah, they're really good. The Acclaim are like.
Not even being funny, I thought Austin Gunn had that first round.
Ooh.
Hands
Right,
down.
he did it at the start.
Had him in the first half, not going to lie.
I like that. Max Caster did a joke about like your reasons that I'll never buy a gun, and the crowd didn't cheer. USA, USA.
He references Bobby Lashley's sister that he dated Chris Statlander.
I never
know
knew
any of
this.
Oh, me
He's news to
neither.
me.
Oh, airing out the dirty laundry.
Bloody alien.
Yeah, you got with an alien. Ew, you got with an alien.
The
A
Edward,
small step for man.
the line where he's like, "You're Edward Scissorhands, but you couldn't please her."
Oh, gross.
But then I thought, when he picked up the intensity album, Max Caster, he did quite well.
Yeah.
Blew him away.
I thought he did. Listen to me there about to rap battle. I thought he did quite well.
It's like when Djokovic would start slowly at Wimbledon and then he'd win the
Right,
next
right.
2 sets.
Yeah.
like Wrinkles the Duck. It was a marathon, not a sprint. I
Yes.
can't believe I got that. Bring that up and use it in
I
this.
thought-
But yeah, and then Austin obviously just he couldn't hack it, and attacked, which I think is admitting they've gotten to.
Yeah.
Which you can't do in a rap battle or on Twitter. So
He got
shame on you, Austin.
served. Didn't have a comeback.
No.
Murked him.
This
Yeah.
is one of my favorite things that's been going on in AEW,
Yeah.
which kind of shows that the injuries and the slowing of the booking momentum, admittedly, as well, in the past month or few months, has that's been quite severe. That this feud is one of my favorite things.
Well, I
It is
think
fun.
business for you, Jack, will be picking up soon because
Yeah.
we saw debut promo packages before this rap battle for the Trust Fund. Huh?
Okay.
Oh, that's it.
Ari
This is-
Daivari,
Yeah.
who is
Oh,
now the
I
richest,
forgot to
the
write this
richest man in
down.
professional wrestling, which
We
is
had,
always,
we had 2 jobs for 2
fun-
different companies. Of course he is.
always a fantastic gimmick. And he's
Yep.
going to be joined by Slim J, who I saw wrestle on the 0 Hour thing for Ring of Honor. It's a gimmick straight from 2003. It reminded me of when Jesse from Jesse and Festus became...
Oh,
Was
yeah.
he... What was his name when he was a bit of a gangster? Became a bit of a rapper.
Oh, it's like Slim Master J or something
So
like
it
that.
just
Yeah.
it's basically the same thing then. And a Harry Parker Boudreaux.
Yeah.
Oh.
AKA that lad. Didn't show up on TV, did he?
Haaland, he was there for a while,
Oh, no, God, yeah, it was Joe Gacy's dude. That's right.
but now he's got hair.
Yeah, but now he looks unrecognizable.
He kicked
'cause-
Brian Kendrick down the stairs.
Murdered him.
Oh, he's a babyface then.
Kicked him out of NXT.
Yeah, well done, Parker. Yeah, a very random assortment of lads there. I like Ryan Daivari because he sent me a nice DM one time. Parker, I don't know.
Doesn't take much.
Slim J.
Yeah.
Slim J looks and acts exactly the same as he did in Ring of Honor 2004 as part
Oh,
of
so he
Special
is from
K.
that period.
Yeah, he is.
He's
yeah.
literally been. He's just a time traveler. Essentially.
He's a
but he
name
doesn't
that-
seem to
He
realize.
looks quite young.
Still, this day.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all like really young in Special K anyway. They're like, oh, this guy has like 3 years experience in the wrestling low key and getting their head kicked in, like Deranged and all these other people. I'm amazed, like, the lads from Special K are alive in 2022. Never mind on AEW.
Wait,
Very
if you
weird
would-
thing to see because look, they're popping up some of them on like GCW shows. Like, I
Right.
think Deranged is one of them. I can't remember the rest of them. But anyway, no one cares about this bitch. But yeah, it was just very interesting to see him back. So,
Fair enough.
Especially if they were living the gimmick. That is a surprise that they're still alive.
yeah.
Special
Yeah,
K.
maybe that's it. Maybe I'm thinking, well, they're like that in real life. They take pills and do moonsaults off roof.
Ketamine.
No, you won't be doing a moonsault after that. Jay Lethal beats Christopher Daniels in the main event. I think the one man older than him on the roster. Satnam Singh helps Lethal beat Daniels down afterwards.
I thought this was a good ding-dong battle, this. Now, I was shocked at how much Christopher Daniels is wrestling these days. Did a little dive on Cage Match. His 3rd match of this month and his 8th match since the start of June.
Oh, wow.
When was the last time he was on AEW in a match?
Oh, I can't remember that one.
Yeah, he's been...
I'm written down.
Because
That.
he lost the rights. No. SoCal and Censored had to split up, right?
Yeah,
That was a couple of years ago, that wasn't it?
that was a while
Right.
ago.
But then,
Because since then we've had the Elite Hunter.
right. Yeah, because I can't remember, like, Daniels just left after that. didn't
You
he?
guessed it. Frank E. Kazarian. But he's also a
It's so sad because Kazarian's like an X Division pioneer, and now we know him as the man who can't get a good gimmick.
he's also a tag team champion with Swerve in Defy. Christopher Daniels.
Oh, I did not know
Wow.
that.
They defeated the Bollywood Boys.
Oh, they're around.
Okay, wow.
Wow.
Tell you, this wrestling universe is
I
wide and
remember Randy
vast.
Orton used to batter them. That was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, bless him. Yeah, and obviously it makes sense for Jay Lethal to be Christopher Daniels because lots of history with Samoa Joe for the little Ring of Honor pay-per-view thing. So, yeah.
I thought it was shocking on behalf of Joe not to turn up at the end.
I think Lethal used a Kojima clutch to choke out, or was it just a sleeper? And it was like, I'm using your finisher.
Oh, I think you mean a Kaja Nihame. The thing that Taz likes to say endlessly.
Like a Taja Hajime. Yes.
That one's with the fists balled up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, where was Samoa Joe at the end when Jay Lethal was getting... when Daniels was getting beaten up? Help
Save
his
that
friend.
for the big
Saving it
show.
for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I
Oh,
guess so.
man.
It would have
whatever.
ended Rampage on a high note,
His
though.
friend died. Satnam Singh Gorilla pressed him on the floor.
Yeah.
On the floor.
Yeah.
That's harder than the hardest part of the ring.
No, I don't.
Wait a minute.
The padding on the side of the ring, if their rings are the same as the Derby CP Derby rings, that padding is thicker than the floor padding.
Yeah.
Oh. I was
Wait.
assuming the floor pattern would be bigger. for
No,
some
it's
reason.
probably like nice. I said nice, and it's not nice and thick, but it's got a fair bit of girth on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think apron bumps look more sore.
They do.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize how the whatever they put on top of the wood on the ring
Yeah.
comes over the side of the ring like that. So that's why you see so many
Canvas.
Yeah, that's why you see so many apron bumps.
Ah.
Still not nice,
It's all obviously not. No,
I assume.
I was
Never
assuming it's
done
nice and soft. The way the amount wrestlers take on
Yeah.
it, you think,
it's softer than you think because it always makes a horrible noise.
bonk,
Bonk.
like that. Monday Night Raw. Who's that old and broken guy? REY Mysterio. Here we go. Wow, Jack.
Thank you.
That's brutal.
Oh, yeah, it was actually quite nasty, wasn't it?
I like it.
I
Who's that old
I
and
meant because he
broken
got
guy?
beaten up.
Beaten up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not just that he's
right,
just
right.
inherently old and broken.
All
My
right.
knee.
So this was the Triple H putting his small print on it. So there were little nuances throughout the
Slight
show. We could tell there were
differences, yeah.
slight differences. The show opened, a cold open, with The Miz and Logan Paul
I thought
already
it was
brawling.
steaming hot. Whoa,
Very good.
fantastic.
In the middle of the ring, and they get separated by officials, and that's how we start the show on a hot note, with the crowd going, "Yay,
No,
fighting!"
I thought this was just like, oh, let's start off in a chaotic way. You know,
Yeah.
none of this boring promo malarkey. Let's just have a fight. A good old Donnybrook with some not Irish people. But then Aiden upstairs, I forget what the source was. Apparently they did that to stop Logan getting booed.
I was going to say yes, as we see later
Oh.
on.
Yeah.
He had to have something exciting because apparently he was talking before the show. He didn't just appear in the ring and get beaten up. He was talking, so people doing. I don't care what he has to say. Later on, we'll get into that bit where he has to talk.
I'll tell you what though, Logan Paul, the best double leg takedown I've seen since Kurt Angle.
Was pretty all right, wasn't it?
Kurt Angle. It's that amateur wrestling background. He does have an
Yeah,
amateur.
Kurt Angle 2019. Though.
It was good. It sickens me how much he looks like a wrestler. But you just got to accept it, Maffew. I know you don't want to. I don't want to, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh, right, the
He
Madison
looks
Square
and
Garden
sounds like a
fan.
wrestler. I tell you, it was sold out. It was good to see it sold out as well, I thought. That impressive where you see all three sides of the crowd.
Because I was like going, it's Madison Square Garden, right? There's been so many different events there. And I was trying to figure out like what set they were going to have for it because they have had it where WrestleMania 20, when you had the weird little mini Titantron there, because I guess someone has to be there. Other times I've had it over there with the entrance and, with the taxi at Royal 2000. And I was just like, where are we now? And then I couldn't figure it out. And obviously it's not the entire arena sold out. It's only like 3/4 of it.
Oh,
so-
was it? I thought it looked really full.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, 3/4 what they had. So
They said it was like 15,000 or something, so I don't know.
it
what-
looked like it. but-
Yeah, I don't know what the actual capacity of MSG is.
Anyway, the Bloodline come on to talk about how Roman's going to beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. The microphone breaks and Paul Heyman says, "Oh, looks like the tech guy's from New Jersey."
Oh, yes.
And you're like, "Hey,
You're the next one out the door," he says.
ah, ha,
The
ha."
first Vince McMahon reference.
And it won't be the last." Theory interrupts, but Roman belittles him, saying, "Your daddy's not here to protect you
The
anymore."
crowd went,
oh, grab my head. Oh, and then Christian shows up and went, "Yeah, he's dead."
Did he really get divorced? We'll get on to it later.
Yeah, I didn't know this.
I
as
had
well.
no idea.
AEW just giving you all the scoops on the show itself. Jay slaps Theory as the Bloodliner leave, and so he attacks him with the briefcase. Roman holds the Usos back and convinces them to leave without a fight.
this was weird
Oh.
because one of the Usos does the way on the back of the head.
Yeah.
And then Theory hit him with the briefcase.
Was that Arsenal match when they did that afterwards?
Martin Keown.
That was more of like an arm chop.
I've never seen anybody else do that maneuver.
It's a weird
situation. Yeah, but
to be fair, that was disgusting.
That was deserved though.
No.
That was funny though.
I watched that live.
I remember.
Get him.
I don't. Van Nistelrooy got his revenge though. He did.
Yeah.
He did. He scored when they beat the undefeated thing.
Yeah. And they ended the streak with the cattle. He was the cattle pro.
That's right. Where they beat either Derby County or Coventry, as applicable.
Oh man, what were we gonna?
Sorry, pal, I distracted you. Yeah, slapped him and then
Theory hit him with the briefcase, and he kind of no-sold it. I think it was Jay Uso. He hit him with it, and then he went like, "What? What are you doing?" and tried to fight him. And I was like, "Was the briefcase better?"
I hadn't thought about that.
There's nothing in it, is there? It's light.
But Madcap Moss was getting destroyed.
Every time.
I thought the biggest thing I took from this Roman promo especially was when he says, by any means necessary, something on those lines, because that always means something. You go back to Austin and Rock, I'll do anything to beat you, Rock. And he does. There's other references which I can't think of right now. I'll do anything to beat you,
who said it, Roman?
Austin. Roman today.
Yeah.
This week.
So that's why they went, don't, because we might need him to cash in and
always means something.
Bad a Brock or something.
I reckon we could see something disastrous to finally end the feud. Cattle prod, maybe.
That's one way to end a feud, yeah.
Brock getting his eyes held open by him and his spice thrown in it. That'll end the feud.
Bag of salt.
Meet Rob Brock. I don't know what I'm doing here now.
Oh no, Roman Reigns throwing a live scorpion at Brock Lesnar.
Locks him in the little treasure thing from Hook.
That'd do it.
That scarred me as a kid.
That was a horrible. Yeah, that's a horrible.
The
scene,
screams when the scorpions are dropping.
That's a child.
Didn't believe I could beat you.
That's a child's film. I can't believe that. Anyway,
we were reading an article the other day about Disney scenes that were cut because they were too graphic.
They've actually cut out scenes of being too graphic.
The one that got me the most is at the start of Tarzan. The original script or whatever the original film that they submitted to whoever or something. I don't know how it works. It had the opening scene was Tarzan's father getting dragged away by a leopard, and apparently he had like a music box, and it was playing one of the Phil Collins songs, but in the music box, like the little sort of harrowing, like "You'll be in my heart," just like little notes harrowing while he's getting dragged away by a leopard. Little baby Tarzan's there. Kids film, everybody.
So he hates leopards and Phil Collins inexplicably. Like, why do you hate this song so much?
There's a whole article out there somewhere. Like
a whole list of,
like apparently Bambi's mom's death originally was a lot more graphic than it was in the film we saw.
Wow.
Even though that was quite harrowing.
I was going to say the stuff they leave in is, leaves a mark by itself. So, Wow. What are we talking about?
Raw.
Yeah, that's right. Drew McIntyre beats Theory via DQ, and he's attacked by the Brawling Brutes. They beat him down until Lashley makes a save. And hey, it's Vince McMahonism. It's just the last time we'll see this. Instead of them ending it and going their separate ways, they decided to make it a tag match.
Oh, yes.
Lashley teams up with Drew to take on Sheamus and Theory. Big Bob submits Theory after distraction from Dolph Ziggler. Theory is super kicked by the Usos as he leaves, and Roman mockingly puts the briefcase on his chest, all nice and snug. Now, again, we're doing this thing again. But in fairness, though, for the 3 or 4 of these guys are pretty all right at the graps. So this was a pretty cool match for Raw.
Yeah,
I was all right with it.
I just don't like that Theory lost again and got pissed on again after he lost again.
Yeah.
This was the moment where it's like, that's a bit too many losses for me to now buy him as a credible world champion if he does do it on Sunday or Saturday. Sorry.
As Fred Durst said, heavy's the head that wears the crown.
I think the best case scenario for this Money in the Bank storyline is that somehow, even though they've really promised that he's going to cash in, is that it's just the same afterwards. I don't want him to lose the cash in or do it. I don't think either one's a good outcome at the minute. So I'd rather it just doesn't happen.
Yeah. 6 losses in a row on TV since you won Money in the Bank. And he got pissed on twice on this Raw by Roman and whatever happened after this match here. What did we say? Was that Roman again? No.
Yeah, it was the Usos super.
Yeah. But my move of the week happened in this match.
What was the move?
Oh my! Oh baby!
Sheamus's knee when he takes out Lashley. Lashley's running around the ring.
Oh, yeah.
And Sheamus comes out of nowhere, and it's the meat slap. That noise, sensational.
It's nice. You have to see the variation of here he comes to do the barricade.
Lovely. Delightful. Up the Sheamus. Wrestler of the year.
Wrestler of the year.
2021.
Somehow.
Lashley now has COVID. Sorry. Ziggler and AJ Styles have a chat backstage, but are interrupted by Alpha Academy. It sets up a tag match later on, which the babyfaces win.
Yeah, I just
Just a match.
yeah.
Grizzled old veterans were born here, boys. That's what I think I took away from this segment. It was a bit too random for me, for it not to go somewhere.
I think it was just a thing, just to kill some time on Raw, have these two guys together and go, remember when we were the best wrestlers on earth in 2012, 2013? And go, yeah, and have a match.
I did enjoy Gable, shades of Becky Lynch by lambasting the booking on Monday Night Raw, saying, you're just two people put together randomly. That's a load of bollocks, that. Said it just like that.
Talk about his grade point average at school.
Mm.
That's how clever he is. Give him more things.
Yeah.
Chad Gable.
I know.
Oh,
I thought you
what a
said
chance.
Shag Gable there.
I
was
would.
Like,
you know what? I may
would.
have said that, and I don't apologize.
Shag Otis as well.
Of course, just, out of respect. Rey Mysterio turns up with his family.
Oh, this
familiar
segment.
for the 20th anniversary
Oh, no, not this
of his
segment, sorry.
WWE debut. We get a lovely promo with Wherever I May Roam by Metallica playing, which I
Yeah.
thought was very, hang on, that doesn't really fit. But I went, no, you know what? He's been bloody everywhere. And I realized, even though he's been here for 20 years, he's still just a WCW guy doing something after WCW to me.
Oh,
I've
right.
never really, maybe this is really showing my age, but I've never looked at Ray and gone, even though he's been 20 years in the company, off and on, this is a WWE guy through and through. He's always been just a guy who happened to be in WWE for a very long period of time.
I think I feel like that about Booker T.
Yeah.
But for
can
Ray,
see why,
but
yeah.
I hadn't seen much of Ray in the tiny bit of WCW I caught before it folded.
See, it's big for me because when I was watching Worldwide on a Friday night, this was Filthy Animals era,
Right.
Ray. So it's very different.
That's the way you like it. Yeah. That's fair enough, but yeah, fair enough.
He drives a Maybach though. Phew. I want to know how much that car cost that you rocked up in on Monday Night Raw. Easy 300 G's, I reckon.
All right.
400 G, half and
Go
six.
On, go on.
I don't know. Maybach though, they're fancy cars. Then
Ah,
it's like the fancy Mercedes, isn't it?
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Oof.
But remember that car Bad Bunny had?
The big lorry.
No, it was a proper...
Oh, the Lamborghini.
Was it?
I think
Was it one of
so.
these ones that there's only a few in existence, and he ever sold it or gave it to someone or whatever, and he was sick of having it because it was such a rare car.
Oh,
People were
yeah.
running up to take photos and bothering him about it.
I remember reading something about that.
Yeah.
He was in Mexico or something, wasn't he, with this car?
I think it was something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
He says, I could be rid of that stupid car. This insanely expensive car.
It's Akon leading people down astray, I tell you. He used to love a Lamborghini Gallardo and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. Not for me.
Just not the same, is it? Anyway, Ray
Jacks,
cuts,
are you okay?
I've got now to add to this conversation.
Ray cuts a heartfelt promo, but the Judgment Day come out through the card for a tag match against Ray and Dom. The Mysterios win after a frog splash from Ray. And you know what? It was really awkward because the promo, Ray tried, bless him. To me, it sounded like they were putting in fake audio at certain parts.
Oh, really?
And once you hear that and go, yeah, they're piping it in, it's like, takes a bit from it. However, when they had the match, they started kicking in, and the 19,000th time they've done Eddie Guerrero tribute spots, as soon as they got the chair involved and Finn was going to do the, haha, he hit me, but then Ray went, no, he hit me, and all this, and he hit the frog splash. Those are real noises.
Yeah.
That's not the thing, so that
He
was
did the
good.
little shimmy as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, of
He'd
course,
mentioned Eddie in the promo. And lots of other people, Di Malenko and that. That's what I was good at before you started talking about cars. So I'll tell that quite personally when you're like, if you have anything to
Ray
add,
was
Jack.
like, Ray told him all the cars he's had over his
Listen,
career.
he looked a bit angry.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to look angry. I was just...
Yeah.
I thought they were going to do the turn, though, because Dom's new T-shirt was like a parody of Eddie's... Is it Goodfellas? Good Fathers? I don't know.
Scarface.
Scarface?
The black and white and red one.
Oh,
Yeah.
black and white, yeah.
It was like a sort of
Scarface,
a
yeah.
parody of that. Parody, wasn't it? So
I
I
haven't
was
seen. Dom's got a new shirt out.
like, he was wearing it. I don't know if it's specifically his.
Okay.
But he was wearing it. It had some sort of Mysterio reference on it. And I was thinking, is that... Oh, there's that... But it wasn't.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, but it wasn't.
No, well, he didn't turn on him, did he?
It's never happened.
Maybe it will. Maybe it will
I thought
happen.
he was like, oh, Eddie's my father. This is me.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, last week when you were on about Dom being worse than David Flair,
Yeah.
Which isn't true.
This wasn't the best match, though.
Yeah, but David Flair, only did it for a few years. Dom's been around forever, and he's compared to how he was at the very start with guys like Rollins and stuff. He's stayed at that level.
Well, he's just another guy now. He's like
Rush.
Ronda. The novelty's worn off.
You know what? I also think there's a lot of negativity towards him because I was one of those people that got the new WWE game and did the Rey Mysterio mode. Went, oh, this is great, this. You have to fight Eddie, and then you fight JBL, you have to go out the ring, and then do a dive very specifically. You get clips of the match. It's all good. What do you get? What do you get for the successful bunch of matches? What's the reward?
You get the dream match, Maffew.
Your dream match, of course.
What do you get?
Dominic Mysterio tag match against, I think, Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
That was the reward. And Ray starts talking like, my son. I'm like, oh, no.
He loves his son.
Yeah, but I don't.
What was it? What did he say?
Once you get
Ray
his
about
mask,
Dom? They've been down since day one.
Oh, they've been tight.
They've been tight
They've been
since day
tight.
one.
Yeah, they've been tight.
What, him and his son?
That's
yeah,
what
it's
he
just
said,
a
yeah.
weird way to refer to like they're homies now.
The biggest bit was people watching the TV backstage. I think you pointed out.
Oh, yeah. It cut to a load of, I don't know,
I
his
got
family and some people there, I guess, just come in to check the faxes. And they're all looking at TV properly.
Right. They were listening.
None of this sideways bollocks. They're all looking at the TV like you would a normal human being and cheering.
I think I made a
Triple H.
mistake when I said that Ray had said that on TV. I think he said it in an interview that him and Dom were tight, but he did say
It's still
he did
weird,
say-
though,
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
bit odd.
My son is my brother.
Whoa!
Backstage.
He's not from Sunderland.
I got an Uber the other day.
Bada bing.
And I was
Where's
like,
this going?
how's the day been? And he was like, yeah, I was going to, it hasn't been as busy as I thought, said the Uber driver, because I thought the whole metro line was closed, but it was just closed between Pelo and Sunderland, which at least stops people coming up to Newcastle from that side of the river. And because I'm a coward, I went,
Taxi drivers don't care.
Nah.
They absolutely will just say, all right, so I've not checked the waters before I've jumped in. Let's see what happens.
By the way, before we move on, when when Ray gets gifted the suit,
I was about to say, yeah, he gets the, go on.
I thought Dom seemed enamored by this, and I've taken that because I'm a hack as the catalyst for the debut of Prince Mysterio, which is apparently what they trademarked a couple of years ago. Because Dom was like, oh,
was this the Halloween Havoc?
Yeah.
attire?
Yeah, this what's the comic cartoon character that he's basically modeled
question mark man,
on?
the Riddler.
I can't remember
That's
that
not the Riddler.
Anyway, move on. But I'll
But-
come on to that. But yeah, he's in purple gear. And he went, and Ray has to yell, "Oh, great! Look at the camera."
I've been looking for that.
Eddie Guerrero, Halloween Havoc. And I was like, yeah, all right.
Well,
Go on.
But they never actually revealed that it was just some purple clothes.
The fandom,
I would love
that was
it
it.
if Dom's so like buzzing about it and then comes out in SummerSlam in like a little wizard's costume and that's what it was. Just a little hat and stuff. Like Expelliarmus. I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I tell you, it looked like a onesie though. It looked like the head mask was joined onto the rest of the body.
Ah, I
so,
see.
whoa.
That makes sense.
Could be Barney the dinosaur.
Yeah. So you went, oh yeah, the Phantom, which was a popular thing at the time. It wasn't really. It looked way better on Ray than it did in the cinemas. Bless him. And then Rhea Ripley interrupts.
In an I'm Your Poppy t-shirt, by the way.
Oh my god!
Which no one even
This could have been in a Hall of Fame somewhere. Rhea Ripley
Tom
and I'm
did.
Your Pappy.
Tom enjoyed that.
Look.
Did he?
Yeah.
Goodness me.
He wants
This
Rhea
is what they
Ripley to be his
call
pappy.
it's what they call fan service. And,
Everyone likes Rhea Ripley, right?
Oh,
Matthew likes a bit of Rhea. Tom likes a bit. Oh, no, wait. They don't like.
Look. Rhea Ripley's a very professional wrestler. She's so good at what she does. It's a lot of work.
They love
dare we treat them as
bums.
objects?
They're ass men.
But when they show up with a I'm Your Pappy shirt, it's like, okay, come on. we
Okay,
know.
fair enough.
Imagine Maurice in an I'm Your Pappy shirt though. Ding dong.
I prefer friendlier looking women. Why is that so funny, Dan?
We'll get you some of a I'm Your Mammy shirt then.
No.
What side of the fence do you want, Dan? The friendly or the women
the
being your
harsh
father
face.
shirts?
2003 Stephanie McMahon.
Whoa! That's oddly specific.
and quick as well. You didn't need to think about
wasn't
that.
even a pause.
Someone check that man's hard drive. There's a folder on there called Stephanie McMahon 2003.
Oh dear.
All grown up now. Rhea Ripley interrupts, shoves Alia. Yeah, get her. Before dragging Dom, how appropriate, in the corridor, Ray follows and it's beaten down by the rest of the Judgment Day. Priest puts it through a table. I'll say this entire segment went, half an hour? And it felt like nice and lengthy and it felt important because they gave it time. They gave all of it one big time, which I hope is a Triple H thing of, right, rather than going back and forth and playing lots of city adverts, we'll just give this all the time it deserves.
Right.
It feels like a big segment. So I thought, yeah, this mostly worked, to be honest with you. But then it was funny that there was, 20 people in that room? And Rhea's like, yoink, grabs him out and no one can stop
She
her.
beat up. Well, she shoved Aaliyah in the face, and then Dom was at her mercy. She got him by the mullet.
She does look stronger, to be fair.
She does look strong. She does.
Plus, when
Just
Aaliyah
like
got,
in the ring, Dom couldn't do anything.
when
Yeah.
Aaliyah got pie-faced, I think it took everyone out like 10-pin bowling.
Oh, yeah. It's like a Steven Seagal film.
I tell you, I took away from it though. It was a gnarly corridor scene for the first time in a while. I can't remember
yes.
the last time we sold just like a just
Oh
normal corridor.
God, they
beatdown.
cost $500,000. I think, or was it like $3 million? I don't know. What was
Kurt
it?
Angle's
yeah,
production
the
trucks.
production trucks. Yeah. Oh
They
God.
cost $18 million.
This made me think that the Mysterios are going to win on Saturday.
This got me thinking that Edge will return in place of Ray because I don't know if I mentioned later in the night as well. But he was
Wait,
properly-
instead of Ray?
Edge and Dom.
Oh, no.
And
Jeez,
Edge,
Ray's
and,
been written off.
Edge and Prince Mysterio versus the Judgment Day.
Oh, this Prince. That's the cool.
Wow, this is just a
And it would
purple.
make sense because Edge would get revenge on the stable that kicked him out.
That makes sense. Not the famous team of Ray and Edge from 02.
Tell you what
no.
doesn't make sense though
Eh.
is Edge being the catalyst for a Bray Wyatt comeback, which Andrew pitched on the pitches video.
He sits. He goes in there and he.
No,
I cry. Was that what his name? I thought Open All Hours. I forgot what his name was now. I cry.
Oh, is that what you're doing? Oh.
Yeah. But he goes in there, he takes lock off door, and then Fiend's in there.
And Ross gave it a yes, to be fair. Thought it was good.
Just an
Just
impression.
want to see the Fiend back, you know. I miss him. Or Wyatt6, as he's called now on Twitter.
Yeah.
As we sat here, I sat here last week going, him and Vince McMahon must have had a meeting.
I love you. Just no, Matthew, you wouldn't have changed his quote if you'd done that for Ross. I went.
Well, it's weird to have it from VKM, isn't it? After he's left. Go and change, brother. That's what you do, or whatever he says. Just don't believe what you read on the internet, I guess. Kids.
Yep. Bianca Belair heads the ring for a promo. Becky Lynch tries to interrupt, but Belair talks over her. So Becky attacks and they brawl. They fight over the announce table and are separated. Just getting some heat, brother.
Yeah, I mean, it was
SummerSlam.
just simple, wasn't it?
This was a criticism of Raw this week for me. Is that there was one too many just like brawls.
Lots of pull apart brawls.
But it's the
Yeah.
go home show for SummerSlam. That's what you expect.
I guess so.
They lose their effect the more you do on the card.
Yeah. Do you remember, like, Funny Animals in the Hall of Fame? Slightly diminishing returns on the. Oh. Sorry.
Woof.
He's just not said anything. I'm scared.
It's literally
I try to do a serious face
it's
then. I just try to
literally, you know when you crack a joke at school but the teacher doesn't like it.
Oh.
And he just doesn't.
Yeah.
You just the
I'm
shirt,
with
the
it. I'm with
tie.
it. I felt myself getting physically smaller. I was like, oh.
thought, I'll just stay at Jack and look really cool. I was like, no, Jack, I'm being serious. How dare you insult my duck?
I wonder if, or how, rather, maybe, they'll reference that 8-second match or whatever it was when Becky beat Bianca at last year's SummerSlam. Are they going to tell a story?
That's the starting point.
That is
of
the
it,
story
though,
there
yeah.
that said last time. Like, Becky's like, this is my comeback.
So will they do a spot at the start? Because they've done it previously
Oh,
where there was
God,
the
yeah,
handshake at Mania and then it, whoa, whoopsie dee.
It's will the reference
Whoopsie-dee.
WrestleMania? Be, I
Oh,
think.
whoopsie dee.
Whoopsie-dee.
What's that?
Will they reference WrestleMania because that's where the story ended? But now they're doing
But
it
now
again.
it's back.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like Bianca's forgotten that she beat Becky and she got revenge. So I need to get revenge again. 2-1.
You know when you go to a local takeaway or something, you know there's plenty of stuff on the menu, but you just go, you know what? I'll order the same thing I had last time. You stick with it because it tasted so good. I think that's why we're having this again.
It was good. It was a good match.
Yeah. I know there's other stuff there, but I think I'll have it again.
I'll have the Logan Paul, please.
Alexa Bliss beats Doudrop, despite interference from Nikki ASH.
Take that, Dewdrop. You're rubbish. No, Dewdrop used to squash people.
Yeah.
What's happened?
Lily, wait.
Just a match.
Alexa says she doesn't need Lily, and Lily doesn't need her. And if I'm saying if that's the case, get rid of Lily. Right?
But when Lily's not there, that's when the evil comes back. We all know the rules of Lily. Oh.
We've heard the Lily Law.
Apparently, it's number one on WWE Shop, she said as well, which I think is a sad commentary on you, the professional wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Dom's Mysterio, Guerrero, Scarface, Godfather, Goodfellas tribute shirt is number 2.
Imagine if he made that himself. Look how cool this is, Paul.
That's what Ziggler did with his merch. Logan Paul calls out The Miz, but gets Maurice instead with a purse shaped like balls. Maurice defends her husband's balls until Miz arrives with his balls. He says that at SummerSlam, Logan won't get reality TV star Miz. He'll get Grand Slam champ Miz, which he is.
Yeah.
Maurice tries to slap Logan's mic away, which would have made her a face. So she says she has bigger balls than Miz.
Logan
Ciampa-
says she has bigger balls. Yeah.
So Ciampa attacks from behind and helps Miz beat Logan down. Miz hits the skull crushing finale, and then his sign falls on top of Logan.
There's a lot to unpack with this
There
segment.
certainly is. We'll get the obvious bit. Logan Paul, they gave him the mic in front of a Madison Square Garden crowd after they had the brawl to start off the show with The Miz. David Copperfield couldn't hide the fact that he was getting booed and heckled the entire time he was trying to speak, even with Maurice and Balls and Miz and Balls.
I really-
They
I
tried to
really-
do everything they could to sweeten the audio, and it just wasn't working.
I really admire Maffew for ignoring the dominant discourse of the day, which is that Logan Paul's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I thought
and
he
sticking
smashed
to
his
his
brother.
guns.
No. I admire Jack for the Roddy Piper thing. If you
Change the questions.
Yeah, that's
Answers.
exactly what he's doing. He's been a fan
I
of his.
thought
Roddy
he-
Piper said, "I've not said anything about his in-ring work. In fact,
Yeah.
against everything that I stand for, had to say he looked very good at WrestleMania, and he does have that heel charisma. I'm saying pushing him as a face.
It's not going to work.
In front of wrestling fans,
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden, the mecca of wrestling, as they would say. Not sure that's relevant anymore, but it used to
Especially when
be.
he mentioned his brother as well.
And his brother,
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
about as likable as Mugabe, and all this other stuff. It's not going to. I know he's mega popular. People, because again, people still go, "Why do you on Logan Paul?" I'm saying we still don't know if that's going to translate to a wrestling audience. I know he's more popular than Christ on YouTube and TikTok. I know who he is, but is that going to work? Is there the crossover that they're wanting and expecting?
Well, if they just let him
and
be...
then at Madison Square Garden, not yet. There isn't. As a heel, yeah.
I was gonna say,
fair play to
let him be a heel.
As a face,
Is it because he
Yeah.
wants to be a face?
Yeah.
Well, that's stupid.
That was the story.
Yeah.
That was the story. That's why the thing happened after the match at WrestleMania, because he had it written into his deal or whatever.
I
that you
think
wanna be a
Miz knew
face.
that he'd get cheered for turning on Logan Paul because he jumped into the front row after he'd done it. He was like, "Yes, guys!" And then everyone went, "Yes, the Miz."
and there were cheers here as well after he hit the skull crush.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
more
yeah.
time.
That's why he
One
needs to
more
face
time.
Happy Corbin. That's the only guy who'll get him cheered.
Right. That's step two. If Miz can't get him, like doing that, Baron Corbin will. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, in terms of in-ring stuff,
Yeah.
it did some of the stuff he did annoyingly look. The Three Amigos he did look better than Finn Balor's, and I hate I have to say that.
Yeah.
So again, you tease and prod me. You leave me and my Logan Paul opinions alone.
Maurice's promo was god awful, but there
It was
was
supposed to be,
a
wasn't it?
big thing to take away from it. I thought that the average male testicle size is between 1.8 and 2 inches, and the Miz doesn't fit into that bracket. So the question is, do we fit into that bracket?
I don't know.
Because the Miz then said we all measure our testicles.
Haven't measured my
I've
testicles.
never measured my testicles. Have you got the tape measure up?
Should we just come
When you
back?
said that in our new segment.
Should we just come back next week? I think now's a good time to bring up the Dick Whisperer, Dan.
What?
Wait.
Maybe not. Maybe
Remember
not.
how
Maybe
the
not.
camera's
Maybe
throwing
not.
up the X.
The Dick
Maybe not,
Whisperer.
maybe
Dick
not, maybe
Whisperer.
not. Dan, okay, he's giving me the nod. Dan reckons. Well, Dan had quite a lot of drink at the Christmas party. This was, I believe, last year. Started to claim that he could tell what a man's penis size was without having to say it. That's right. What a power that is. So there we go.
The Dick Whisperer.
That was one of the many conversations happening at the Christmas party. I didn't overhear this because, you know, like in Red Dead Redemption when there's a party mission where you just walk around and just hear bits. I just heard a bit of it, and then the next day I was like, what was that Dick Whisperer bit about? And yeah, that's Dan's power. He knows.
You know, there's bits in Bond films where it goes, right, I'm in the party. They think I'm one of them. Okay, Bond, keep your audio listening. Just listen in. Like, secret arms deals. Robert Mugabe. And have you heard that? I can tell a man's penis size just by talking to him. Bond's like,
Yeah. Don't know how he can do
Bond,
it.
he's getting away. No, I've got to listen to this. What did that guy just say?
I don't know how he does it.
Can you really do that with such a drunken
No, he
comment?
can't do that.
What's that
What's
based on? What's that based on?
Touching them.
Oh, is this the thing? Yeah.
No, he doesn't. No, it's without. That's the very point. He doesn't need to.
Many lawsuits.
Of all the things to say, no, we can't say that on the podcast. We can't.
You know, the news Dan has sold
Literally can't say
300,000
that.
shares of Cultaholic stuff.
Literally. Thank you, Dan. We'll leave you dick whispering alone now.
Back on track, though. I like the moment where The Miz said he taught Logan Paul everything he knows, but not everything Miz knows.
I always like that line.
That's good for a wrestler to say.
Yes.
But then again, that one too many unhinged brawl things comes around because there was another one here.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. And again,
Yes.
then the sign fell on him.
What sign?
They had like the Logan Paul show starring Logan Paul. or
Oh,
whatever,
right.
And they beat him up and like, bang, and then it just went,
Yeah.
He's a natural wrestler, Logan Paul. One of the greatest ever
natural
to live.
bad guy. Natural bad guy. And yeah, fair play to him. Paul number 1 was on the Monday Night Raw poster, one side of Madison Square Garden. Paul number 2, he's fighting Hassan Rahman. It's like, well, that's amazing. Junior. He's fighting the son of the guy who sparked out Lennox Lewis.
Can that guy?
How old's the guy? Yeah.
He doesn't have a Wikipedia page, so I don't think it's going to go for where you're
I watched a bit of Freddie Flintoff's cricket documentary on BBC iPlayer recently. And it's a heartwarming story and everything.
Yeah.
But there was a bit that reminded me of that where the team gets a win.
Oh, yeah.
And they've beaten this local team who've been playing for a few years now. The main team, Freddie's team, are between like 15 and 18 years old. And some of them got behavioural problems and stuff. It's very heartwarming that cricket's brought them all together. And none of them even liked cricket at the start. Apart from this ringer who's this Afghan lad who comes in and can bowl fast. But apart from that, Freddie sees him and you just see him like dollar signs.
Yeah.
But most of them aren't very good and they win this match. And then I was watching it with Bethany and I was like, she was like, oh, that's so nice. And I was like, it hasn't shown the other team very clearly. I swear they're all like a foot shorter than the kids. And then afterwards, Freddie's like, yeah, these lads have done really well. And yeah, they were a few years younger than them. And I'm like, oh, they were children. They beat a team of 10-year-olds.
Shocking.
That's like Tom on Twitch today. Brought in his nephew.
What?
His nephew's on Twitch.
Really?
Yeah.
What was he beating at Sonic?
His actual nephew walked upstairs. Because I started making a joke on the news this morning that Tom Campbell has taken this child hostage.
God.
And then he walked in upstairs. Tom's good lady was like, oh yeah, we saw the news.
How old is his nephew?
Between the ages of 7 and 10, I reckon.
Oh, he is a child?
Yeah.
I thought you meant he was going to walk in 25. Oh, he laughed.
No, he walked in. No, he's apparently watches the channel.
Oh, lovely.
Didn't catch his name, no.
Oh. Do you listen to this?
But he was lambasting me. He's like, you called me a monster. I was like, no. I was like, no, young child. I called the monster who had abducted you a monster. Tom Campbell's a monster.
Tom Campbell is a monster.
Yeah, he messaged saying we can't do the Cultaholic Classic SmackDown things. Oh, that's a shame. Why? Well, my nephew's up. And I'm like, all right. I'm thinking, Tom's really well organized. He'd usually know that. And he said, yeah, we asked if we could look after him for the weekend. And he went, great, we'll bring him on Wednesday.
Party animals, that.
Which is like, wait, hang on. The weekend.
The weekend starts on Wednesday.
Right.
Apparently so. Anyway, Jeff Jarrett keeps the Usos and Street Profits separated backstage. Good job, Double J. And this
segment, red herring. So no, what's the thing people say on Twitter? Whether it's a dangerous sign about somebody's
red flag.
Red flag. That's the one. Red flag.
Sorry.
Jarrett's been brought in to call this thing down the middle. Yet he said, "Keep it together, lads. Keep the peace now because I'll remember it come Sunday." So he's going to allow what happens on Raw to affect his calling of the match.
Well, you
on
shouldn't
Sunday.
be doing that.
It's disgusting.
It is.
Charles Robinson wouldn't do that.
No.
Yeah.
Bull.
I'm worried now about the prospect of shenanigans in this match.
Oh God! If Jeff Jarrett joins the Bloodline.
Yeah, well, he joined the Bullet Club. He joined the Bullet Club.
Smartest man in the history of
now
wrestling.
you've said it.
NWO member, Bullet Club member,
Four Horsemen.
Debatable, for the sake of this, Bloodline member.
Main Event
My
Mafia?
God.
Was he in the Main Event Mafia or not? I don't know.
No, I genuinely
He
have
might
to
not
check.
have been in the Main Event Mafia.
I don't think he would be. You know what? Maybe he was.
Maybe he was. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's just say yes.
Kings of Wrestling.
Saw a bit of that again the other day when Kevin Nash and Booker T are the commentators. I'm Black Snow. It's so good. Then he gets in the ring and starts beating people up while he's commentating. Booker T's in the ring. He's a bad man. He boots Xavier Woods and goes, oh.
Look, it was inconsistent, but once those lads settled down and went, oh, look, Booker T was going to airports at that point, apparently. And people go, wow, Booker T, why did you retire from wrestling? He's like, I'm on the pay-per-view tomorrow. I'm headlining. So once those guys settled in and just got, let's have a laugh here.
Yeah. I watched it because the wonderful Deadlock podcast covered it. And their coverage of it was hilarious.
Deadlock are great.
They're really good.
There are other podcasts.
They're like OSW, but American.
Yes. So they're less racist. In the main event, Roman and the Usos beat Riddle and the Street Profits in a 6-man tag. Seth Rollins arrives afterwards to stomp Riddle on the ring steps. A bit too hard there, pal.
Yeah, he's
And
talked himself out, or he's stomped himself out of a paycheck.
Yeah. Stomped himself into a shoot, brother.
Yes, he has.
Montez Ford's extra bit of sassiness was good here. He just kept going for Reigns, didn't he? Seeing who was the big dog in the match and just going for him. And when they got in the ring together, that's how big he is now, Tez, because he wasn't that much smaller than Roman. And Roman's massive.
Yeah, he's bulked up. I don't know. Pretend I know anything about muscles.
Yeah.
He is a big boy.
Some of Michael Elgin's protein powder. Which apparently there was an update saying it wasn't stealing protein powder. Apparently that's just been an ongoing recurring joke with wrestlers who know him.
Did he steal his protein powder?
That maybe just came out of nowhere.
We're not in the inner circle,
But then
guys.
he definitely has or did something that required police attention.
All right.
But it hasn't been confirmed what it is yet. So
So
people
everyone's
put two and
gonna-
two together and gone, he stole protein. But like, no, he doesn't. We just do that as a joke. But he did have police
Restless
interaction.
humor is stupid, man. It's like when you're at school and someone's
Of
not
course it
there
is.
and the teacher goes, "Where's Jamie?" And someone goes, "Oh, he's dead, huh?" That's literally what that joke is. That's
Yeah.
what they've done.
Yeah, in-jokes are silly, aren't they? You bunch of diddlers.
Oh.
Anyway, NXT 2.0, a.k.a. the promotion of the half year. I haven't checked the Cultaholic Facebook page or anything like that. Has there been much reaction to that? Or
The comments was saying, I saw one, and I assume it was left before the reveal that Ross and you had both picked NXT 2.0 as promotion of the half year. But someone went, so sad that Ross didn't pick an NXT gimmick for gimmick of the half year. But I assume that was before they'd carried on the video and realized,
okay.
he
That was
did
the
pick
because
sort
last
of
time we
thing,
did the other one, people like say, thinking there's going to be these crazy reactions or whatever. And people are like, nah, Sheamus is a good lad. He is wrestler of the year. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, that was my reaction. And it wasn't the reaction of the Brew Crew. They
That's
were
why I
aghast
liked
as
it.
well.
I thought, it's interesting, isn't it?
F the Brew Crew.
No, the Brew Crew were on
Look,
my
the
side.
Sheamus.
Well, if
They were on my
Jarrett
side
joins
then.
the Brew Crew next,
No. I
Smart
nominated
man wrestling.
Bryan Danielson, one of the finest wrestlers in the world that year.
who?
And also one who
Had a
missed
gap.
over half
It
the
was
year.
the guy who Sheamus beat in 18 seconds.
He's got that teacher schedule where he takes
You know
6
what?
weeks off.
Nominate Stone Cold Steve Austin for Wrestler of this year. That's comparable.
No, Ross. Bryan Danielson
Yeah.
had a wonderful build to Mania, a wonderful Mania main event.
Then he went away.
6 weeks
then he
holiday.
had, then he had
with
some
the
wonder-
Maldives.
Then he had some
Aye.
wonderful matches on SmackDown
He had one, didn't he? He had the go away match, and that was it.
against Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
What a match it was. Then he came to AEW and had more wonderful
Yeah,
matches.
so he worked in his tan, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
That's
was
right.
wrestler.
And what did Sheamus do from
He had-
January
he
to
had-
December? Banger, banger, banger,
Three
banger,
and a
banger.
quarter star match after 3.25 star.
And what a 3.5-star match it was. Zoe Stark cuts a promo about her return from injury and becoming the #1 contender. She's interrupted by Cora Jade, boo hiss, and they argue for a while before being interrupted by Toxic Attraction. Stark wants her title shot tonight, but she'll wrestle Gigi Dolan instead, who says she's going to put Zoe back on the shelf. Later backstage, Sarai asks Mandy for a title shot, but gets a normal singles match next week instead.
And I don't care which one of you I get,
Hmm.
the schoolgirl or the powerful superhero. I would care which one I got. That was Mandy.
Yeah.
I've got to say, as much as I like heel Cora Jade, she felt a bit redundant in this opening segment.
Yeah.
Do you
She's
think so,
clinging
yeah?
on. I think that's the point, isn't it? Because she's on about people stealing her moment.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
that's
yeah.
her clinging on everybody. I really enjoyed Mandy's promo in the opening segment where she was like, I'm going to become the 4th longest reigning women's champion in NXT
She
history.
was about to
No, I
overtake.
thought she was.
I thought she was about. I think she
Today.
She overtook.
Oh, all right,
she was about to
today.
overtake
Right.
Paige, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
She's like, bye, Charlotte.
Who else? Asuka.
Bye, Rhea.
We've got Asuka
She's
left.
the 4th longest.
Bailey might have had it for a while.
I can't remember. Should we get them up and have a look?
Yeah,
Let's
I reckon.
see who the longest.
Whilst we see the other bit of wrestling.
I reckon.
Also,
on,
Cora
sorry.
did a people really happy to see you. Not
Way,
90s thing.
she's
I said, no
mugged her
wonder
off.
Jack loves her, my notes.
What do you mean? That's a funny gag.
Days
And
recognised.
also, I don't love her. Ross said this one time.
That's because the skate
It's on these in jokes. You stole protein powder for one time.
So Asuka's longest reigning 522 recognised
course,
days.
yeah.
Shayna Baszler 416 recognised days. Io
Is it that
Shirai.
lot? Oh, yeah, actually, that was a big one. Yeah.
Io Shirai 304.
Oh, okay.
Is this for a single reign or is this combined? Because
No, go down. Go down to the. There.
that's combined. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's
right,
these
fix
are
that,
these are
that's good.
single reigns, aren't they? Io Shirai 304
What, you still
days.
going on by the single reign?
That's how you do longest reigning, isn't it?
I thought she was going to cumulative reign.
Oh, was
No,
she?
no, no,
No,
that's
you do
all right.
singles, don't you? Yeah, she is.
Days recognised, don't click that.
I did click that, you
clicked it
bitch.
There you go.
There she is there, tucked away in 4th currently. Just overtaken Paige by today.
Okay.
This was a Chucky's Choice Trick or Street Fight match. That's how she won it.
That's right.
Bloody Chucky, yeah?
Oh.
Spawning the longest reigning NXT Women's Champion of all time.
Oh.
Who did she beat?
Raquel, was it?
Oh.
No, that was Stand Deliver Night 1. Let's get them in order.
Wow, I can't remember this.
Do, 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 do. Raquel,
Oh, Raquel.
Oh.
Smiling Raquel.
before she found her smile.
Yes.
And her back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grayson Waller beats Wes Lee after interference from Trick Williams.
Bloody trick.
Anybody else? This is my take from this. Have you ever noticed how big Grayson Waller's eyebrows are? They are massive.
Matthew picking physical flaws in people like
I
that.
know, it's
He's a-
disgusting.
He's got
All right, Kevin.
two clothes hangers hanging above his
Like
eyes.
Charlie from Busted.
They're gigantic eyebrows.
Hey, that's a good thing to have, a gigantic eyebrow.
Good for him.
Especially when you're a wrestler.
They're
'cause
not too big than too small.
it'll catch all the sweat when you're doing the physical
Oh,
activity.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's like William Regal commentary, that.
Oh, well, wow.
I know a big eyebrow when I see one. They're not that bad.
You see him in
They're
motion.
barely visible.
Get a gif.
I think we should start calling Wesley after the second half of this match Genichiro Lee. Because the strikes on show
no.
were so
This
strong.
isn't allowed.
We're so strong.
You can't do this, Ross. It's not fair.
So strong.
Oh. Yeah, that was good, that. Ooh, why don't we call him Jumbo Lee then?
Why not, eh?
That rolls off the tongue, yeah.
Or Wes Tenryu.
Let's call him Mitsuharu Lee. 'Cause he's
He was
class.
slapping him. But I think it's a dangerous precedent, right, in this madhouse that is NXT, the arena where they are. It hasn't got a name, has it, anymore? It's not the CWC anymore.
The shed.
The Shed. I think it's a dangerous precedent to set having angles like this one with Trick Williams play out because it gives the fans, the real fans, not plants, real fans in the arena, the license to do something similar, to don a pair of big comedy boxing gloves and batter someone in the back of the head at ringside.
I like when interferences are dressed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, in both literally and metaphorically dressed up a little bit. There's just a little difference in the running, and I like that.
It was a good angle. But I just think it sets a dangerous precedent.
Yeah.
The Trick and Carmelo do different things. I've never seen the rubbing alcohol used as a weapon before, and that sort of stuff.
What came first? That of AEW? Let's stoke this.
Who did
fire.
that in AEW? Like?
What, rubbing
Eddie
alcohol?
Kingston, wasn't it? In the
Did he?
Blood and Guts?
Well, isn't that the same as Ether? Because Ether's been around for decades.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Ether's been around. Oh, right.
Oh, he released it in like '96.
Chloroform.
Nas. Well.
Very
Oh,
good.
sorry. I knew because it was a '90s reference that you'd.
Well,
Yeah.
damn it. You got me
Although
banging
it
right
was,
there,
it
pal.
was probably in about like 2000 that he released it.
Yeah. Anyway, backstage, Jad talk about how Joe Gacy has opened their eyes, which is funny because they've both got a dodgy contact lens.
You
each.
have opened our eyes.
I could see him dying.
Was Zach?
Zach.
Rip, sorry, Rip.
Backstage, the dead. It's one letter off for being the dead.
We have crossed over into a road of existence and inclusion in a community where we can now be recognized.
Oh,
Now, I would like to think what Zach Gibson would say to someone if he was facing someone who said that to him.
right.
The only community you belong to is Community Creations on 2K22, la.
And the latest Pornhub Reddit.
We're from Wales now.
It's not like the other scout, the lad I used to live with at uni. I thought he sounded slightly Jamaican when he would speak about where his season ticket was at Anfield.
Right.
At the top of the cop, at the end of the row. That's
Where
how
was
it
he from?
Liverpool. That's how it came out of his mouth.
Top of the cup.
Top of the cup, end of the row.
Gacy says that Cameron Grimes lost an important father figure, but Gacy can be a new father figure to him if he joins the schism and then Christian shows up and says something. I don't know. Can't read these notes.
That's the best thing Gacy's ever said. It's the thing that's made most sense about him since the start. The fact that in real life, Grimes' father has passed away, so he wants to be the new father figure. That's the only redeemable feature about Joe Gacy.
At least we now know a motive. He's trying to manipulate him.
At least it makes some sense. It's still rubbish.
It is rubbish, yeah. Sooner it dies, the quicker.
God, I feel so sorry for Grizzled.
So do I. Well, so does James Drake.
No, I feel sorry for James
that's not
Drake as
fair.
well.
I thought that was the most charismatic he's ever seen.
It was, but
Stop it.
he never needed to be.
But he's next to Gibson. What's he going to do?
I know it's Gibson I feel bad for.
Rip.
Really, yeah, Rip
What?
Fowler.
Hey, all right.
In the locker room, Ariana Grace is complaining to other baddies about being eliminated from last week's Battle Royal by Indy Hartwell. Indy arrives and tells Grace, "This ain't ballet," or, in Ariana's case, a beauty pageant.
Because Ariana Grace, said that she previously won a beauty pageant.
Yes, and then later they have a match which Indy wins.
And Ariana Grace went, because she's right when she was reading.
Oh, is that her daughter?
That's his daughter.
I had no idea.
When
Thank you for explaining that.
she's fancied doing the Cobra.
Yeah.
When she was reading, when she was doing a promo backstage, watching on the iPad the Battle Royal, sounded very much like she was reading from a script. I think she needs a bit of polish to her promo game.
That could be half the people on this show, but I agree with you.
But
she
her dad
was
was so funny.
Yeah.
That was his whole thing.
You can't teach that.
She's the Dominic Mysterio of NXT 2.0.
Oh.
I thought she was the female Joe Gacy. Me speaking about Indy bringing in a negative vibes or whatever she said.
Mhm.
No, none in that
She's-
safe space.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
This was the most developmental match of the NXT 2.0 era for me, though. The one that felt the most like watching a training match at the PC.
Which is fine.
Yeah, they're both young, aren't they?
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting Indy getting a victory after it feels like a lot of losses.
She bounced back well
Yeah.
after the
I
last
thought
legend.
she was going to lose this one as well.
Yeah, I thought she was on the way out, but maybe this is Triple H going, whoa, hold your horses.
She
Yeah.
was part of the way. You
Is
can't
it
get
too
rid of
late
her.
to get Johnny back? No.
Just everyone else has gone.
Theories
from the way.
where? He's in the main event.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Apollo Crews.
Hey,
beat-
what an angle that is, eh? If it is Gargano, you know,
Oh, yes.
his son has ascended to be Mr. Money in the Bank. He comes in, slaps him about a bit,
Come Saturday.
like any good dad would.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Thank you for that. Apollo Crews beats Zion Quinn in a singles match. It's very all-right.
Oh, he's boring as out, isn't he?
I'll try to be nice.
That
Yeah,
lad, right? I feel like when I was the basketball captain at Josephine Butler College 2013 to 14 season, and at the Freshers Fair, whenever a tall lad walked in, I'd be like, we want to get him on the basketball team. And then sometimes a tall lad has a go and is bad. That's how I think they felt about Zion Quinn. He's got everything. He looks amazing. He's big. He's muscular. He's handsome. But he's just not very interested. He can't play basketball, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He's a 7-footer who can't dribble
yeah. That's
or do post moves, I should say.
That's a very good comparison.
Thank you.
That's more interesting than the match. So well done, you, Jack.
Basketballs do not hold grudges,
That's right. We all know that.
And-
I've got on a poster at home.
but Zion Quinn does in a really boring manner. When he was just the methodical nature of his offense, I was about to say there.
Yeah.
Really boring, just plodding around the ring. I'm glad Apollo won.
But he's got all the bits he can't teach. So he can be... There's still a chance for Zion Quinn.
It's like he says he's got the X factor, but I don't think
Ow.
he would get past the judges' houses.
Oh. Also, I'm pretty sure he was supposed to convert the crossbody into a spinning Samoan drop, but
Yeah.
instead, he got hit with a crossbody and then got up before Apollo Crews.
Yes.
To be
then
fair,
take
though,
a move and then lose anyway.
Run it
Apollo
straight.
is massive. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to try and catch Apollo Crews.
I think you watched Giovanni last week and went, I can do that.
There's a
And
man with
there
the
you
X
go.
factor. The XXX
XXX.
factor.
Oh. Actually, Wade.
Saucy.
Solo Sikoa wants a Falls Count Anywhere match with Come Tuesday next week. Later, Robert Stone declines a challenge, but Come says no and agrees to it.
Almost every...
Also says,
Doesn't just
I
say
don't
that,
give
though.
a beep that Oliver Cromwell has left. I'm going to accept this match. Come.
Almost every time, every week, I write Von Wagner. Matthew's really consistent and saying come Tuesday instead.
Just auto-corrects him, man.
Yeah.
I've written down his promo verbatim again because I was shocked how he pronounced every single word perfectly. Stone, what the hell are you doing? Oh, with that. Ooh, stop it. Don't look up there. Stone, what the hell are you doing? We are not declining anything. If she wants to go and be a model, good for her. I don't give a S. Solo, after last week, I am the street champ. If you want your crown back, come and get it next week.
Yes.
It's just how he says doesn't try
I
and
am-
make it flow like a human would. Just
I am the street champ. I like that.
Yeah.
He's the street champ.
It's the way he says it though with his voice. I know I
Okay.
can't really take the piss out of people's voices, but I'm going to.
Yes, we can.
I can't. Me personally, I can't. Terrible voice, me. But it's like
Got a beautiful voice. Shut up.
street champ. This little bit impediment just made it even worse. Never let him talk. It was all good, and Rob was saying he knocked out his American football coach for taking him out the game. That was good, but then Cum started speaking, it went off the rails.
It's when we have a
forward to this-
manager and then the guy speaks anyway.
Quite looking forward to the street fight.
Oh, I hope Solo batters him.
No.
Yeah,
he
Just
will.
street champ.
He's the street champ.
Taking the piss out of speech impediments now. Look what you've done to me.
Me?
You're taking the piss out of Grayson Waller's eyebrows. You give me
I
license
just
to
point
do
out
this?
how impressively big they were.
They weren't even that big, were they?
Who's
Massive.
normal eyebrows?
Watch
Well,
next
that
week. Pay
picture
more
anyway.
attention
Oh,
next
well,
week.
next
You
week
see
I'll
them
say
things.
yeah.
Grayson Waller's a handsome man.
I would say he's a handsome man.
Maffew doesn't agree.
No.
Fair enough.
But I don't want to be too negative. It's all those horrible things you said about cum. We have to be- Zoe Stark beats Big Match Dolan. Manny Rose tries to attack her afterwards, but Zoe fights her off. Cora Jade hits Stark with a kendo stick, but Roxanne Perez makes the save. Later backstage, Perez introduces Alundra Blaze, who gives her a trash can. Oh, that's right, because Alundra Blaze, the only thing she ever did in wrestling was bin the WWF Women's title on Nitro. Perez retrieves Cora's discarded title and hands both belts to Blaze, who announces a 4-team title match for next week. Toxic Attraction versus Ivy Nile and Tatum versus the Cowie Girls versus Valentina and Yulissa.
No Roxanne.
AKA the winners. They're going to win.
Do you reckon?
No.
Sanga's
No, I
lasses?
really don't know.
He gave them a pep talk?
I think that Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxton might win.
That's the interesting pick.
If he's at ringside, they're going to win.
Why was Roxanne so willing to give the titles away? She didn't walk away from the team.
Yeah, I don't.
I didn't like that.
She should just
Yeah,
be looking
I
for a
agree.
new partner.
Yeah, look for a new partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold auditions like the X Factor.
Yeah.
Roxanne's house.
Zion's there. He's not going past judges' houses.
I can see what they were trying to do with like Alundra going sort of like, I've learned from the errors of me ways back in the 90s. It's taken this long, but I finally got there. It didn't land though, did it?
They did that in the Hall of Fame. It's done and dusted with.
Aye. But back to that match.
whatever.
Zoe Stark, pound for pound, got to be up there with the best athlete in the game.
Ooh.
That finish is amazing. I don't know how she does it.
She was pushed quickly when she started. They clearly see something in Zoe Stark.
She's got no crack, has she? No banter.
Maybe she just calls herself Zoe Starks. Yeah. I received no backlash last week for saying that Ricky Starks, I didn't think he was as charismatic as other people do. And since then, this week he's had an absolute blinder and I feel
I
stupid.
can't believe you said that.
I know, yeah.
You with your fully functioning eyes, ears, and mouth
Yeah, I
said
know.
that.
I know.
Bless you. Don't worry, I'll say 3 things as stupid as that later on. So, yeah. I think Gigi Dolan's underrated.
Yeah, she is good.
Yes. Yes, she is good. And JCJ and Ross pointed out recently that she's improved a lot, and I agree.
Yeah, for the longest time for me, it was Mandy, Gigi, and the other one. And now she's earned her stripes.
Yes, she has. She's
Hey.
paid her dues in our eyes, kids.
I respect you, kid. We're all Triple H now after like losing via roll up. Good one. We get a video package of Wendy.
Such a relatable segment. We've all been there. We've all woken up on the wrong side of the bed, got out and stubbed our toe on the bed frame.
Video package of Wendy Chu having nightmares about losing to Tiffany Stratton. I have nightmares about watching her matches as well. She wakes up.
Whoa, hey, whoa.
That's what it says here.
Wendy or Tiffy Stratty on about there?
Tiffany Stratton.
Nightmares about Tiffy Stratton's matches. She's been wrestling for a year.
It doesn't say that there. He's pretending.
I can't believe Jack typed that.
No, I thought you said. I thought this was you speaking, not
I
Jack.
didn't
No, I
type
would never
that.
say something
You've
like that. It's
fallen for
offensive
his-
in your
he's
No, but I'm
lying.
saying, is this how you
proximity.
feel?
Is it-
I
it
know,
is. I haven't typed
I
that.
know Jack hasn't typed
Thank
it.
you.
I'm saying, is this how
Damn
you
it.
feel?
I thought you were following for my ruse.
No, I'm
You
saying
nearly
how
did.
this is. No, I didn't.
No.
No, I'm directing this. I'm not looking down here. I'm looking at you in the eyes, son. Is this how you feel about Tiffy Stratton?
No.
Oh, thank God for that.
I have nightmares about dying, not Tiffany Stratton.
I had a nightmare last
She then.
night.
What? Oh, what happened?
Oh, it was really dark. I don't want to get into it.
You
But
brought
I
it
just
up.
had one last night. I
Was it
genuinely
as
did.
dark as Tarzan's father getting dragged away by a leopard?
I'd say it was one rung below
Yeah, the night.
that. There were no deaths, but it was disturbing. Like, I didn't like it.
What happened to Mango and Chutney?
No, it wasn't anything to do with Mango and
Oh.
Chutney. No.
Gives a hint.
Anyway, it was someone I knew from uni.
Yeah.
And then a wrestler, actually, who I won't mention. And it was just awful. There was lots of violence. Like, it was bad.
A wrestler. being
I'll
a
just
big
say who it was, right? It was what's he called? Devlin, JD McDonough. He was
You want a
battering-
nightmare about John Devlin
Honestly,
being
I
up your
did.
mate?
Yeah, genuinely.
In what way? Did he headbutt him or what?
Probably broke him down like a mannequin, as he says he did.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Anyway, we'll carry on. Yeah, it was really weird. Man.
I've never had a wrestler like
No, I know.
I mean, that's my reality one day. but
How'd you watch NXT before last night?
It might have been 2 nights ago. It was whenever I watched NXT.
My God,
this
his
week.
segments are working.
Yeah, I think so. Literally gave me a nightmare. I woke
Wow.
up, but it was like darker
Nightmare on Elm Street.
It was darker than I'm willing to like talk about on the. It was,
Oh my
it was awful.
God.
It was really bad. Yeah.
Human centipede bad.
Oh, not
no, it
again,
wasn't. It
please.
lacked like the sort of depraved element of a human. Anyway, let's just carry on.
Speaking of which, JD McDonough cuts a promo from the crowd.
And it traumatized me.
And this is almost as bad as a nightmare. He warns a fan, eat your popcorn slowly in case he chokes. Also, you're fat. Then talks about the timekeeper's hammer and how easy it is to use as a weapon. Also, you're fat. He tells Wade Barrett he has years of calcium deposits on his hands from bare knuckle boxing and wonders if Vic Joseph has soft bones and hasn't been in many fights. Braun Breaker eventually comes out to confront him, so JD hits him with a headbutt. Braun hits one of his own. JD bleeds from the mouth and smiles.
That's a weakness, that. He got head...
Oh,
no. Oh, no. Yeah, I forgot about this.
The sick Irish freak. I, Maffew Gregg, famously hate the Irish and everything they stand for.
Yeah, he does. After writing that, I was like, actually, is Maffew of Irish descent?
No.
Oh, you're not? Oh, I thought you might be.
Well, not anymore. After that. Oh, God.
Yeah. It was weird how he bled from the mouth after being headbutted in the torso, wasn't it?
Well, you see him put the blood capsule in, don't you? Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
When Bron Breaker's music hits, I think he thinks the camera's cut to Bron Breaker. You see him go. But I can see what they're trying to do with JD McDonough, trying to make him like the creepy sort of pervy bone expert, and I know how to break down the body because I know it so well. But he's that rubbish of an actor at this stage of his career. It doesn't work for anybody apart from Jack, clearly, who has nightmares about it.
It worked on me.
I thought he was terrible in this segment. I can see what they're trying to do, but I don't think he's the guy to do it.
I was rattled, clearly.
Hey, American eating popcorn, you're fat. You're like, oh, all right. Because you're supposed to be both like Top Gun, JD with his car, and he's also
pervy doctor.
Yeah,
like
Dexter.
So have they got rid of the Dublin Playboy thing now?
Well, no, because he rocked up in a nice car, and he was like, I've bought a ticket to sit in the crowd. And then they come back from break and he's got a microphone.
He's the cool serial killer. Hey, how you doing? There he is at the gym. Listen to the cool new tracks on iTunes. Kills a dude.
Why'd he buy a ticket? What's he got?
He's on the brand.
To cover his tracks. Because he's a cool serial killer, JD McDonough.
I don't know why he needed a ticket to go, you're a fat lad eating popcorn, you. Careful now. Lots of Americans die eating popcorn every year.
I was weird that.
Why did he need to buy a ticket to say that?
So he could walk out the crowd cockily as he was doing it. I don't know.
There's a Chase U section there. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, they had an extra member this week. We'll get on to them.
I hope Braun smashes him. Smashes him.
Braun fends off a serial killer with a shoot spine buster.
Braun better beat him for the good of my subconscious.
Yeah.
Bless you.
I can't beat it dealing with the JD McDonough title reign.
The Nightmare on Elm Street films, they overcome like the dreams and stuff like that. It's like the nightmares. JD with black and red shirts chasing Jack. And suddenly, Bron Breaker, finally! My one weakness.
I'm gonna start floating in the air and have to listen to Basket Case to bring me back down.
Hey.
There we go.
The Steiner line.
Is it, what's he called? Who goes into your actual dreams and kills you in your
Freddy
dreams?
Krueger.
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah. That's your Freddy Krueger. JD McDonough.
Then this is the first time I remember hearing them going, in a few weeks' time, it's going to be NXT Heat Wave.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so it's not just the WCW IPs they've got. They're doing an ECW one, which I thought was interesting.
Apparently so.
It
Can't
also
wait for Barely Leak.
It also looks like it also looks like Braun has spent a few times in a heat wave, or more accurately, on the sun itself. My God, this man's tan has its own tan.
I reckon him and Jeff Jarrett went on holiday this week together because they both looked stunning.
It's like when you tune into Match of the Day, and Hansen, Shearer, and Lineker have all clearly been on holiday.
Yeah.
They're all tanned, and you're like, it's bloody December, lads.
I've written down here, by the way, when JD McDonough's walking through the crowd, it's like a crap Michael Barrymore.
Oh, it is. It is.
Because he used to do bits in the crowd, didn't he? Going, all right there, love, how's it going? You're an old bitch, you aren't you?
You gotta give me a bit of warning before that.
That's what it would remind me of.
Is that the cool serial killer's next thing? It's got
Not
really
the cool serial killer bit,
really,
Mike.
really dodgy singing.
Oh, right, okay, it's fine. It's all right. He's not saying that.
No, Barrymore only killed one person.
No, he didn't.
Maffew.
He didn't.
You're going to have us taken over.
Didn't do that.
Michael Barrymore hosted a chat show in the 90s where we'd often go into the crowd and take the piss out of people just to get the people warmed up in the crowd.
Yes.
And JD McDonough was like that, but rubbish.
Barrymore was a pro.
Barrymore was fantastic.
Light entertainment's king.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
God.
Had his career wrongly stricken.
Oh, my God.
Broke my grandma's heart, though, honestly.
I was about to say, remember when he went on Frank Skinner and defended himself, but that was Matthew Kelly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The other
innocent man. We're just normal men.
Number one Saturday.
Just normal men.
Main event. Yeah.
Just normal men.
Chase U. Speaking of like, the only thing hotter on the show than Bron Breaker's tan was this match. Chase U getting Andre Chase ready for his match with Giovanni Vinci. Nathan Fraser turns up. Hey, he's back. The Arrogance of Youth. And wants to be the official Chase U flag bearer.
I could have made DPL if I wanted.
Catch me on Cameo.
I saw him
What's that?
Long live the swords of...
I followed him on Instagram this week. I went on a bit of an NXT. I went on a bit of an NXT following spree on Instagram. I sent Tiffy Strats a pissed DM.
He did as well.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong.
I'll tell you what it said. We'll get Dan to flash up the evidence as well, Dan, if you wouldn't mind. It's in the podcast chat I put in the other day. This was sent. I had quite an early night home. This was sent at 1:09 a.m. on Saturday. By Sunday morning, I put, "Hey Tiffy Strats, you are good at the rest and all the best." But I followed Nathan Fraser as well, and there's a bit where he's like, "Oh, I'm so bored being injured and whatnot, not making the EPL." And he reminded me of what's his name from the Sidemen.
He reminded Ross of Harry from the
Sidemen, the one that they all say takes drugs.
Yeah.
And he reminded me of him just in his way he talks and stuff and happy-go-lucky nature.
I still haven't been able to pin down who he reminds me of, but there is someone. He's so core blimey. Anyway, he was the flag bearer.
He was the honorary flag bearer, but he didn't turn
was.
up until the very end. Unless he was in the Chase U section, was he? I didn't catch him.
What's going on in there? Everyone's still typing,
2 seconds.
so laughter from next
Okay,
door,
it's
it's
gone.
fine.
Sorry. Vince wins the match and beats...
Vince?
That's what it says.
What?
It says Vince. Wait, hang on.
It's a Freudian slip.
Giovanni.
Oh, Vinci.
Yeah.
You must have auto-corrected to Vince.
Darby Vinci wins the match and beats Chase down afterwards, but Fraser makes the save. I think that doesn't do enough justice this match.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
White hot match.
Yeah, it was.
Andre Chase, because it's like, it's Andre Chase. He's so silly. He goes to Buckingham Palace and doesn't get yelled at by a guard. Well done, pal. See, some tourists can do it. And God, this match ruled.
Yeah.
Doing counters, flipping out, sunset flipping to Giovanni Vinci, who was, aka the next big thing. And the crowd going akka when he started doing the foot stomp. C-H-A.
Spine tingling.
The plants are doing it. The real fans are doing it. JD Madonna, Go Serial Killer, went in the crowd to cheer along with them because he saw that ticket. Amazing.
This
Didn't
was
win, but that was going to happen.
This
But
was-
this was sweet.
When I say NXT 2.0 should be called hybrid, 'cause it's got sprinkles of black and gold.
Sick of this.
This was this week's black and gold. This match belonged on NXT 15 to 19 or 20 to 21, I guess. But the crowd were actually invested in this bit,
Yep.
which means it
No,
probably
I
wasn't.
don't know.
These are the dark order.
It was
of
good.
NXT
It was
2.0.
good. It was good. It was good. But this has somehow Andre Chase has fallen into being over accidentally. He has, I'm sorry.
Not on purpose, he's been very entertaining and good at what he does.
Not the good segments backstage, the captivating
They
character.
weren't good.
Good in the ring.
No, it's
The
not.
fact he's able to wrestle in slacks and a woolly jumper.
That's really
impressive.
impressive.
That's impressive.
impressive.
That is impressive.
And let me tell you, aspiring wrestlers watching this podcast here today,
Oh, go on, tell him, Ross.
his headlock takeover at the start of the match, that is a teachable moment because that's how you bloody do.
That's right. Not since Logan Paul have we seen a headlock takeover that good.
Ross will be doing a seminar at the Innisfree later on.
And of course, the suplex spot, which Giovanni whapped out again. That was the cherry on top of this cake.
Oh, yeah.
What a match.
It was a good match. It wasn't as good as NXT in 2015 or 16, but it was a good match.
Oh,
You're right, because the crowd were invested.
Yeah, belonged on a weekly show. I'm not saying it was a bloody takeover. Didn't belong on a New Orleans 2018.
Oh, the normal NXT.
Yeah.
I'll let.
The work
sorry.
rate was there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
This was
That'll be
better
it.
than
That'll be
DIY versus.
You go, right, didn't work last week. WORKRATE. Give me 5 stars, Dave. Yeah, great. Sanga gives Feroz and Leon a pep talk at the tag title match next week. Elsewhere. And it's good because wasn't he like looking at the phone and they go, yeah, good luck. And then he stands up and, he's 11 feet tall.
I don't know why he's
That was
aligned
good.
with them.
Fancies them?
Well, it seems to be.
No, I think it's
Which is their pal?
support.
They
Man.
one of
fancy
these
him?
polyamorous bloody hell, Ross.
Go on, you got it.
Polyamorous relationships.
No, I can only hope. But I think he's just a nice dude.
I
Nice
hope
dude.
so. I
That's his
hope so.
gimmick. Saying he's just a nice
I
dude going
hope
around.
they're all shagging each other.
You've been on those Johnny YouTubes
I
again.
need Jericho next to them going, look at them. They'll do it anywhere. That was fantastic. Right, guys, you'll get it on anywhere.
No. Yeah. Colin Spot.
See you in the bed, kid. No. That sounds awful.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
really bad. Oh, no.
This has been a terrible podcast.
Omaha
for sound
Steaks
bites.
presents lawsuits.
Take that one back straight away.
This podcast could be an hour and a half. Elsewhere, 2 of the other teams interrupt each other's interview times and get into a brawl that involves Electra Lopez, who taunts the Diamond Mine Lasses.
She does.
He does.
This was just a build to next
It
week's.
was. Right?
Yeah.
Kiana James gives a PowerPoint presentation.
Not just Kiana James. This is Bachelor of Business Management. This is Bachelor of Business Administration. This is Certified Management Accountant. This is Master of Global Business Administration. This is Certified Professional and Talent Development, which Triple H could probably use now. He's got the 2 jobs on the main roster.
Kevin Dunn's job title.
This is Certified Compensation Professional.
Oh God.
This is Kiana
hear that.
James.
Okay.
Imagine having all that behind you on your CV. Incroyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She pointed out a lot of flaws with what's her face though?
Nikita Lyons.
Nikita Lyons, but didn't once mention the right wing nut job stuff.
Funny that, isn't it?
She said she doesn't wear she wears revealing clothes
Aye.
and she talks rough.
But Nikita's pitched up the ball there for Kiana to swing and hit, and she's missed.
Well, Kiana's clearly a neoliberal conservative fiscally because she's...
Of course, yes.
So, I mean, maybe they align somewhere on the spectrum, the political spectrum. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Maybe not deliberately so. And we saw her parents for the first time, I think.
Whose parents?
Nikita Lyons' parents.
Oh yeah, the rock
musician
star
and the groupie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who? Well, he looked like the lead singer from Rush, not Rush. Bloody wrestling. Everything's wrestling.
Certainly is. The D'Angelo family beat the Diamond Mine, an 8-man
They
tag team
finally
main
dressed
event.
like them.
Yeah.
It's happened
It
finally.
has.
After Roddy Strong accidentally hits one of the Creed brothers with a knee.
Oh, no.
We'd like to just remind everybody that the Diamond Mine were seconds away from splitting up. And then the D'Angelo family were like, now seems the perfect time to get them all together again.
But they've beaten them now, though.
And then they did beat them, amazingly. And the D'Angelo family, I thought there was some cracking big bumps here from the Creed brothers.
Yes.
And
Stax, man. Stax was bumping like Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam 2005.
Yep.
Flip, flop, and flying. Son of a gun.
Yep.
Aye.
Beautiful. And then Roddy Strong accidentally hits one of the Creed brothers. Oh, no, Spaghetti-O.
Yeah. How are they just going to kick Roddy out? Because the Creeds are good. Ivy Nile and Tatum might win the belts because they both love the gym. So is Roddy going to end up being the only one without a belt?
Be out of the job soon, won't he? He wants out, doesn't he? Allegedly. That's what the dirty sheets saying. He wants out.
Am I doing it right?
I think I haven't heard
I
anything.
don't know.
Well, I mean, maybe that's a good change with Triple H coming back in. Is he not a Roddy guy? I don't know.
Roddy was always the spare prick at the wedding, wasn't he? Him and Bobby Fish, I thought, in the UE.
Do you think? I thought Bobby Fish was a spare prick.
Yeah,
I thought
Bobby
Roddy was the
was.
one with the upside.
Wait, the second spare prick.
I mean, Roddy Strong was the one born in, AD.
Roddy's the one who would be with somebody, but then walk over to Bobby, who was at the bar by himself, and then they would be by themselves for the rest of the night.
Okay, Roz, I can't compete with that metaphor.
Julius, though.
Bobby won the North American title.
Yeah, he did.
Sorry, Roddy won the North
Roddy,
American
yeah.
title. Yeah.
Julius, though, deserves a shout out. That spine buster he does, where he looks like he gives himself a DDT. I don't know how he does that. I was shocked to see him the bomb be pinned as well, to be fair.
It's to build up the story, though. Story's the splitting up again. Did it's not a kip up, is it? Jump up, superplex, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cannonball.
The Creeds are class.
They're mint. Love
The whole Diamond Mine. I like how all their offense is very similar. Because they all obviously train in
It's
the
all
same dojo.
Bivens' teachings.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I was
totally
say,
all
well,
that.
yeah.
And that
Don't
other
go to my
random Japanese fella.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
What
yeah.
was he called?
And Taylor Rust.
Yeah.
He was
Dick-
in it.
Good old Dick. Dick
Dick-
Golden Balls.
Dick Golden Balls, yeah.
Who was that time? Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I don't know who
very
it
long,
was.
was it?
Yeah.
That crazy period where they were trying to do storylines where the entire roster had been cut in half.
Mm.
And then Toxic Attraction tried to get Alundra Blaze to give them the tag titles as she leaves the building. She says no, and then that's
the end of the show.
ends.
She's all grown up now.
And she's listening and learning.
Listen,
I don't know what make well.
Yeah,
I don't know why they brought it
throwing
back.
way to end that.
But she did the old Rick Rude, didn't she, on Tuesday? Because while she was on NXT,
yeah.
she was on NWA as well.
Power.
Oh, wow.
That's the real.
Can you believe it?
Oh, don't. Because I had to sit next to Tom on the news and pretend that was a big deal for him. Because he was like, wow, look, she did a Rick Rude. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
Tom likes the NWA stuff.
Because they asked him to do stuff with him.
Yeah.
Well, they did back in the day. You don't remember when he used to appear on that YouTube thing?
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it's like, I'm not saying it's like, okay, good, but it's just
That'll
like,
be why when
can
I-
you believe this shocking
So
person?
that
It's like,
explains why
come
I
on.
didn't understand because I went like, kind of. And he was like, yeah. And he didn't like join in with me trying to be sarcastic. That explains
That's
why.
what I've taken from it.
Nah.
I might be
mildly interested.
a
It's
bit
not
cynical
devastating.
from me there. I apologise to Tom.
I apologize to Tom for being cynical with him on the news. But then now this might boost that video's views. Now people might go back to catch the awkward
Whoa,
moment.
whoa, whoa! Let me go back and see that.
Maybe I hide it well. Maybe it doesn't seem like I'm. Maybe I am like, oh wow, she was Rick Rude.
AEW Dynamite, Fight for the Fallen, Christian,
Right.
at last,
So wait.
you're on your own.
I shouldn't have done that one. That's nasty, that.
Because
he got divorced.
Oh, I thought you meant about Luchasaurus.
No.
Ah, yeah.
No, I meant because he got divorced.
He got divorced. We're having a small prick.
It's not mine. No.
Dan knew he had a small prick just by looking at him.
Hey, that's a top tier call. That is, Matthew.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
John Moxley beats who?
Roosh.
That's right. In the opening match.
All of them.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Whole band.
Afterwards, the
And
JAS.
Christian laughed about the dead drummer.
Oh my
Jesus.
goodness me.
No, it's only people's dads. It's not
Can't-
every dead
can't
person.
choose-
I thought that was the gag. He just laughed at dead people.
Yeah, maybe.
On the podcast,
It was a
at
little
least.
while
we do that.
ago. Yeah.
You just took it too far.
Yeah, well, whatever.
the JAS arrived with their newest member, Anna J, or as they call her, Anna JAS.
That's in my mind. I know the gimmick's nothing like it, but it's just too similar to Nikki ASH for me. The first name and then the 3 syllables.
And at least it's
It makes sense, you know.
You have to say her name anyway, because
Anna
capital J is
J,
pronounced like J-A-Y.
Yeah, true.
Homer J. Simpson. Jericho reveals his intention to challenge Moxley for the title at Quake in the Lake in Minnesota, so he'd become the first ever 2-time AEW World Champion. Moxley says, "Shut up, you idiot. I'm already the first ever 2-time AEW World Champion."
Shove that interim up your ass, he says.
Moxley says he doesn't want goofy Jericho, possibly meaning the Painmaker. He wants that guy he used to buy VHS tapes of back in there when you had to tape trade and not everything was on YouTube. The guy from WAR and WCW and ECW.
With Tenryu.
The Tenryu Jericho, a.k.a. Lionheart.
He's dead as well.
Tenryu's not dead.
No, Lionheart Jericho.
Oh,
He's not
right.
going
right,
back,
yeah.
is he? He can't
No,
do that
no,
anymore.
Tenryu's not
He
dead.
can't do the Super J Cup stuff anymore, can he?
No.
Bloody hell.
No.
Super JAS Cup.
Ah.
Yeah, in ECW, he wasn't. He was like one of the technical lads, wasn't he? He wasn't one of the hardcore lads.
No, yeah, it wasn't. It's like kind of high flying, but yeah, he wasn't doing
Have
hardcore.
we had this promo before? Because I got a big sense of deja vu. I feel like someone's called out the Lion Tamer before.
It feels like,
Hey, we
Vince
did-
doing that. I want the old Stone Cold.
He,
No,
did
it was
that,
an
he did the
AEW.
entrance, didn't he? Was it the double, the whatever match it was? We'd had the ages of Jericho coming out, and Lionheart was one of them.
Yeah,
Ah.
he's been referenced line up, but he's not come back. Today
thought
I
someone
am
had gone, I want-
Matthew Kelly
Or
on
is-
Frank Skinner's show. I am Lionheart.
Have you
Maybe.
watched ECW One Night Stand recently?
Maybe someone. No.
He appears there, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he does. He's Lance
got
Storm, isn't it?
That's right.
I think did someone say to Moxley maybe like I want the CZW Moxley, not Dean Ambrose or something?
Yeah.
They've done this a few times.
They've done
before,
it. It's a
yeah,
recurring
yeah.
thing.
Sports entertainment. I wouldn't be caught dead in it.
Yeah. Gets in me teeth. But you should like CM Punk. I don't want this new old CM Punk. I want the greasy long hair, vaguely emo CM Punk.
I want the 2014 Royal Rumble CM Punk, so I'll probably beat him. He was banged up. That's what I'd want.
That's what they should say. I want the really
want the
crap
rubbish
version
one.
of
Yeah,
your show. That'd make
I
my
want
life
the
a lot
fat
easier.
Jericho from before Christmas.
I
I
want the
say I know the irony, whatever.
I know the Jericho Triangle. To show. Anyway, never mind. Okay, great promos and everything like that. Moxie Jericho is always good. But breaking news, guys. John Moxley beat Roosh clean.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Is
it's some
Roosh-
distraction, but that didn't
Now I'm
factor into it. He got a clean job out of him.
Yeah.
Tony Khan, Booker of the Year.
pardon my ignorance, right? But is this Roosh meant to be amazing?
Yeah. With
Right, because he's
Go
blood
on.
bang average in AEW so far.
Whoa, me lads.
maybe.
Yeah. Rushing along the Scotch. I
Oh.
feel dirty.
I'll leave that now.
Wash my mouth out.
As I say,
Roosh is he's one
Pardon
of these
me,
people that
ignorance.
needs the right opponent. This was a good match with Moxley, but Roosh, big old fantastic luchador. He's not rushing that luchador style. He's gonna have good matches, sure, but he's had amazing matches before in the past.
Yeah, maybe it just doesn't cater to his style.
because all my notes here are just about William Regal again.
Oh, yeah, really.
He stole the show again. Is how
Roosh can't overcome William Regal's
Yeah.
amazing two-dick commentary.
obviously he's happier than a dog with two willies. Sorry, oh my God, happier than a dog with two willies. Sorry, and then he was on about his former company wouldn't take on Roosh because he was too violent. His explanation during the WWE, you know, he used to work there.
I know. I was just trying to think like when that would have been.
I don't know,
Maybe he's
man.
just talking poo.
They signed everyone, didn't they? And explain the difference between a chop and a stiff palm strike and why people do that instead of punching. 'Cause it saves your knuckles. I think that was during an ad break, though. Oh, the fight, TV.
Yeah.
And then
Ching.
he just does his job and scouted. Oh, yeah, Jim Ross was like, I don't know how good this guy is because, quite frankly, I haven't seen enough of him. And then Regal was like, well, I do my job there, Jim Ross. I scout people, and I do it better than anybody in the world ever.
Well, according to Regal's podcast, he certainly did. It was also weird if you heard any Regal's podcast because he kept on referring to Canyon and doing this with Canyon and all
Seaman.
that. And I was like, I was going to say, like, I'm like, wait a minute, what are we talking about here? Well, like, who's Canyon? Because I'm thinking Chris Canyon.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Canyon Seaman, right. I'm
He
like,
loves Canyon Seaman.
how did I forget that guy's name?
Because it seemed to be Regal. Canyon Seaman was the guy who would deal with the paperwork, whereas Regal could just deal with the wrestling. So I
Yeah.
think that's why he loved him. Good old Canyon.
I saw on his Twitter, Regal, that he'd been to a lizard house this week and he held lots of lizards.
Oh, yeah, so on his,
It was very heartwarming.
Oh, in the podcast he does. You hear I heard some random noises and I thought, what is in the background? And then like the guy hosting it's like, oh, by the way, those noises in the background, it's just his lizards.
He's in his lizard room,
He's
yeah.
in his lizard room. So that's the noises you hear.
You can't be podcasting in the lizard room.
And the start of the first, he was like, if I start getting all hot and sweaty, it's not because of something, I don't know, whatever. He's in his lizard room, yeah, with all his lizards.
He's in his lizard room. Every house needs a lizard room.
No, it doesn't. Terrifying.
But Roosh, he hasn't hit the highest notes he's capable of yet, but I think he will.
Okay.
I can't wait
It's amazing that he lost clean. Which
I
is,
can't wait to get dragged by Lucha Libre Twitter.
They're coming for you.
They famously listen to this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now you've tamed and gained the respect of Puro Resu Twitter.
That's right. All Japan people going, shut up, you leave Al Ross alone.
Yeah.
Ross Baba. Ricky Starks.
Start chanting Ross Tweddle like they do Mizawa. Ross Tweddle.
Yeah. Tweddle, Bombay. So we got an amazing 10-minute. I couldn't believe I went back and checked. Wait, this wasn't just 10 minutes, was it? Yeah, it was. Ricky Starks challenged Danhausen last week. Like we all do that. Actually, by the way, do you know that's from a lot of that gimmick is from the Shadow of the Vampire film with Willem Dafoe?
Okay.
It's a great
Monsters?
film where they Rob Zombie's finest. Where it's a really good film where they go, all right, we're gonna make this horror film, and he goes, oh, here's the guy who's gonna play the creepy vampire dude. And he goes, all right, and they like in between takes, they're like, oh, so how do you learn to do this? No, I'm a real vampire. Oh, this is just you. Like, yes, that's right.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I didn't realize, yeah. Because it's Willem Dafoe and loads of makeup. He's like, "Eh." And I was like, oh, that is just Dan.
You sound like Alan Robson. The flashing blade.
So, Ricky Starks
in a
beats
pit or a hood
Willem
under
Dafoe
here, Margaret.
to retain the FDW title rather quickly.
I'm glad
You
he
know
smashed
what?
him, like, yeah.
Yeah, I like Danhausen's gimmick. He's just really over and he loses all the time. But then, you know what? Still got some energy in the tank.
He didn't. He was like, oh, you could be too proud
Yeah.
to back down.
You know what? Ow. I want another challenger. Out comes Hook to a giant pop. Hook
With Dan
beats-
Harrison, friend.
Yeah.
His friend.
Hook beats Starks to win
I
the
had no
title.
idea what you said.
And the pair exchange a fist bump afterwards. Hook winning the FTW title. The
You don't
title,
even know.
the title is
Oh.
Dad introduced
I
all
was-
those decades ago because Shane Douglas wouldn't lose the title. Just had to make a fake belt.
He used to look at it on the mantelpiece
That's
when he was
right.
a kid.
I was
Winning
hooking
it
out,
while
bro.
his dad was commentating the
Oh.
match.
This
Yes.
is surreal for me.
Yeah, it was great.
What a beautiful moment. Starks is interviewed in the ring afterwards. Also, special mention that amazing video package they put beforehand where it's just like, hi, I'm Ricky Starks. Look how hot I am.
His eyebrows are a bit too big for me, actually.
I think his eyes are a bit
Stop
too
it.
close together, actually.
Starks is interviewed.
People who skip the NXT review is going to take that out of context.
No one does that. Starks is
Everybody
interviewed-
does. That's all they do.
When people skip it every week, they go, promotion of the year. Starks interviewed in the ring, talks about wanting to realize his potential. He took that FDW title to make the noose around his neck and turned it into a tie. What a
It's a good line. It's a good
And
line.
then the crowd are like, finally, we can cheer you because you're supposed to be cheered. Because last few weeks he's been having to insult the crowd. So, no, I'm a bad guy, remember? Because it's like, are you sure you're a bad guy? And it's like, fantastic. He's proper good guy. Nothing bad can happen. Powerhouse Hobbs smacks him down from behind and then lays him out with a spine buster. That was 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Must be the hottest 10 minutes of Ricky Starks in AEW so far. And I've said that he can do anything in this company. He's that one person who, like, if they ever get off the, recurring thing of ex-WWE guys and these guys and indie favorites. Ricky Starks is perfect for rising in the ranks.
I think it's like AEW's been criticised for the past few months for like falling off and losing momentum and stuff, and the Owen tournament didn't go as well as people thought. And it's like Tony's jammed all the storylines and moments we've missed from that past few months into one episode. This was such an eventful episode. I was like, what's going on? And also Ricky Starks decides to do that the week after. I'm like, oh, I don't know if he's that good. And he just decides to be really good.
I thought it was really good how he lost the title in quite a heelish way, I thought. 'Cause he was like, it wasn't like a Valiant like babyface. Oh, I can do this one again. Oh, it was quite a heel. I'll wrestle again. Why the hell not? And it bit him on the arse. But he was like, nah, bollocks to this. It's my time. And because the crowd have been on side for so long, they were cheering for him. I like the fact that him and Hobbs have split up now. Because if you're not going to make them the tag team champions, have them feud against each other.
I agree with that.
They are ready.
Yep.
They are ready to be featured. So they are.
I wonder, are they going to feud straight away? And if they do, I fear for Hobbs a little bit. Because I think Starks has got to win that feud, surely. It's Ricky Starks.
It's a shame that right after this, we got the announcement of the trios titles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you think they went backstage? You went, bastard. I wouldn't have done that if I'd known.
Oh,
So-
yeah, Team Taz.
Yeah, they could have
Yeah.
they would have been people would have wanted them to win the most.
Yeah.
So the three-man team of Hook, Hobbs, and Starks.
Poor
would be
Danhausen.
Outstanding. Also, Danhausen's there for moral support. Gooded. But
I
then
would love the interplay
God.
between Danhausen and Taz. I'm in Team Taz. No, you're not. Like, you're literally not. It'd be so good.
Taz is trying to fight him for real. doesn't get the joke at all. And also Brian Cage then posted a picture of him being in Team Taz. He went, wow, another stable I was in broke up again. He's just an albatross, that man.
I tell you what, the finish of the match was like a human slinky. The way he got on his back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cut and measure.
bloody transitions.
Kajime.
Kataja Hajime.
All right.
Sure.
You know what? Because Taz used to yell it in every promo watching the little VHS tapes back in the day. The Kataja Hajime. I like that in you, Sabu. We'll break your neck.
He made that sound like a Meatloaf lyric there.
Was that a thing in Newcastle? Because like the other day there was loads of bikers going down Grey Street with Battle of Hell playing.
Really?
I don't know if that was just. Is this just another day in the life
I
of
feel
being a
like
biker?
that's not very usual.
The Hell's Angels of the North.
Yeah. The Angels. The
Hells Angels of the North.
Wow. Very good.
Penny drops.
Very
Yeah,
good.
that
Penny
was good.
drops.
It was a thing. That was good.
Daniel Garcia has Sky Blue in his corner for his match against
Are they
Sonya Guevara.
boyfriend and girlfriend?
Oh, bloody hope not.
Oh.
Because she's a skater girl and I fancy all of them, apparently.
Yeah. It was good because it went Sky Blue and the crowd were like, do you think that'll help?
I'd cheer.
Sammy wins. And after the match, Anna JAS arrives to help. Tay Conti beats Sky down.
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston, Ortiz, and Ruby Soho make the save afterwards, which is nice of them. Where were they during the match? We don't know. But some nice flips here. Flippy flip, sappy, slippy, slap.
Yeah. It was what you'd expect from Sammy versus Dante.
Yeah.
I thought he killed Sammy Guevara with a dive off the stage. Because he just like plowed through his head.
Mm.
But he didn't though.
It
Sammy
says
was
here
fine.
Daniel Garcia has Sky Blue. Dante Martin.
Sorry, Dante Martin I meant.
Did I say Daniel Garcia? Because that's what it says
No,
here. Dante
sorry,
Martin.
I meant Dante
We all
Martin.
knew that was Dante
I
Martin.
wrote this morning, I was tired.
Bless you, sorry.
Um,
In case someone says, Maffew, you know.
Ty Conti's ring jacket said "Till Death Do Us Part" on the back.
Yeah.
After a favourite match in WWE. The Till Death Do Us Part match. Kane and Matt Hardy.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Mm.
What pay-per-view was that? Was that SummerSlam?
I can't remember which one it was.
Wow. Anyway, backstage, Daniel Garcia, the real one, cuts a promo about how he's going to beat the returning Bryan Danielson and
No, he's
prove that
not.
he's the best in the world. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to get him out the Jazz. Because that promo was going well. And he was like, I want to be the best sports entertainer, wrestler in the world, entertainer.
Yeah, he's not.
Get him out.
He's not being himself.
Elsewhere, the best friends get in an argument with Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh, saying of a trios match for Rampage. Oh,
What's that
Future
Sanjay
champs.
Dutt like, eh? Got himself in trouble there, hasn't he?
yeah,
Why didn't Jay Lethal stop him?
because he's crap at
He
all.
needs a high flyer in the trio. Sanjay Dutt can do the high flyer. Can he still?
I have no idea.
I've not
I can't
seen him
remember
wrestle for ages.
The last time I saw him wrestle was he had that series with Low-Key in Impact
Right.
where he popped his eye.
I hope it's one of those performances where, like,
Oh, you was there.
because obviously it's been a while, and it's, I don't know, I'm not following Sanjay Dutt too closely, but it's been a while since he's done, like, wrestling on this level before.
Was it?
I think so.
Was it OSW who said that who hated his TNA theme tune? They said it sounded like a Nokia ringtone in a microwave.
But I hope it's a performance where it's like he whaps up what he can do from yesteryear and not like just another Mark Sterling. We don't need another Mark Sterling.
I was very disappointed that Adam Pearce never got any moves in on Roman Reigns. I would like for him to have one or two for a bit.
Not a brief time when we actually thought that was going to happen.
I really did. I thought he was going to start suplexing him and everything.
Scrap Iron returns to the ring. Kids, scrap Iron, scrap Iron. Later, Brody King challenges Darby Allin to a coffin match. Whoa, enough's enough.
I put one enough. I don't know why I put that. I think
he's dead serious about this match.
Oh, I think I was. I think I just watched a Tubes video recently on YouTube, and there's a bit where he does a rap, and then he goes, "Oh, enough's enough." And that's how I felt when this coffin match was proposed.
I like the Malachi Black bit of that promo as well. He's teasing that Miro's going to join him, but he's going to make Miro.
He spat him.
He spat him.
He did.
Maybe the word missing from the sentence, but he spat him.
I get what you mean.
And we don't know. He's wearing that glasses. Is he infected? Is he not? Does he have the vid?
In the past, it's been like, I'm going to bloody, kill you.
Yeah.
Basically. But now it's like, I'm going to, you're infected with me juices now, son. I'm going to make you.
I've titillated the guilty pleasures of your juice. The juices of your guilty
We'll
pleasures.
swap spit, Could come right back to my den and kill Darby, I guess. Jungle Boy cuts a promo on Christian Cage, and does he. Saying that, you probably are still mad about me eliminating you for that Battle Royal a year ago. You need the money because your wife divorced your bitch ass because you got a small wee.
This is wrestling, lads.
I mean, this was pretty out there in terms of like, all right, what are we doing here? It's like Ric Flair's promos built to his match on
Christian
Saturday.
said mean things first.
But, so I mean, I was dying, because then Christian shows up, but I was dying for Christian to come out and go, oh, you're taking it a bit too far, pal. Hang on. But instead he went, well...
Your dad's dead.
No, he built up to it. He goes, wow, it's a nice jacket you're wearing. I'll put that on you after I beat you up. Next time you're laying down, I'll put you in a body bag, and then I'll bury you next to your dad, who's dead.
He's dead. You can roll over and kick dirt on him.
You can roll over and kick dirt on your dead dad, because you'll be dead with him.
This feud has escalated
What the hell?
Brilliant. Wonderful. This was Attitude Era.
Never let them fight. Just have them cut promos on each other like the whole time.
The match would only be a letdown.
Yeah.
Dan, would you mind doing a quick Google to see if Christian actually got divorced or whether that was just a fabrication?
I feel like it's too random to be.
Yeah, it's too random to be fake, surely.
Look, you brought the fact that my dad's dead about 5 times on TV. Can I say something about your wife?
Which is sad, because during Edge's Hall of Fame speech, he thanks Christian and says he's the best husband he's ever...
Oh.
I know.
Well, the wife left him up going to Jungle Boy, so...
Oh.
Denise.
Yeah, and he'd know.
Married in 2001. Who knows? We'll just assume it's real.
Christian goes, no, that was an angle, stupid.
I don't think that's her.
You can't just be looking at
a random woman's Instagram.
All the best, Denise.
And it was also good because then they show the shot on camera of Christian talking, going, yeah, that's right, Jungle Boy. But he's got the TV there. Jungle Boy's in the ring, and he turns his head, so it looks like Jungle Boy's watching him from the TV.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I thought it was like,
For a
okay.
split second, like, because I saw your tweet before I watched the show. I was like, I can't wait for this. And it's like,
oh.
That's all I needed. I think Jungle Boy went, nah, this is a bit dumb, this, isn't it? Then he said, wait, I can't actually see him on this big screen if I do that. So
we need more wrestling like this. This is brilliant. There's none of this too far bollocks. If they're both doing it, it's fine.
yeah,
Come on.
Yeah, in WWE, we're like, your dead dad's dead, and then like Jungle Boy were like, Jungle Boy crying emotionally, so the crowd can get behind him. Oh no, the Madison Square Garden crowd are going, ha ha, your dad's dead. This has not worked.
Jungle Boy,
but yeah,
Jungle Boy will
great.
team with Logan Paul next week to get revenge on that dastardly.
Logan Paul's like, I can help him because I have a dad. But no, this is good because they're both
Got a bit of a
going at
weird
it.
dad, I think, Logan Paul.
Hmm?
I think Logan Paul's got a bit of a weird dad.
He seems a bit weird.
Yeah, Greg.
You can't tell he's got a weird dad.
I,
He's turned out so well. And another thing is, Luchasaurus had just stood there because it wasn't really explained why he joined with Christian.
He was
for a bit.
protecting Christian to keep him there for Jungle Boy to batter him, he said, which was tenuous for me. It didn't
He
really
hasn't
work.
said that though.
He said it this week, I think. One of them said something like that.
Look, he didn't say anything in this segment, did he?
Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy said something like that.
I want to hear it from him.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, he's
Let
gone
the
black.
guy-
Can't just be
Dinosaur
helping the
speak.
man say all those horrible things and be like, oh, me mate's back, I guess I'll see you.
Yeah, Luchasaurus is a bad friend.
Yeah.
He's that friend who like changes when people are around who he thinks are cooler.
Right.
Yeah, none of that.
He's evolving.
Like a dinosaur.
No, he's
isn't it?
devolving.
So hang on. Dinosaurs didn't
He
even
started
do
off
this. They
AEW.
died.
He started off AEW with a master's degree.
Ah, but
Very
they're not-
eloquent.
But the dinosaurs might have lived on through lizards, by the way. Regal should love Luchasaurus.
And birds.
Regal should adopt Luchasaurus.
He should.
Live in his
In a tank
Lizard
in his
room.
house. Yeah.
Luchasaurus is like yelling at him and he just comes on, starts stroking his head.
yeah.
feeding him with a bottle of milk like a lamb.
Backstage, Brandon Cutler, who's probably also fed the same way, tries to convince the Bucks to let him compete for the trios titles with them, but they don't seem keen. They run into birthday boy, Hangman Page, but he's whisked away by the Dark Order before they can ask him about the trios tournament. And this is straight out of Emmerdale, this. Just
I
like,
thought,
way
Ross,
would
would,
it go?
I
can
thought
we-
Ross would hate this because
Oh, go
Ross
on.
hates storylines that involve who is or isn't friends with the Young Bucks.
Yeah, wait, it's the same every time, isn't it? Every year. Who's the friends with the
Funny
Young
that,
Bucks?
isn't it?
But which way will he go? Which way will he
He
go?
wants to stay with the Dark Order, I think. Well, he should stay with the
my
Dark Order.
body.
I reckon he might
My
go. I reckon
body.
he might go
Tell him
heel,
the
you
Bucks.
know?
No, not heel Hangman.
Might be time.
He's not going to turn heel. It's just like, I don't want to hang out with you. You're not very trustworthy and you're really annoying and heely, even when you're facey.
But they win lots of matches as well.
There's only just two things that matter in wrestling. then,
Go
Matthew.
on. What's that?
Checks and championships.
Yeah.
That's right, baby.
Two things that are real,
Yeah,
Matthew.
two things that
The
the
money
Dark
and the
Order,
miles.
yeah, so the two things Dark Order are not going to get.
You know what's not
Mm.
real? The birthday present that Johnny Hungy was teasing. That's not real. Who cares? Puh.
I was just happy to see him. Swerve Strickland beats Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling in a handicap match. On the Tron, okay, so Keith Lee is watching his pal backstage with the tag titles and be like, oh, I'm so proud. And then we see after the match, Keith Lee has been battered and he's down. And there's a guy, who was later identified as Josh Woods. Between the time we saw that and Excalibur yelled out who it was, I had no clue who it was.
I
had
forgot
no
that he was
idea.
part of AEW. I was like, is he the Evolve guy?
Who is he?
The Evolve guy, isn't he? Isn't he
I'm
the
drawing a
Evolve
blank
guy?
here, pal.
Guys, is he the Evolve guy?
That's the camera.
No idea.
I think
Never,
he's the Evolve guy.
I've never even heard
One
the
more
name
time.
Josh
do you
Woods.
remember the time WWE counter promoted an AEW show with Evolve? An
I
Evolve
do remember
show?
that time, yeah.
I feel like he was on that Evolve show.
Ah, okay.
Josh Woods, is he the Evolve guy?
This is how he was able to distract Keith Lee and attack him.
Not Nosh
Keith
Woods.
Lee was like,
what am I
who are
doing?
you?
I've never even heard of the name Josh Woods. He's got Ring
He's
of
a
Honor.
former Ring of
ties.
Honor pure champion. All right.
Okay. Is he not? Was he not on that Evolve show?
Who are you?
Am I thinking of someone
Look
else?
at his Wikipedia
3
page.
hours ago, tiered deal with AEW, whatever that means.
Good for him.
I think I'm thinking of someone else.
NXT from 2014 and 2016. Ring of Honor 2016 present. Haha, it's not real anymore. And
Boca Raton Championship Wrestling. Oh, I would love a bit of Boca Raton
Who
Championship
have I
Wrestling.
mixed him up with from Evolve? I'm going to say
non-evolved dude.
Evolve WWE.
The top
show.
prospect champion in 2017. The tournament he won, sorry.
So at Evolve 131, the person I was thinking of, Josh Briggs.
Ah,
Silly. Such a silly Billy. Similar name.
what a return for Josh Woods
Does anyone remember the main event of that show?
of the Evolve counter.
Evolve
programming
131, yeah.
No,
It was Adam Cole defending the NXT title against
Gargano.
Akira Tozawa. The match before that was Austin Theory beating JD Drake. Oh, interesting.
I remember that match,
I
actually.
remember that match because I remember
Heyman
thinking,
was there.
I remember
wasn't
thinking JD Drake's the bloody future. And now look
And
with
he is.
Theory. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Now he's mates with Ryan Nemeth.
yeah. Oh no.
Mm.
So that was
well,
the most interesting bit of that match.
I'm glad they've hired someone else. That's the one thing they're lacking is numbers. So all the best to Josh Woods.
Go on, Josh Woods.
I don't know. He might be the best wrestler ever lived, for all I know.
He's a former Ring of Honor Pure Champion.
Yeah.
They don't hand that out like a participation trophy. I need a
Who's the
Wii
current
quite
Pure
badly,
Champion?
actually.
We need that.
Yeah.
We don't know.
The current Pure Champion is Wheeler Yuta.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
He defended against Daniel Garcia
That's right.
that's the one. That's the one match of the two I haven't seen.
that you've been told to watch.
Yeah,
Mm.
apparently it's really good.
I heard that also. Yeah, watch it.
Thunder Rosa successfully defends the AEW Women's title against
Shta. Just say Shta.
Miyu Shita.
No, just for that syllable, just say Shta, because it sounds like a swear otherwise.
Miyu
doesn't it?
Yamashita.
I'll do.
They shake hands afterwards. Decent match, but stop us if you heard us before. Just a match that happened on AEW women's match with no build up and the crowd like, okay.
There was Bill. She beat
One
her.
bit of build.
She beat her over there.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Beat her in Japan.
She rolled her up,
Beat
didn't she?
at home. Didn't beat her away.
Beat her.
Yeah.
Didn't beat her away.
Rose is not a sandbag. She was flying around that ring like there's no tomorrow.
She'll fly around the ring for a Joshi wrestler who could batter it out. Oh, no, wait, it was Marina
Marina
Shafir, wasn't it?
Shafir,
Yeah,
yeah.
what I'm talking
That's the
about.
problem you're speaking about
Yeah,
there.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'd be funny, a bit more scared of the Yoshi wrestlers than Marina Shafir.
Yeah, true.
It's nice that they're doing stuff with promotions around the world. But again, I was thinking there would have been a better match with a better story with someone who's already there.
It's
Just
not going
my
to happen
thoughts.
with the women's
Well,
division.
Ross, I saw people arguing on Twitter about this match.
I bet you did.
Some people were going, I don't know who that is. And then people were going, let them prove it to you. But now it seems like it was a one-shot type thing, maybe. So maybe we'll just
Yeah, it wasn't the action's bad. The action's not. It's usually very
Yeah,
consistently
of
good.
course.
It's just like, hey, it's a match. It's like, okay, which is fair
It's
enough.
almost
Not
like-
every segment has to have a right
Yeah,
and
but
a
they-
championship,
but
but it's
this is
usually the women who get the short in the stick.
This is exposing that they don't build up enough storylines in the women's division
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've got this whole roster of ladies there working for the company.
Yeah.
Who are just forgotten about.
Too busy yelling at Gresham.
Where's Mel? Bring back Mel.
Yeah,
Where is
or
Mel?
Moira,
Where is Mel?
Hall of Famer.
I mean, Mel left. I remember Mel's not there
Oh.
anymore, but yeah.
And the main event, Danny Garcia beats Bryan Danielson.
This match should be called The Exuberance of Danielson,
Go on.
because the exuberance of his big return was his own downfall when he went for that big drop kick off the top rope and he landed and got a whatever that fancy term was that Riddle got and ruled out
Stinger.
SummerSlam.
Stinger.
I know that, but not the fancy
That type
term.
of stinger.
Yeah. Aye. That's
Bad
the
head.
The exuberance of Danielson.
Yeah, and Jericho, as a weird thing, compliment me to give out for this guy, usually shouty, was very good on commentary here, illustrating the fact that Danielson was too quick to come back and he was taking too many chances for a man who's just recovered, like trying to do a drop kick off the top, landing on his own noggin and doing all that stuff and really sell the story.
Yeah, because it doesn't quite make sense. I feel like if Garcia had beaten Danielson at 100%, then everyone would have gone, oh, that's a bit quick for Garcia to beat Bryan Danielson there. But this actually, it made sense.
Yeah, it wasn't Danielson. He's returned and he's better than ever. It was Danielson. Oh, he's still recovering.
Yeah.
And he sold it like that. Ooh,
And we had
ow, me syrup and all the rest.
the
So
hand
that-
of God appeared from under the ring.
Yes, it
That's
did.
right.
There you go.
Dun-dun-dun.
I've worked out during this match what my issue is with Garcia. It's a case of the Wheeler Utahs from earlier this year.
Go on.
Garcia needs a couple of things, or maybe to be aligned with the BCC to get that aura that Utah now has around him. That's the only thing that's missing for me. Because he's a good wrestler, but it's just that aura. I think he's miscast as well in the JS.
I get what you're saying because they're all silly buggers to a certain degree, but can bring it in the JAS. Whereas Danny Garcia is very serious.
I know that's the joke as well,
Yeah.
but it's not working, is it?
But on Twitter, he's like, barrel laughs him.
Is he?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's called-
he's a bit
called
daft and all
banter.
this and stuff. But again, Jericho yelling, "The mask of Red Death is falling off this
What?
man's." Was it the mask of Red Death is falling off this man's face?
Well,
All the rest.
Ooh.
I thought it sounded cool.
Yeah.
Nice me to explain it. Just thought I like the sound of it.
Well, that's his nickname, wasn't it, back in the day? Red Death, Daniel
Yeah, but
Garcia.
like the mask of the. Oh, yeah, I think we're getting on the stuff then. Garcia's helps with Jake Hager, who celebrates with God and Jericho to end the show. As people
Yeah.
go, bloody hell, he beat him.
he did. Fair enough. I mean, good for him. You know, maybe
Yeah.
this is the start of him getting that aura about him.
Yeah.
But I think I agree with Ross for him to. He needs to break out from the JAS at some point as well, and then he'll probably have a feud with Jericho that goes 6 months past its sell by date. I'm
Well,
worried
no,
about that.
he'll win 2 matches, but lose the crucial third.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
He's
consolation
the one that
goal.
people remember, right? And that was the long week of wrestling.
I was.
Very good, wasn't it?
Delightful.
It
yeah.
was a big week
Oh, it was a good week.
behind
yeah.
the scenes and in front of the camera.
Especially if you're Christian.
Oh dear me! I meant Vince McMahon, but yeah, all right, Christian as well.
That's the end of this segment. Jack needs to go to the toilet.
Thank you.
Let's have a rummage in our mail bags.
Time to look at the mailbag. Good evening, you bastard
Oh,
diddlers.
I got a.
Now's the time you interrupt.
I
Go
got
on.
either a tweet or it was a comment or something. Someone asking why, whenever Richard does not edit the podcast, where does the music go in the background of the mailbag jingle?
Dan.
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn, where's
I
it
don't
gone?
know. I didn't even notice.
The assets I got from
Just the assets he got from
Oh,
Richard.
Richard buried you.
He's giving him the non-music one for the mailbag.
Should we record a little bed for you now?
Please do use that.
There you go.
go.
The other day, I was rewatching some good classic promos from 2016 to 2020. It's easy to forget how good some have been over the years, like the one from Samoa Joe leading up to that four-way match at SummerSlam of 2017. That one Miz promo, Cena versus Styles, and the one that made me think of my question, Roman versus Cena, the one where Roman forgets his lines.
Oh.
The hype was big at the time for the match and the feud, A lot of fans were somewhat disappointed that it was all going to take place at a random No Mercy pay-per-view. It was fair to say that it should have been saved for a big show of the year like SummerSlam or even WrestleMania. Having said that, I think it's also important to have these big selling matches for a non-Big Four pay-per-view because it makes for a stronger collection of pay-per-views for that year in particular. What are your thoughts on the subject? Should that feud have been saved for a bigger show? Or is it okay to have big feuds like that one thrown in a non-important pay-per-view? Kindest regards even, Matthias from Sevilla, a.k.a. Hell on Earth. At the minute, over 40 Celsius past 9 p.m. Over 1K deaths due to heat waves. I love this place.
Wow.
Bloody hell. Well, take care, Matthias from Seville.
Yes.
Not Sevilla.
Seville. Yeah, Seville.
You said it wrong.
No, you said it wrong.
Oh,
You
I
said
see.
Sevilla.
Yeah, I did, because there's an A on the end.
Seville.
But double L's in Spanish are yeah.
Oh, I
Sevilla.
see.
Or Seville in English if you want to. Anyway,
Okay, well, yeah. Question's the question
I
anyway,
think it's a good question because I think generally I would agree with his point that you do need smaller shows to have big matches on them and you can't be, doing it all the time. But that specific example, I remember being baffled and I still am. I don't know why that wasn't the main event of a
That's because
WrestleMania.
Cena was too busy. Wasn't full-time at that point, was he?
I guess so, yeah, but it was a weird one to just have anyway then it was weird. It was like a No Mercy or something.
Yeah.
Was it No
and-
Mercy 2017?
Yeah.
Because that was the same show where Brock Lesnar took on Braun Strowman, where Braun should have won the title.
And that incredibly disappointing, doesn't work for me situation where Brock had a really naff match with Braun.
Which leads me to believe maybe we go back and look what else was on in the world of entertainment and maybe sports as well, where they're competing with something and decided to stack No Mercy 2017 for some reason. Because to me, it doesn't matter one iota because we're on a current trend when it comes to WWE where they're under promising and over delivering with these B pay-per-views, and I'm fine with that. These underwhelming cards, when you're just looking at the Wikipedia page on the Friday before the show, last few of them have just turned into really, really good wrestling shows, so I don't think it really matters.
I think Money in the Bank was mid of the bank to me.
Ooh.
Tag match was good.
The amazing tag match aside, Money in the Bank is just this dead,
but
maybe that's a bad
overdone
example. That's just-
gimmick. But the
they're
ones
not-
before that, I would
yeah.
agree with Ross.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, so I'd say so. Yeah, because then again, you can't have these pay-per-views and always say, "Oh well, nothing happens until the really big ones and the stadium shows," because then no one's going to go to these ones.
You've got to
So
keep
it's going to be
people
give and
interested.
take, give and take. Yeah,
I've just been distracted by the new WWE headquarters building. I've just sent it down on Slack if he wants to pop it up on the screen.
well,
If it's
don't
gonna
do
take-
that. I'll give our credit card details on the
Look
screen.
at that. It's weird, isn't it? It's been the same building for that many years, and now they've got a new one downtown, 2 miles south of the Titan Towers.
Wait, there's a new office build-up at the same time that Vince has been pushed out the front.
This has been in the work for ages, though.
Oh, sure it has.
No, it actually
No,
has.
it actually has.
Yeah, I remember Triple H going in a hard hat to have a look.
Yeah, there it
Of
is.
course he did.
You got to put safety 1st.
Mhm.
It's not Samoan.
Hey. Hello, chums. I won't commit to names because there's been a mixture the last few weeks. That's true. With the announcement of the Mania 40, which made me realize it's less than 2 years away, it made me old. No, it didn't. Not. It made me feel old. The guys typed, "It made me feel old." Okay. Granted, I'm a 23-year-old arrogant youth, according to Jack.
I'm off on it because he said it. No, wait.
Oh,
Said, I'm old. I'm 23.
ah.
That's
Granted,
why I'm fuming.
I'm a 23-year-old arrogant youth, according to Jack.
Well, correct.
Double header.
Yeah.
But it's
fair.
made me feel old as it will be 16 years since my first WrestleMania.
Shut up.
Is there anything happening in the wrestling world today that made you feel like the sands of time are running a little too fast? Have a bloody lovely weekend after I've depressed you all. From former Newcastle United midfielder, Christian
Bazidas.
a.k.a. Andrew from Falkirk. Thank you, Andrew.
Well,
from
thank you,
Falkirk.
Andrew. And I'm sorry for storming off because I think that was done with a touch of
He
self-awareness.
did a Brock Lesnar. He stormed off and came back.
Came back. Yeah. I have two answers.
Go on.
One is just one man, and that man is Dominic Mysterio. Because you think of Dom and you think of the ladder match, custody of Dominic. He's there with his bleached blonde hair, looking like a little M&M. And then the rapper, not the sweet. And then now he's a real boy. And he's not even, when they go like, he's so young and that, isn't he like, he's not like, there are younger people than him on the roster.
25, I reckon.
Yeah.
Dominic.
He is a young man, but he's not, like Randy Orton was
Mysterio.
24 or whatever when he won the World Heavyweight title.
25.
He's 25 and Ray's still like, go to your room.
Yeah.
That's great.
And
How
the
old's
other one
Aaliyah?
is,
20.
who's that, Aaliyah?
Aaliyah.
And the other one is not really tied to the wrestling world. It's just something that happened to me this week,
Oh, go on.
which was on the stream we received a message on stream on mine and Owen's one yesterday at the time on Wednesday night, saying, "Hey guys, I love the stream and that. Jack was my gay awakening back in the What Culture days." And I was like,
No.
And I was like, well, thank you, Tony. They were called Tony, but does that mean I've gone downhill since the What Culture? Is that what's happened there? And then Tony clarified, it was just happened to be that time when. I know.
That's awesome.
I was like quite flattered. Yeah, I thought it was
I'm
class.
so proud of you, man.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
It's
What's
on Gay
wrong with me?
Awakening.
What's wrong with Ross,
Just haven't
Tony?
DM'd
Come
you
on.
yet, man.
But
It takes a lot of courage for that person. Like when that was years ago, and he's only just told you.
I felt slightly objectified by the tone of the message. But,
Well, we don't like doing that on this show. So
but you know,
Maurice for the Hall of Fame.
it did make me feel a bit old at the same time. So yeah,
ah,
but yeah, no, I'm a gay icon.
damn right. Show your pride. So happy for you, man.
Well, I'm not myself. Oh God, now it sounds like I've come out.
You don't
I'm
have to
not.
be. Just be a gay icon.
You can be straight and a gay icon at the same time.
Shawn
People, if men
Michaels.
fancy you, yeah.
I'll accept that role.
Is Shawn have I said that in the 90s? Was
He
Shawn
was
Michaels?
He was in Playgirl.
He was in Playgirl.
Yeah,
he didn't
yeah.
realize he was mostly read by gay men. He
Yeah.
assumed it was the.
He
you
didn't know.
female. Well, that's the story. He said he thought it was just. Oh, if guys read Playboy, girls must read Playgirl. And afterwards, he was like, no.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'll be the Shawn Michaels then.
Well
I'll
done.
do that. Right. Cheers, Tony.
Boyhood dream come
But
true.
making
Sorry for you.
me feel flattered and old though.
Only you could take a compliment, turn it with an insult on you, bless you.
Aye.
Mine is.
And then bring it up for bragging reasons on.
That's exactly right. And then the existence of Hook. Like, not only is Taz has had a kid. Oh, that's black. How old is he? Like 3? Like, oh, he's a fully grown up lad. All right, okay, cool. Oh, he's an athlete. What? He's been wrestling. He's got a title now. He's over. Okay.
Yeah, he's done a whole
Taz.
life cycle already,
Yeah.
and you're still you.
Yeah, it feels like
crazy.
I'm feeling like the guy in Interstellar
Right.
watching like his kid grow up and die in front of him. That was a good film. Ross, what have you got?
Hey, I always get these moments every so often, so I can't really pick one, but I guess a recent one would be when you realise what 20 years feels like for the first time.
Right.
John Cena, Rey Mysterio, etc., etc.
Mm.
And certain happenings in football. I compare more to football, me.
Mm.
Like what was happening in the 01-02 season in Newcastle United and stuff like that. So yeah,
20 years.
That's what 20 years feels like. John Cena going,
Feels like
Yeah.
it feels like the whole of the 2000s from 2000 to 2010. That feels like about 30 years long. But then this past 10 years feels about a year long.
Yeah, because all the sets look the same.
Not in
Yeah,
wrestling,
just-
sorry, just in
Oh.
life, but also in
Oh, in
wrestling.
life.
But
Oh,
also
okay.
in wrestling, yeah, as
Right.
well. That's true.
that's because you've lived longer. Therefore, everything's every
Yeah.
segment's a bit
Yeah,
shorter.
yeah, because when you're 2, a year's half your
Half your life, yeah.
life. I did the math there because I wondered if 0 to 1. I was like, Dan, when this happened on Twitch, actually, Owen then brought up apparently when Sunderland won the playoff final last season, a few of us were in Sunderland and got quite drunk. And apparently the night ended with us sat around a table all going to each other, no, you're a handsome lad, you are. And Owen told that story on the stream after this comment was made. And apparently he's never told me this before because he wasn't drinking, so he looked right, he was still aware of our surroundings. There was a woman on a table near us like, what the? I'm just like, what's going on? Yeah. Just a bunch of lads going, no, you're handsome.
Oh, I thought that was going to be the like Tony. He's like, one of the mates was there, and he went, "You're all handsome, actually."
That would have been what we needed, I think, for a pick-me-up.
Yeah, bless you. But if you're that drunk and annoying, people, yeah,
We
it's not
weren't
how hot
annoying.
you are. You're like, oh,
The
it's
town
not,
was a buzz that day.
but-
Swinley.
Don't get used to it. Hello, gents. Apologies if that greeting was a little too on the nose,
Oh,
as we Americans could be quite annoying.
what was the start there?
Hello, gents.
Oh,
I guess I'm
right,
supposed to say
okay,
like,
yeah.
all right, Cockney.
All right.
I would like to say at the start of the email by saying that I have never actually actively sought out or clicked on your podcast, ever. However, I hear you guys regularly. My boyfriend, the self-proclaimed dog-lifting champion of the Cultaholic faithful.
The person who challenged Pachi, possibly.
Maybe.
I thought this was referencing Adam.
Oh, you thought
Yeah.
Adam has a lady and she'd messaged in?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, right.
That would have been.
And
This is why you've included it in the email.
No, it's quite a funny story.
Oh, okay, fair.
But initially I thought, oh my God, has Adam got a girlfriend?
Oh,
I don't know.
I have no idea either.
I don't know.
My boyfriend and I both work from home, and he listens to every show, so I end up listening too. Although, if I'm honest, I feel more like I'm eavesdropping on 4 friends the way he giggles and comments aloud. In brackets, I'm actually hearing Maffew's voice as we speak. Bold choice, turn the page, of spelling, if I must say. and I hope COVID didn't suck. Oh, thank you.
This is
It
fascinating.
did.
This is
But, you know, it's grabbing you. Since you lot are basically forced upon me weekly, Jesus Christ. I
good
figured
job. It's a
I'd-
short podcast, though.
I figured I'd write in. Aaron, my BF, wrestles around with our puppy on our gym floor constantly. He calls it the puppy jitsu.
Daniel, please. Here is the puppy in question.
Oh,
Our
Delightful
puppy, in brackets, Winston. Oh my God.
look at Winston.
Oh,
Look at the gym.
what a cute dog.
Hopefully named after former West Ham central half, Winston Reid.
Of course, that's what we're all thinking. Winston will start nipping at his face, and he will put him in a lock and scream, "Now you're in!" Oh my God, Akataja Hajime.
No, no.
They've actually typed it.
Gently, I hope. Gently.
I chuckle every time. Well, yeah. This brings me the part of the email where I write a question. Right. If you could name any wrestling move, anything, what would you name it?
Wow.
My example is I would name the RKO a death by deodorant, the DBD, as it were.
Okay.
I guess because you got your
Yeah.
The head's there.
yeah. Also, I like to take this time to embarrass him a little and tell you that randomly, when the skies are gloomy or the workday is long, he will say, "Let's go back to happier times," and replay the portion of the episode where you read his email and have included a picture of our puppy.
Oh.
And that is from, apologies in advance, Wivna Sithise.
Okay. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Do you want me to-
Thank you very much.
I'll give it a go.
Absolutely.
Is
That was
that-
an amazing email. Thank you very much. An amazing dog.
I'm going to go for Wavina Sithise.
Yeah, I think that's pretty, yeah. Thank you very
Sorry,
much.
I butchered that.
Yeah.
that was
thank you.
that was an intriguing concept. That someone who isn't a fan, but who listens because they have
Well,
to.
I reckon there's a chance. What was his name? The fella?
Aaron.
Aaron. I
Winston.
reckon Aaron might have got a hold of Wavina's email account and just emailed
No.
on
Oh, please
behalf.
confirm this is you.
There's no way of doing that. There's
How
no
would
way of-
Wavina,
Yeah, he'll just email back saying, yes, it is me.
Wavina, how would she know how to spell Kaja Hima? Huh?
Mm.
Oh, the wrestling hold.
Oh, the wrestling hold.
Oh yeah.
Kataja Hajime.
Oh no,
Katasha
wait.
Hajime.
She might also be a wrestling fan.
Yeah, she didn't
Oh,
say
she's
she
done
wasn't.
like us. Beg me
Are
pardon.
you assuming that
She
all
was
wrestling
on
fans are
RKO,
fans of the Cultaholic Wrestling
Yes.
Podcast? Yeah,
Yeah.
same. Yeah, me too.
Every
That's why
single
she has
one.
fun. If she didn't, this would be bloody hell.
Some of these get 90,000 hits on YouTube. Some
Really?
of these, yeah.
Scary when you think about that many
months
people.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah. This is why.
They're a
Pictures
grower.
of dogs. So, no, thank you very much. If you could rename a wrestling move. Oh, it's an intriguing idea.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? I'd rename D'Lo Brown's lowdown to a sky high and a sky high to a lowdown because they didn't make much sense because one of them
Yeah.
was off the top, sky,
Yeah,
high, and the other one was low down.
but he lifted them high.
Yeah, but that's a bit.
Tombstone Pile Driver.
What would you rename that as?
69er Driver.
Of course.
I just celebrated
For those
everybody.
listening, Ross punched the air.
Ross
Um,
punches air.
I don't know. I'm struggling at the minute. I'm struggling. I would rename the float over DDT to the J Bomb because that was my finisher when I was a
Oh.
kid on Creator Wrestler stuff. Even though a power bomb, they're normally slamming moves, not a DDT. I call it the J Bomb because my name's Jack and begins with a J.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd do that, I guess. My answer wasn't as good as the question.
No, we couldn't compete with the question.
Well, no, yeah, it's true.
Which is why it's the headline email this week. So thank you very much for all the people who sent in lovely thoughts, questions, stories, and pictures of dogs. If you have any others to share, please do. Send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
With music in the jingle next week, possibly.
No guarantee. Time for some wrist piss. Hello, me boyos.
Hello.
Breaking news in the world of entertainment. Oh, no. WWE's brought by Disney. Oh,
Just
just fun.
This isn't actual breaking news. It's just a setup for a question.
Matthew's acting there, though, was quite convincing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just imagine someone driving down the road going, what?
Don't worry, no hyenas will be attacking Dominic Mysterio just yet. Biggest news of the decade, $4.3 billion. Oh, and all the Disney's films and TV shows have been accidentally and permanently deleted by a clumsy intern. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Chase, mate.
Before anyone notices, he hates that, by the way. Before
No, he
anyone
doesn't.
notices,
Well,
I'm bumping into
no.
him and he's like, you know, people yell that at me.
Oh, no.
Disney is going to remake all their properties with their new wrestling, independent contractors. Thanks to Disney Money and Magic, they can get any wrestler alive or dead to play any role. So, lads, wrist piss time. Fastest thought first. Which wrestlers and or tag teams would have portrayed these classic Disney characters?
Yes.
Hard mode. No Scott Steiner. Forget it then. I'm writing this email watching Maffew's Grim Fandango stream. High off my butt on allergy meds. I recover from the vid.
Just a quick bit of breaking news.
It's not Disney, is it?
Brody King's got a tattoo on his person. It's a tombstone that reads, "Here lies
God.
Darby Allin."
Do you know what?
That's a permanent thing.
Do you know what? This is a callback because in Evolve, Darby Allin was challenging for the Evolve title and got champ tattooed underneath his lip or something and didn't win.
Oh my God.
So maybe that's a reference to
He's a permanent loser.
He's lost now next week, hasn't he?
That's great. Back to this thing. Sorry for any misspellings or weird ramblings. Thanks, past Maffew, for keeping me company. And thanks, current table guys and Sound Wizard, for making this great podcast. This love from at least 6 feet away. Captain Rip, a.k.a. Gus from Indiana. Thank you, Captain Rip.
Thank
I know who
you.
you are.
Thank you.
That's lovely.
Captain Rip. Not Rip Fowler, I
Rip
hope.
Fowler, yeah.
No, it's 2P.
The dyad.
So, fastest thought first.
Now, admittedly, I'm going to need some of these characters explained to me, having looked down the list earlier.
Maybe I will as well.
I'll have a look at some of them. I think I know who they are. Mickey Mouse.
Tony Khan.
Oh,
Yeah. Ooh. Hey, guys. You know,
hug.
just works, doesn't it? Like the South Park Mickey Mouse.
Five is cancelled.
I just want Tony Khan now. Nathan Fraser, just to bring a name to the table.
Paul Bearer. Because if you shut your eyes, it's nearly there.
Imagine Tony Khan in the red shorts with the dungarees. Oh, God.
Welcome to my kingdom.
Yeah.
Fulham.
Fulham.
Fulham theme park. Donald Duck.
Finley.
Seth Rollins.
Sounds like
Ooh, I'm going to say Moxley, 'cause he's got the same stubborn attitude.
That's why I went for Finley, I think.
Damning character and assassination of Duck Man.
Duck man. Half man, half duck. Goofy.
Luchasaurus. I don't know.
Our truth.
Yes. Great shout.
Nah, Goofy's not insane like our truth.
What is Goofy?
It's goofy, isn't he?
Goofy's just
But he's actually quite sensible, I think.
He's a sensible dog who loves his kid and just isn't that good.
Taz.
No. Taz and Hook are the big. Taz and Hook are the father and son dogs from Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, this is Disney.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't compete with that. Sorry, not gonna do it. Yeah, Goofy is Taz. Darth Vader. Oh, I guess there's a Disney character.
No,
now.
that doesn't count. Fine. Triple H with Vince as the Emperor.
Kevin Dunn.
Oh. Why is that?
Just because he's largely faceless, but does a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
What's Vader do? He's a masked dude.
Kevin, I have the hard cam. You underestimate me.
Oh.
Come on.
I'd say
Yeah.
Kane.
Down there.
Guy who wears a mask, has horrible opinions,
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
represents an evil empire. Captain America. Okay.
I mean, there's quite a few. Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Cody Rhodes.
93 Luger. Captain America saving the day in his bus. Lemire and Cogsworth, Beauty and the Beast, which is the candlestick and the clock.
Who's
my
friend?
fellow candlesticks?
Lumiere is the French one, I think.
Where we only
clock,
live
the-
to
the-
Sammy and
serve.
Kevin then.
They are Sammy and Kevin. You've won that one. That one's, yeah, there you go.
Come on and pull your menu. Take a job.
I've never actually seen Beauty and the Beast.
the original one. Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
Or the
Oh,
remake.
it's a banger.
One with Hermione Granger in.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
remake.
Oh, I haven't seen.
I've not seen either, but
When I saw my parents a few years ago, they put the Jungle Book remake on, and it was just bizarre because you could tell like the kid playing Mowgli was the only real thing. But after a while, you're like, is it a real kid or not? I can't even
Yeah,
tell
I went to
'cause
see
everything
the.
else wasn't real.
I went to see the Lion King remake, like the
Go on.
live action. Just
How was
one.
it?
Didn't hit.
Oh, they keep
He
on calling
lives
them. They
in
keep on
you.
calling them live action, but
it's
they're
not.
not.
Real lions, okay?
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, I had to catch a lion on Red Dead Redemption the other day. It was a dog with a helmet on. It was crap. It was like a con man who got me to find his animals. Find my zebra. It was a horse painted.
Are you reading like from a Vic and Bob script right now?
Sorry.
Bart Simpson.
Yes, I have a big green racing car. Woo. Then Donald Davies stopped.
That was good.
If you get Tom onto that, he never stops.
I know, he loves it so. He knows every word for every. You love him so much. Anyway, Bart Simpson is a famous Disney character.
Oh man.
It's weird, isn't it?
Who's annoying? Wendy Chu.
Don't say it. He hasn't been at Ross.
No.
Don't hurt him.
Just for the purposes of comedy.
Similar antics.
Just for the purposes of comedy.
Yeah.
Darby Allin.
On the skateboard.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll say Ole Anderson for his,
Oh yeah.
for his amusing japery of wait, they've bought the tape library. Oh, well, not for long. Woody and Buzz.
Oh, that's Owens and Zayn. Oh, damn
Nah,
it.
there's other tag teams I like. Oh,
Yeah, Starks and Hobbs.
Who's who?
Starks is Woody, Hobbs is Buzz.
Oh. I'm trying to characterize Buzz in my head. Buzz is misunderstood, isn't he? Because he thinks he's something that he's
Buzz
not.
is like
Yeah, only the
so
first
serious.
Yeah, he's very serious.
He thinks everything's real, but it's not. He's like Bruce Hart. I see
Yeah, I can
Buzz.
see Woody be Brett as well.
I
Or
see-
Brett be Woody.
Yeah, it's true. I
I'll
see
have a-
Buzz as like a John Cena, but like when he's being serious, like a Kurt Angle when he's being serious.
I'd say Booker T and Goldust.
Yeah,
Who's who, Maffew?
Oh, I mean, Booker T's clearly Woody.
yeah.
Shane
And Buzz is
McMahon is Buzz. Woody is
The Miz.
John Cena.
Oh, okay, cheers. Jake Sully, Avatar. I did not see Avatar.
I haven't seen it either. Dan, what's the characteristics of Jake Sully? Jake Sully?
Yes, from Avatar.
Yeah.
He's a guy that was in one body and then transported
Into
a
an
newer,
avatar.
bigger, better, more athletic body.
Miro.
Okay.
Has anyone passed on the Tiger Mask? From
Go
Body
on,
to Body?
Tiger Mask is Avatar.
Yeah, sure.
Sin Cara. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
I don't
There
know.
was two of them.
I've not seen it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's so weird, isn't it? Because it's
Oh!
still the highest
Oh
grossing
my
film of all.
God.
Go on.
Max Caster because he got with an alien. Come on. Don't know.
And it's good. Well done, Jack. James Sully, Monsters Inc.
Right,
Oh,
okay,
Jack,
right.
right. Brother of Jake Sully.
He's a bit Kevin Nash for me, Sully. Voice wise and stuff. It's John
got that-
Goodman.
he's
It's
got that
John,
big
isn't it John Goodman?
Yeah, I'd put that big man confidence on. Yeah,
he does.
Kevin Nash is a good shout.
Which means that Mike Wazowski is Shawn Michaels, I guess.
Yeah, because he's only got one eye. That works.
Oh, no.
Yes. Bada bing. Zimbabwe.
Leaving that one?
That's a good one. That's on the right line, the right side of.
I felt bad for saying that.
That's on the right side of history. I'll go for Matt Morgan.
What? Oh, blue. The blueprint.
No, he was green. Green. 40 years old and he's still green.
Do you mean that?
Because his eye big and blue. And,
Oh, God.
I thought he was the future.
I always thought he was a bit like, you know, when
I loved his back elbows.
Sully's a bit like, rah, when
Yeah.
he's screaming and scaring folk.
Yeah.
But then outside, he's a bit like, he's not really confident, is he? He's not like, it's been a while since I've seen Monsters Inc., to
Yeah.
be fair.
Okay.
Matt Morgan struck me as that.
Fair enough.
I remember he did the F5, the big show.
Whoa. How is he not multiple times?
And I was
world
just like,
champion?
right, that's it. Now, that
Wow.
was it.
Bless you.
Let's see.
Well caught.
Ashoka Tano from Star Wars Clone Wars.
Oh,
I've
mate,
not seen
no
this.
idea.
Sorry.
Dan?
No,
Dan?
but we'll take a.
You got-
Dan loves
did you watch
Star
Clone Wars?
Wars.
Have you seen The Mandalorian?
No.
Sasha Banks.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, let's go. Yes, the character Sasha Banks is.
Is it the character Sasha Banks is? I've still not seen it, like.
AHS.
I'll go for Minami Toyota because I've heard loads of good things, but I've never seen a Minami Toyota match before in my life. So I don't know who it is.
Oh, well, that's clearly,
I don't know, man.
that is clearly
Becky Lynch.
Queen Zelina.
Yeah. What a shout. I can see it.
The headwear.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She's an AEW.
Oh, sorry, been signed. Never mind then.
Because it's Rosie Dawson or something. She was in the episode at AEW.
Oh.
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
Aye, Cody's
Guest judge.
talent show friend.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Ah.
In that case, then I pick Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
Lightning McQueen from Cars.
Yeah.
Is that the red one?
The main
That's
car
right, him.
in Cars.
Characteristics? I've not seen Cars.
Cocky.
He's a coggy get.
Fast.
Who finds himself in a little place where he does.
Rob Van
and
Dam.
He finds himself.
Ricochet.
I think, yeah, he had as much personality as him. That's a good pick. With a rubbish cruiserweight to that. Cars wasn't like actually. Cars one's it's alright, I guess. But
I've only seen Cars 1 and bits of it at that. At best.
this is the time I'm going. How dare you haven't seen Cars? I'm gonna buy the Blu-ray, Jack. Ugh, who's fast but not good?
Who's fast but not good?
Because it's Cars, isn't it?
Axiom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where was he
No,
this week? Yeah, Axiom.
He is good. He is good.
Oh,
Axiom,
yeah.
because he's lightning fast, lightning speed.
Do you reckon they've taken notice of the...
Razor Wing.
Yeah.
No. Oh no, wait, yes, because Tom interviewed him.
And does
He had a
that
very good
right?
little interview, and he said that he that got taken by a few news sites that his parents were like, "Oh, you've been signed."
Oh, man.
Oh no. Oh,
That is
no.
harsh.
Exclusive there from Tom. Go check that video out. Elastigirl / Mrs. Incredible from The Incredibles. Stretch your arms and everything.
Alexa Bliss did that deliberate.
Damn it, I was about to say that. Yeah,
But she has dressed as Buzz Lightyear before, and she
That's
did
right.
the laser thing.
Yeah.
It was the most banter. I was like, "Wow, shit!" It was the it was the most banter. I was gonna
I'm
say,
Bance Lightyear.
I was gonna say it's the most banter she's ever had, but I realized no, Alexa Bliss has the bands. So I just had to cut it off and just sound like I was saying, and it was the most banter. Oh dear,
Oh, Mrs.
She
Incredible.
sent that message to you on Instagram. Works really well.
it was the most banter.
Who's a stretchy lass? It's a weird thing to think of, isn't it?
Sasha
Shayna
Banks,
Baszler stretches at the people very well.
Lita when
go
she
with that.
moonsault, when she did the dive and went. "Ugh."
Jack.
Well, most people would have been more hurt than she was. Oh no, she broke her neck.
Yeah, I was like, what are we talking about?
She didn't die. She was fine. I'm thinking of stretchy mothers. Stretchy mothers.
Why has it got to be a mother? Oh, because Mrs. Incredible.
Incredible, yeah.
Serena Deeb can stretch. She does yoga and that.
Mm.
Trish Stratus.
Yeah, stretchy.
Stretchy mother.
Yeah.
Queen Zelina.
Is she a mother?
I don't know. I'm not
Of
counting.
cats.
I'm not counting
So
the
it's
mother
not
bit.
1-for-1 replica, don't worry. The fans will never notice on the Disney Channel. Thanos. Oh, well,
Is that Triple H, is it?
Probably.
from a few years ago, yes.
I've still not seen these Guardians. Is it the Guardians of the Galaxies?
That's
No,
one of them.
it's one of the many.
It's one of them. They had this entire build-up, like WrestleMania, basically, with all these little tiny films building up to this one big
You
one.
can't say anything bad about
And then they
it.
had a sequel to it. It was a big two-parter. It was amazing.
There he is.
And it worked really well. And the Marvel films haven't been the same since because they don't have that big thing carrying them all together.
Brian Cage is dressed as him. He had the gauntlet in that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say Triple H. Circa Screw the UK era.
Okay.
Oh.
Getting all.
Oh, sorry,
the
not sorry,
things.
UK and Ireland and Germany.
Getting all the.
Japan didn't quite work, but whatever. Womp womp. And then Michael Eisner.
Michael Eisner.
Who the hell's Michael Eisner?
This guy who saved Disney, the production, the actual company, and then they held it a lot and then nearly
I've heard
killed it
this.
again.
I've heard this.
So is anybody
It's
who's
Kevin.
been really
Dunn.
good?
It's Kevin Dunn.
Who's
Sorry.
That's actually a pretty good one. But like,
Oh, I
who's,
thought you were doing this. I thought you were leading us into that.
Yeah, but no, that's what Michael Eisner did. So I was going to say Kevin Dunn's a good pick for him. I'm trying to think of anybody that's helped save a company that nearly kill it as well.
Vince
later on.
McMahon Jr.
Could be said, yeah.
Eric Bischoff. Paul Heyman. These all
Eric
kind of-
Bischoff's another very good pick
Thank
because
you,
he made
Jim.
all those changes and it's like fantastic. It's like yeah, but he could be dead in 4 years.
Mm,
Yeah, Bischoff's a good one.
Like you said, all the big ones, haven't you?
Goldberg. I don't know. Just hot
The
for a
general
few
dislike
years,
of
and
him.
then is Eisner the one who did like Aladdin and Hercules and all of these big
During
ones?
that period, yeah, there was lots of changes made to like the
Well, then
park
I
and
like
the company
him.
itself. What?
Well, then I like him.
Again, it's
It's not, it's not like I'm in a pantomime.
I thought
Well,
we were
then I
doing a
like him,
podcast now.
Father. See if I won't go and I don't know.
I forbade it, Jack Jr.
No, I'll strike out and make my own fortune with Mr. Eisner. All my life. All
If you leave this house, never come back.
Should we just do a musical podcast, won't we? I'm game.
And that's when Jack became his left home and became his true identity of
delirious,
becoming a
mate.
gay icon.
I'm delirious now, man. Oh.
I don't know what just happened over the past 30 seconds there.
It was good though, whatever it was. What hell of a question. Thank you very much, The fantastic person who sent me that and watches my streams, apparently. Much appreciated. Captain Rip himself. If you have
Captain
any other
Rip
Reese's
Fowler,
Pieces
thank you.
or wrist piss, please send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
.com.
It's Cultaholics.
Big question time.
Aye.
What, if you're still watching, God help you, what is going to be the best match at SummerSlam 2022 this weekend?
It's a
isn't
difficult
Ric
question.
Flair's last match.
Well, it's a difficult question. 'Cause
Certainly is.
Before we get into it, I think there's matches that could all be, but then a lot of them have caveats that maybe hold them back from becoming the best match of the weekend.
I love the word caveat.
it's
Let's have a
a
look
good
at the
word,
card
isn't it?
and see what Jack means. So, good job. I got my new contact lenses in. Thank you. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Last man standing match for the Uwu title. What do you think?
I think there'll be a moment that we'll speak about for the rest of time.
What's that?
I don't know.
Don't know what it just will be.
The feud ender, isn't it?
Because he'll, by all means, necessary.
And all means necessary always means something in the WWE. In 2 examples I can think of.
My world, my world.
For me, it's, you know that meme of, who is it singing that song? You know, on Twitter, it's like, so-and-so, but we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it. You know that meme?
I know the song, I know the meme.
There's a celebrity who famously sang that song.
Michael Barrymore.
No, it wasn't Michael Barrymore. Anyway, I feel like it's one of those memes where like, don't book that match again, and then they do. It's one too many times for me. Maybe like 3 too many times. Yeah.
Easily debatable. No, it's not even a debate. Yeah, of course it is. They're doing this because,
Injuries.
things are a bit weird right now.
Do you know what I've learned as well, getting older?
What?
I don't really like last man standing matches. As a kid, I was like, last man stand, yes. Now I'm like, it slows everything down a lot.
They're very rarely done like how you think they would have been done back in the day, like the Texas Death Match, which it basically is.
I think the last good one was Triple H versus Jericho.
Wow. Yeah, there's probably been others, but they're very samey after a while. Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin.
Yes.
This could be the best match of the night, genuinely.
Sleeper match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't sleep on Pat.
I hope he still has Seven Nation Army to come out
Yeah.
to. I hope that wasn't just a one-off for Mania.
I think this is going to get the biggest reaction of the night by far.
Oh, will it? Will it? Will it? Potentially, yes.
Yeah. Lashley versus Theory. Oh, yeah, that is happening with all the, let's see, between Madcap Moss feud, the Usos hating him, Heyman talking
He's
with
been
him,
everywhere.
Ziggler super kicking
He's like
him.
Nia
Yes,
Jax
this is
a
the
few
match.
years ago. Do you remember Nia Jax was everywhere? Everywhere.
This Theory fella, I said the wrong. Theory fella, this Theory fella, he can't win. He can't win this match. He can't.
I think it'll be a fine. It'll be a good match, but I don't think it'll be out. Like it won't stand out loads because it's a rematch. I don't know.
The way things have gone recently, it should be a glorified squash.
Oh
in
no!
in Bobby's favour.
So the Money in the Bank holder.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He's lost 6.
He's a US
He's lost
champ.
6 in a row. That should speak to you.
Yeah, it's game, set, and match at this point.
Just like those dirty mags, you know.
Yeah.
Lost 6 in a row.
Yeah.
Why is he mocking us? We won that one. We won that one. Anyway.
Devastated Jug.
Yeah.
Usos versus the Street Profits.
Yes.
It's not like last month because this time Jeff Jarrett will be
That's
the
what I'm
special
worried
guest
about.
referee.
Calling it round the side.
Yeah.
Not straight down the middle.
No. It's got a chance.
Counting the pinfall of his guitar.
I think that the chances of this being the best match of the night are inversely proportional to how much Jeff Jarrett bollocks there is. If there's not much, it'll be really good. If there's a lot,
Yeah.
not going to be very
There's
good.
a strong chance that Jarrett is going to twat an Uso upside the head with a guitar for the win,
Yeah.
for the Street Profits win.
Oh, do you think Street Profits will win the belts?
I can see it happening.
Do you remember when Jeff Jarrett was special guest referee for a TNA pay-per-view main event? I think Kurt Angle and somebody else, I think.
Did he win?
I think, Mick Foley versus Kurt Angle, I think. And then Jeff Jarrett got hit accidentally on a move and took the bump like a referee.
Nice.
And people like, he's just been nudged and he's Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, he's wearing that referee shirt. I hope that will get a ref bump. And it's something like,
I thought you meant the one in TNA where like someone's on someone's shoulders and it misses the ref and they've got to go.
oh, that was Bubba and Bobby.
Yes.
The tables match.
Yes.
Scoot him up. He's supposed to get kicked in the head, and he doesn't. So he goes,
He just falls over.
that was, Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. I hope the crowd reaction's still there for Liv.
It'll be a unique dynamic between the underdog champion, right? Get this, and the favourite challenger.
Yeah, it's weird because this is why Money in the Bank can really mess with things. Liv had such a huge following. The fact that she's won it in a heel way, a lot of the crowd are like, yeah, we don't care. We're just happy Liv's the
I don't think
champ.
they were meant to care. Ronda shook her hand after and hugged her.
Ronda robbed the moment of Liv, I thought.
Oh, like
No,
No,
Hogan.
they want Ronda to be the good
WrestleMania
guy as
6.
well.
How quickly
so-
she got up and was like,
She got in that little motorized ring. Oh, no, it was a different Mania. Wait, was there motorized rings at 6 as well?
No.
I think I've mixed up the two.
There was-
3.
yeah, 3 and 6, yeah.
I feel like Hogan's sadly getting pootled away in a little ring from
Canadian
Warrior
one.
celebrating.
I remember Warrior running the ring.
Was it 5?
Maybe it was
No,
five.
I wasn't. Yeah.
Definitely 3,
I've
obviously.
mixed
but
up.
No,
then
4
there's-
and 5 wouldn't have had him.
In my head, Hogan's
it would have
looking
been
all...
6 then.
In my head,
So it wasn't 7.
in my head, Hogan's looking all sad, getting driven away.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's...
Maybe you're right, actually.
Maybe, I don't know.
There was definitely 2 of them that had little
3's the
rings.
famous one because Andre's in the big, in
Yeah.
the little ring. Yeah.
And Piper's broke down before he could get on it. So
Yeah.
he was the only one apart from Hogan to walk.
I just Googled WrestleMania 6 entrances.
Oh, yeah. I remember Roddy doing that dance when he's... yeah, anyway. Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch.
This could be the best
Oh,
match.
you're right. I forgot about that.
In fact, chaps,
That's been a while.
I'm going to do it. I'm saying that this will be the best match of the night.
Second best for me,
Ooh.
behind the tag team, just because of Double J. Aha! Ha
I'll go for Becky Bianca because they've proven it before and they'll have a good one again. It's not the most exciting reason,
In
but...
fact, I'm going to say third best.
Oh, have I forgotten
'cause
something?
Opening my card would be Logan Paul versus The
Yeah.
Miz. And I'm getting shades of Miz versus Ziggler from these two. You know, when they had that barn burner that opened like a random backlash or something one year.
Was it the career-threatening match?
I can't remember.
Oh.
I just remember opening the pay-per-view and it being amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had awesome chemistry.
Similar vibes.
They really did have awesome chemistry.
Yeah, but people liked Dolph. Like I said, I'm not watching this match for the quality of it. I'm just very interested to see the crowd reaction because it's not going to affect what they're going to do with the character or this person. But it's going to be interesting to know how they deal with it.
What if Logan Paul calls an audible like The Rock at WrestleMania 18? Realizes the crowd's booing him.
Hey, let's change the finish to match. I think Miz would be like, what?
Starts calling spots. to the
Miz
Miz.
suddenly turns into, Dr. D. Schultz and has to take him down shoot style. Billy Robinson, the Miz.
Imagine The Miz.
So yeah, it'd be interesting just to see what happens.
The man who ended wrestling as a reality star suddenly becoming the people who hated him the
but-
most.
You take that.
Yeah. Break his
I
legs.
can't wait.
Don't let him pin you, kid.
Oh, Miz is like, how can I deal with this issue? I know. Hey, I'll go outside, do a dive, I'll catch you. And then the Mysterios versus the
I
Judgment
forgot
Day.
the Miz
no
never
DQ
catches
tag
people
match.
on
Yeah.
time.
What a bad sigma to have. But yeah, Mysterios versus the Judgment Day, no DQ tag match.
Yeah.
Just interested to see what happens after or at the end of the match.
When Edge and Dom team up for the victory.
To
Oh.
become Dom Edge.
God, that sounds painful.
I can't wait for it.
The Edgedom. Where the kings bow, the Goths,
Edged him.
the Goths bow down.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the Edgedom, where the Goths bow down.
Gonna peg you now.
Jack, you're not helping your cause. Wow. I think that the best match is going to be... match I'm going to have most fun watching is going to be probably Pat versus Corbin.
Yeah, that's it's true.
Probably. In terms of work rate, I'm sure it's going to be between whatever Reigns and Lesnar do and Belair and Becky.
And a
but
tag
yeah,
match, maybe?
I'm enthralled with Pat.
Yeah, that's the match I'm looking forward to the most. I think the best one will be Becky Bianca.
Yeah.
I just hope that Double J doesn't phone at him with what he's doing on Sunday night. Just want to, keep himself fresh for Sunday.
yeah.
I hope he gives it his all in the referee role. That'll be the best match tonight. If he
Ross
does.
was talking before about how earlier this week about how someone had tweeted him the betting odds, I believe, for
Off for the match,
Ric Flair's last match. Flair and Andrade are heavy favourites to win. What? That's not how
Let me
it's
try and
go.
find the odds. Hang on.
Wait, you think Flair's losing?
He should.
Yeah. The time-honored tradition.
Got on his shield, man.
I'm
Passing the torch to Jeff Jarrett.
not going to be able to find them now. Oh, there he is, Jimmy Shapiro. I need to apologise to Jimmy Shapiro because he sent me betting odds for years now and I've never once said thanks, Jimmy. He just sends me. Right, so odds. You're not able to find them, Dan. Ric Flair and Andrade are 1-20 on. If we're going to do it the British way because that's the right way. First to bleed, Jeff Jarrett, favourite at 5-4.
Jeff Jarrett's the favourite first to
Wait,
bleed.
no.
Flair's at 7-4.
Stick up 5 on Flair to bleed first.
Ric Flair's
Stick up 5 on Flair to lose.
No, that's how they get you.
Ric Flair's first move when he's in the ring, a knife edge chop is the favourite 11 to 10 on. There's an elbow drop at 3 to 1, a leg drop at 4 to 1, a body slam at 5 to 1, a figure four at 5 to 1, and a suplex at 9 to 1. Now this is the one where you can make money because I've seen the boots and the boots are purple. Ric Flair robe colour. The purple robe is at 10 to 1. So you can get some money there because his boots are purple, so presumably his robe's going to be purple.
I can't believe gold's the favourite over red, even if we hadn't seen the boot.
If he was losing,
What's the last one?
will a guitar be broken in the match? Yes.
No's the favourite.
No is the favourite. Odds on favourite, 11 to 10 on.
Do you think the guitar will be broken in?
Cheers, Jimmy Shapiro.
That's how Blade. Ah.
Do you think
Oh, sorry, like JD. Nom nom nom.
the guitar could get broken after the match? I'd stay away from that one. Don't know when the guitar's going to come out.
I hadn't even thought about if Jeff Jarrett beat him. Gets the mic and goes, damn it, I am a horseman, all right?
Not after those podcasts. There's no going back. I've sat through those. Put those podcasts on one, go to bed. There's no going back for Jeff Jarrett and Ric Flair. It's over.
It's real.
It is real.
Really real.
Sorry, to answer the big question, mine's the Raw Women's title match.
I think a bigger bet would have been, will this actually be Flair's last match?
Oh, yeah. Good shout.
I'd give you odds of 3 to 1.
I'd put a $5 down on that easy.
That's the podcast.
Wow, we talked about everything, didn't we?
We had a lot.
This is a long podcast.
Next week's is going to be long.
Damn it, we might be at the point with
Down to
Triple H coming
Horseman
back. Where the podcast might be longer than the pay-per-views again.
Aye. Well, next week we've got SummerSlam to talk about,
Yes.
but also Ric Flair's last match, which I'm sure will.
Yes, Ric Flair's obituary. We read
No,
out
no,
last week.
no.
Don't do
A lot of
that.
people saying no.
no.
There's, oh, you think? Oh, yeah. Sorry, he's going to win, of course, because
It's
Ross
just-
has got good odds on him.
Just in case he does.
Just in case he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
I'm not here next week, so have fun with that.
Well, you and Nature Boy got
I don't
something
know
in
who's
common.
going to be on instead. We'll have to wait and see. It'll be a fun surprise.
Or Jeff Jarrett, is everybody else?
Imagine if we got Jeff Jarrett as a guest.
I can't imagine. You're going to have to tell us what you have for us until next week instead, Jack.
I have I've been plugging on this podcast for a while now. The Ring of Honor Original Summer of Punk True Story of.
You have been.
However, we are now going to save that on the back burner for whenever Punk comes back to maximize that
That
suite,
makes sense.
which I agree with from a strategic purpose. Loads of coverage of SummerSlam and all that. We've got a pictures video, which is now up on the channel, I believe, already.
Yep.
I'll be there with a What Happened At video after SummerSlam. Ross will have a WTF moment, I believe, unless you're off before.
Yeah,
then.
no, I'm in.
You'll
I'm
have
in.
that. And predictions and stuff, Adam and Andrew, the old rivalry, restoked again. And then they'll be doing a live stream as the show's on.
Wow. It's the Bel Air Becky of Cultaholic. Go back to it because it worked and was tasty.
What about
What
yourself?
yourself?
Oh,
You put it across
taken
as well,
over
didn't
Ross's
you?
things,
You
yeah.
did. Sorry, I'm used to doing it.
unless there's anything else.
I've made a few things that are in the works, but I don't know when they're going out, so I'm not going to say anything, just in case they don't go out next week. There might be 2 weeks' time. I don't know. Don't know when they're going out. One's a voiceover and 2 bits to camera. That's all.
Lovely.
Me and Ross have done a video where we.
Yeah, 3 bits to camera, including one with him.
We do. We don't pitch. We sort of predict 10 things what WWE will look like in 10 years. We do 5 each, and then in 10 years we're going to dig it up and see how.
Oh.
I don't know if we'll do that.
Because we found the. We'll explain the video.
Yeah, we
You'll
do.
see.
That sounds very
That's on the
interesting.
channel now.
I can't wait to click it.
What about you? Isn't it? Oh no, it's
Way
not.
after SummerSlam, that.
Why have I just assumed that it's on the channel? I said it so flippantly as well.
Don't know.
The arrogance of youth. It's on the channel now. It'll be on the
sometime next
It'll
week.
be on the channel.
It's all right, Jack. You're getting old, as you said.
Yeah. What about you, Matthew?
Thank you very much for summarising those. I have my Twitches on Wednesday, where I'll be playing Grim Fandango, just because I want to play one of the best games of all time, and then get mad at all the stuff I forgot about, because, God, there's a lot of annoying stuff in that game. It is amazing, though. And then Sunday, more Dynamite Kid fun. God, he hates everything. God, he's consistently hate-filled, and his crazy ribs, which is like, ha, 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 and you're like, God almighty, that's terrifying. More of that on Sunday evenings. And that will be us, because Tom's away with he's minding this little kid who I imagine is in a cage by now. So he's too busy. See him next week. We'll get on that. This has been us.
Too busy in jail.
This has been any. Well, I've thrown us off. If you have any thoughts, queries, or whatever want to send to us, or any Reese's Pieces, you can send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com. And obviously, the Hall of Fame, prestigious Hall of Fame, can be looked at patreon.com/cultaholic. cultaholic. Before we end things, I do realize there is one little thing there. Of course, the executive mega vice producers, Reno2200, Noah Anderson, Nick Robbie, and Buddy.
Reno.
Maffew.
We never do it for Reno because he's always first before Noah. And then Buddy.
Thank you very much,
Buddy.
everyone. We didn't forget. How dare you say that? We really appreciate your patronage. And we appreciate you for watching and listening. This has been Jack. This has been Ross. This has been myself. That's been Dan behind the camera. Hello, Dan. This has been Puppet Jack, who's done nothing. And now I'm going to point at the camera and hopefully think of something to say.
Point at the screen.
Point of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jungle Boy!